Nobody say the N-word.
What's going on, film fans?
I need to get a longer cord for all these headphones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wash machine is getting laid.
Yeah.
Staying clean over here on the Screen Tongue podcast.
Yeah. Can I have the last peach ring?
Have you ever had a non-explicit episode?
What does that mean? What do you mean?
No bad words.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I've cursed in every one. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There goes this one.
Yeah. I don't know. I just I curse a lot, and I curse a lot.
Yeah.
That's one thing I realized. Like you realize you're old when it's like, fuck. I'm around little kids. I have to really watch how I talk.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I feel old whenever I'm around little kids. Like, oh man, I have to not curse.
Yeah, I know what you mean. There's certain people where I just can't I can't cuss around.
Yeah, or like even.
You know?
You just feel weird cussing around them.
Yeah, like.
Better off not doing it, you know.
Yeah, even like professors, like really strict professors.
Yeah.
I don't like cussing around people like that.
See,
like my dad.
It's awkward though when like a professor starts cussing, because I'm like, does this mean we're allowed to do it too? I'm like,
No, I've been cussing since I was like 3rd, 4th grade.
Since I was born, it feels like.
Yeah.
dang. I couldn't do it when I was in 3rd or 4th grade. I was scared.
Really?
Yeah.
When I was little, my grandma told me though every time you said a bad word, like God cuts your tongue. And so I'd say when I look in the mirror, see if my tongue. But you know your tongue has a natural like, I don't know, something to it that makes it look like that. I say, oh fuck. But now,
No,
I
I don't know
but now I'm
what
like,
you
oh, now I'm fucked up anyway. So you just might as well
Yeah.
just say it.
I don't know. Do you ever? So you've been cursing for a long time.
Yeah.
Are you able to recognize when somebody's like new to cursing?
Yeah.
You can kind of tell like this dude's like a newbie at
It's probably
cursing.
like with smoking too. You can kind of
Yeah,
tell.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's one thing about cursing for a long time is like, oh, you're new to this, huh? There's one girl in my speech and debate class who she like started cursing that year, and whenever she would like say fuck, she would giggle. It was
Yeah,
really
because
funny.
like it's a novelty, you know.
Yeah.
Like it's not an actual like it's not part of their vocabulary.
Yeah.
It's like you know, you remember membean?
Yeah.
It's like a new. Do you know
New
what
membean.
membean is? So at my high school, it was like how do you describe it? It's like streaks,
Yeah.
but like vocab,
Oh, nice.
vocabulary. So like every day you do like 10 minutes of membean. Where like you're just like learning new words. It's actually a really great tool.
Oh, cool.
It is good.
But like people would just shit on it all the time, and I understand why. It's kind of annoying, like you know. But it's just 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But
like junior and senior year, they made us do it for like 30 minutes a week, and
Jesus
kids got so
Christ.
fucking lazy with it that they'd pay other kids to do it. One time, I paid a kid to do it.
it's not even. Yeah, it's
bullshit,
crazy.
you know.
But that's
Oh my
like.
God.
But then you honestly, I could like tell that membean was affecting my vocabulary there, like my language, because
Is it
like
getting better?
yeah,
Nice.
it actually was improving. But that's how it feels. Like people start cursing. It's like they learn a new membean word that they really like.
Yeah, yeah. I'll make sure the audio's good.
You
real
know,
quick.
I think you can still log into Membean.
I honestly, I've considered just
I
doing
would
it
do
every
it
day.
again. You know, I think you can. You learn some good
If someone
words.
from Clark was listen to this though, they'd say that's some massive nerd shit.
Yeah.
I feel like the
yeah.
entire school hated it.
Yeah, it had a negative connotation. You know,
Even like the smart kids.
it was. I think they viewed it as busy work.
Mhm.
That's why. Like you could learn from it, but kids weren't doing it.
Yeah,
to learn
they
from
felt
it.
it was
Yeah.
unnecessary.
It's for a grade. And
Yeah, but honestly, if anything, like AP tests were unnecessary. You know.
yeah, yeah.
Sorry. getting a
That's
little
all
off
good.
topic.
The way they
Damn.
decide to
Last night we went to Angry Chicks.
I don't know that place.
It just opened up right next to UNLV by like Aloha Kitchen and
Okay.
Oh, I think
File
I've
subs.
seen that it was closed for like.
yeah. I
oh,
put
the
it. I
chicken
put, I
place,
put it
yeah.
up on Backcountry. That chicken.
Oh, it's on Backcountry?
I put it up on the story just for, on the Instagram story. It's like this dude making a chicken sandwich.
Chicken.
We went and it's if you go
Let me see this.
make sure to get it at really I put it up the other day. It's probably down by now.
Oh damn.
But yeah, make sure you get it like mild unless you really like spicy shit.
it's hot.
I'm
It's
getting
hot. It's
spicy.
hot. The fucking the Mexican kid I'm friends with a dude named Sergio. He's been hype as fuck for this for like 3 months, and he went last night and he put on his stories like, yeah, hype as fuck. You know, it's him eating it, and the next clip just says, damn, this shit sucked.
Wow.
He says it was too hot for him to enjoy, and he's Mexican. so,
Really?
you know, if
Wow.
a Mexican's complaining about how hot it is,
Did you think it was too hot?
I got it mild, so it was pretty good
okay.
for me. Yeah,
Was
it
it
had some spice
spicy?
to it. It had spice to it definitely, but
You
it wasn't.
you ever go to this place called Curry's Inn?
Uh-uh.
It's really good. It's just a curry place, but yeah, it's level like 0 to 10.
Oh, cool.
But damn, I usually get it pretty spicy. Everyone just get like between like the 2 to 5 range.
Yeah.
I like to go to like the 7 to 9 range.
Badass.
But 10 has you contemplating why you got 10.
Yeah,
But not in a bad
10
way.
is
You're just like it's just unpleasant. You
10
know.
is fucking like self-punishment, man.
Yeah, because like it's not even enjoyable. You know, it's
Yeah.
just like you're sweat. It's because you're uncomfortable because you're sweating, and your mouth hurts, but you can't like wipe it because then it just
Yeah.
makes it hurt.
You're just putting yourself through pain.
But spicy food's so interesting. I was thinking about that because like, imagine you're a pepper, and over millions of years you've evolved to be spicy so that creatures wouldn't eat you.
Yeah.
And humans like, spicy. You know, like
Yeah, not people.
it's funny that humans are like the only creature that like on purpose like it's like pain for pleasure.
Yeah.
Now we
It's
eat
bizarre.
you.
Yeah, it's like putting hair on your chest type of deal.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get into some movies. You guys want to talk about what movies you guys watched this week?
Yeah.
Or
What'd you see,
this
Anthony?
last 2 weeks?
I already told you guys, but for the podcast, I watched this documentary about this really famous photographer. His name's William Eggleston, and he's kind of known as like the godfather of color photography. He's a really cool guy. I don't know if you want to just pull up. He has this one image. It's of a tricycle, but Roger Deakins says like that's one of the images that changed the way he thought about photography. It was just so simple but so beautiful. But yeah, he's like kind of just like a street photographer. Took a lot of pictures in the South and stuff like that. But the documentary
What's
is
his name
William Eggleston.
Is it more of like a biography or?
It's
kind
like
of
it's
about-
more of like a portrait of him at that point in his life. Like half of it, yeah, it's like a biography of like, oh, how did he get to this point? And the other half is just kind of following what he's doing.
All right, which image is
It's a tricycle.
tricycle? Oh god.
Yeah, that one.
Whoa. Dude, that's a cool looking tricycle.
Yeah,
Hmm. What year is that from?
but sometime in like the 60s or 70s, I want to say. Probably the 70s though. That's when he came into like worldwide notoriety. Was in the 70s and stuff like that. Maybe earlier though. I think 60s, 70s. But yeah, the documentary is like from like 2005 or something like that. So he's in his like, I don't know. He was an old person at that point. Somewhere in his 70s, I want to say. You know, I thought honestly I was surprised because I thought he'd be like more of a chill, low key guy, but he was more of like an alcoholic.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
And so he'd just get drunk, but he would still take photos. But it was interesting that he would talk like he still believes that he's making his best work today, even though everyone knows him from his work 30 years ago. He felt like he was still making his best work. But you know, it's a thing that happens when you're an artist that makes it. Is that, you know, people always remember you at that point, and it's hard to evolve from it, right?
Yeah, and do you look at his more recent stuff and do you feel like it's like pretty good?
Better.
It's hard. It's hard to really gauge it because you're going in now. You're looking at a William Eggleston photograph. You're not even looking at the photograph. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There's always something weird about seeing like artists get old, like seeing the work they make. It's like sometimes like you're comparing it to old stuff, or it's just like maybe they did lose some creativity or talent.
Like we were talking about Paul Schrader the other day,
Huh.
and like I really like First Reformed, but like Paul Schrader's one of those guys where like, you know, not that he definitely has like themes and motifs that he likes to explore in his films.
Yeah.
But now that he's like 40, 50 years into his career, you know, you kind of like see what it is, and I don't know, it's strange.
You know what you're in.
You can't help but think about Taxi Driver. You know?
Right. Yeah. Fuck.
Everything is really
you.
similar.
Thank you.
Everything's really similar to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Any other
Oh yeah,
movies?
let me see.
I saw Life is Beautiful last night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I watched it with my grandma. It was her
Life is
birthday,
Beautiful.
too.
Which is that the
That's
Holocaust
the
one?
Holocaust one.
Oh yo, what'd you think?
It was fun. It was a lot
all
of
right.
fun.
Spoilers for Life is Beautiful. Oh wait, Anthony, have you seen Life is Beautiful? Okay,
yeah, I
cool.
watched it in like
All
middle
right.
school. They
I
showed
Thank
it
God.
in,
Yeah,
in, like,
I watched in
junior
middle
high.
school too,
Yeah.
I was pretty sure he was gonna die.
and he did.
Yeah, he gets fucked up. That's
Yeah.
sad. But what do you think about like the way they portray the concentration camps?
What do you mean?
Some
In what
people were
regard?
like mad that they kind of like
It's fun. It was fun for a little bit.
Yeah.
yeah, they make it kind of like they make that aspect comedic. And the movie is a comedy, but like I don't know, do you think like it should have been darker, I guess?
No.
No.
It was already pretty. I mean, it was already pretty dark. It's not even like they're doing it because they're trying to make fun of the. I mean, they were making fun of the concentration camps, but not because it's like it's not a serious
They're not
topic.
making fun of the Holocaust. They're just.
It's like they're trying to show this dad like trying to like preserve this kid's innocence.
It's a human story.
Yeah.
And even in like really like serious or scary or like sad situations, like people still laugh because like life is funny, you know?
Yeah.
Or even just like how creative the dad is to show to like make this weird situation like
the tank
fun, like keep it fun, like like this is all like a game show that everybody's doing, and you have to be serious all the time.
I really like that part where like the German officer asks if anyone speaks German, so he goes up there and he like starts saying it in Italian, but it's just shit to his kid basically.
Yeah.
And the German
So
guy's probably
fucking
telling
funny.
him like how they're all gonna die, and then he's like, "You lose points if you cry. Ask for your mom. Try to."
Yeah, that would be
You're
so
sad
fucking
or anything. And the first half of the movie is like legitimately just like a comedy.
Yeah, it's just like him in
romantic
the town,
comedy
right?
kinda,
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I kind of thought it was gonna get into the Holocaust stuff more, and it's like one of those 2-part movies. You know?
Yeah.
The first half's literally just like build up, character development, world building, and then
That movie, whenever I think of that movie, I just think about like, damn, what a good dad.
yeah,
Like,
dude,
seriously, what a cool dad.
yeah,
Literally, the kid had like no worries that entire time. It was just like about getting the tank. Didn't have to worry for his life or anything. In a way, it's
Yeah.
almost like irresponsible of the dad. It's like,
Well, I think it's a good point though, because it's like, I don't think it's trying to promote like delusion or anything, but it's like trying to promote like, you know, keeping your head up.
yeah,
I guess
You
how
know?
do you go about that? Like if you can like think of yourself in a parent state and like you're talking to your kid, you're like your kid's going through this shit thing. You're in the Holocaust together. Do you tell them that we're
gonna
here because
die.
we're Jewish and they hate Jewish people and they want to kill us? You're like, I don't know. Do you say that to them or no? I don't know.
yeah.
Well, like that's why the first half of the movie's so good though too, because like if it just jumped into them kind of like going to the concentration camps and he's like a comedian, all that, he's like a funny guy.
right.
Like the first half shows you that that's inherently his person.
Yeah.
You know, and he takes that like wherever he goes,
Mhm.
even if he goes into like the worst
Yeah,
place
true.
on
It's
earth.
just like he's just gonna be a clown wherever
You
he
know?
is. Yeah.
So that's why like that first half's important too.
What a cool dad.
I really like that shot where like I saw this shot before I saw this shot and it made me want to see the movie
Yeah.
where like the kid's just looking through the fucking I don't know what you would call it, not eye hole, but the little
Keyhole.
like
I
the
don't
keyhole in that box, and the dad winks at him. That part's so sad.
remember. Oh
You
yeah, at the
know?
end.
Where the dad knows what's gonna happen, and he just like he plays along.
It's so
his
fucking
kid.
yeah. It's such a I don't know. I like that movie. I need to watch it again.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it
I'd
in
watch
years,
it.
man.
I haven't seen it, like 10 years.
Yeah, same. It's been.
I-
Last time I saw it was like.
I'd take some
13.
time before watching it again, but I think I'd like to see it again.
Yeah.
There's definitely some. It like it's a tearjerker.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
That part where they're talking about like the gas chambers and shit, and then what's his name? Guido, I think. Guido's
Mm-hmm.
walking up with the anvil, and then his son runs out and he's like, "They want me to take a shower," and they took all the other little kids to a shower, but I
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
want to. And like Guido, I don't know. It seems like he doesn't get it at first because he's like, "Go take a shower," you know, you're dirty.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I don't know, the dramatic irony there.
That movie almost
Like-
reminds me of Bicycle Thief a little bit.
Oh,
Just because like the Italian
I want
like
to
father
fucking
son.
see. I haven't seen Bicycle Thieves.
Bicycle Thieves is
I
fucking.
need
Bicycle
to.
Thieves it's like
It's like the
top
greatest
10
movie of all time.
Yeah.
I like it more than like fucking Citizen Kane. I like Bicycle Thieves more.
Yeah. The Safdie brothers really like Bicycle Thieves.
My dad fucking loves that movie.
It's a fucking
Is that
awesome.
It
is
is,
that
yeah.
movie emotional?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's like the crux of the movie because like
Oh, okay.
it's one of those movies where like something happens in the end that kind of recontextualizes so much, but then it's like the image they choose to show. It's like whoa.
Oh, the closing image.
It's the one of the sun, you know.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And without giving a lot away, it's just a great film overall,
Yeah.
you know.
Okay.
It's just
It's so simple too.
and yeah, it's so simple, but like you know, it's one of those things where like it's the brilliance of simplicity because like you can also see how like this movie is like all over other people's work, you
Yeah.
know.
Mm. It's like the neo-realist movement type
Mhm.
of thing. Yeah.
And I haven't seen other Italian neo-realist movies.
They
you
were
know?
supposed to be made with like non-professional actors and stuff. I think.
non-professional actors in the
Yeah.
streets. Yeah, in like human stories, but yeah, Bicycle Thieves is awesome.
Yeah, definitely. Check it out.
And Vittorio De
I
Sica, he's
wanna-
cool.
Check it out.
I
check
know
it
they
out,
have
check it out.
when there's the Criterion sale, I think I'm gonna get it. You know, check
Yeah,
it
do
out
it.
in July or something.
Did you see a movie? Another movie, Anthony?
Yeah. When was it? Last week? Wow, that was last week. Wait, what?
Last week you watched.
Last week, I was at Town Square and I took acid, and they were doing an anniversary screening of Top Gun, and so we went to go watch Top Gun.
On acid.
Yeah, but
Did you feel like you're in the jet?
not even that. But it's just like, cause you know, I don't know if you guys like that movie or not. I like that movie, but it's a strange movie. You know, like there's clear choices made. There's a clear choice to make everyone like constantly be sweaty. You know, like
yeah,
but like it's a thing where it's not even like they're just moist. Like every shot, there's beads of sweat going down
Holy
their face,
shit.
and you have to imagine like before every take they gotta spray them for this shit. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like okay, that's a really weird choice. You know what I mean?
Maybe it's just all the cocaine people were doing in the 80s. You know?
Tony Scott's cool though, and like but you know that's another thing too. It feels like a Tony Scott movie. The whole thing is shot long lenses, you know, lights going, everything. And there's a lot of like striking like close-ups, like medium close-ups. Like there's one of this guy in a submarine. It's just the way he's lit from the fucking thing, which is cool. But like, I was watching the movie and I was thinking like, man, it's a thing about like in today's day and age, like the idea of a movie star is like so far removed from like I don't know young culture because like you know, Top Gun came out, and you know Tom Cruise is written in stone. Tom Cruise, you know?
Yeah.
That doesn't really happen today, you know?
Not as hard, really. I mean, you get like you have a few younger actors who are kind of.
They have like a movie that makes them.
Yeah, but like not like Tom Cruise. Like
No,
Tom Cruise is like a superstar.
But like Tom Cruise, your grandma knew who Tom Cruise was. You know what I
everyone knows
mean?
who Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like there's like Timothy
Yeah.
Chalamet, but even for some like
Yeah.
as
He's
popular
not
as
the
he
same.
is,
He's
not that
it's
big.
not the
Yeah.
same.
Even
You know
like
what I mean?
fucking like the new Spider-Man kid.
I was gonna say Tom Holland.
Tom
Yeah,
Holland, yeah.
that's the thing. It's like
Who's the last person then? You guys think? Maybe
Oof.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
Leo's the last one.
Yeah, Johnny Depp, all those guys.
Yeah, but that's almost 40 years ago. You
Yeah.
know, they were all coming into. I guess 30, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
90s.
Yeah, nobody's really that big right now. I guess fucking the Stranger Things kids are pretty big, but they're not that big.
I mean, like they're in everything, but you're not. It's not like I feel like you're not excited to see them.
No, yeah, I don't give a fuck.
It's like you can tell anyone like you can say Tom Cruise and like immediately like
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
but like I was watching the movie and like, it's one of those things like, do they know that this is gonna happen or not? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, well. Are they
It's true though.
anticipating
There's
it?
not a lot of like new actors who it's like I want to see them and stuff.
But
I guess no. I mean
There's
I mean the people who I'm excited to see out right now are like they've been around for a little bit.
Maybe
like
like
Robert
10
Pattinson.
Yeah, I was gonna
like,
say Robert
I'm
Pattinson.
so
yeah.
excited,
Yeah.
but like, yeah, he's been around for almost 20 years now. you know?
Yeah, you know, or like even like Jake Gyllenhaal and like
Mhm.
Ryan Gosling. Like
now they're like 40 now.
Yeah, they're like
Yeah,
they're
Jake
they're,
Gyllenhaal turned
they're,
40
they're
this year.
pretty weathered. There's nobody that's new that I'm like
Yeah.
I want to see that kid.
Yeah.
I want to see him. Yeah, nobody. I can't think of anybody.
Give it a second.
Yeah.
Give it a second.
Give it a
The
second.
closest is
Give it-
just
give it-
Timothy
Maybe it's just COVID.
Chalamet.
Maybe it's just
Yeah.
COVID.
But
Maybe after we see Dune, yeah, maybe it's like that kid.
yeah,
I don't know.
have you seen Call Me by Your Name?
Mm-mm.
I want to see
It's,
that
it's
one.
pretty good.
Yeah.
I saw him. He's in Lady Bird. He's like an
Yeah.
asshole in there though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's no, not really. I know the what's his face. The Baby Driver kid.
Oh, Ansel Elgort.
Yeah, Ansel Elgort. He's been in another movie I think since that one. He's not too big though either.
Miles Teller for a while
Miles
was like
Teller,
that.
yeah, Miles Teller was pretty big.
He kind of went down though.
Yeah, he's kind of off right now.
He's gonna
Yeah,
be in the
he
new
had-
Top Gun.
Is he really?
Yeah,
Oh,
I think I
fuck yeah.
saw that. I mean, he had
oh,
Whiplash was really good.
Jonah
but
Hill. Jonah
Mhm.
Hill's a little bit more recent.
But Jonah Hill's a little. I feel like Jonah Hill like
He's like a Michael Cera in a way.
yeah, he's Michael Cera, Jonah. And they're a little bit. They're newer than Leo.
I love Jonah. Actually, yeah, Jonah's one where like, oh, it's Jonah.
Yeah,
You know,
like,
I'm
you wanna
always
see him and
always
stuff,
happy
yeah.
to see him. But yeah, I guess Jonah's in this interesting place too now, where like he's transitioning to a
The
director.
yeah.
So I'm more excited for that than like.
Me
as an
too.
actor,
Yeah, I want.
you know
I
what
want to
mean?
see him. I
His
wanna see
music
a
videos
movie.
are really cool.
Mhm.
I want to see a movie. I want to see the next movie that he makes like, right
Mid-90s
now.
was
you know?
good.
And so I put that in a different category because like obviously I have filmmakers that I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I follow up on them. But
Yeah.
actors, it's different. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
You know who's kind of like an Anya Anya
Oh,
Taylor-Joy.
Anya
Oh,
Taylor-Joy
yeah.
is one of those
She's
where
cool.
like I'm
'Cause she
always
came-
excited to see what she's in.
She did The Witch. I think that was like, if not her first movie, one of her first movies. And then
That's-
she got into Split.
Yeah, Split
And
was
then now
alright.
she's doing like The Queen's Gambit.
She's in Edgar Wright's new movie.
Oh, no
Last
shit.
Night in
Yeah,
Soho.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
And she's gonna do Robert Eggers' next movie too.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
The
The
Northman. Yeah.
Northman. She's not like a Tom Cruise, but like
But
she's coming up, you know?
Yeah,
yeah.
I
Oh,
see
yeah.
her and I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's kind of hot too. And that, like,
yeah, she's definitely cute, man.
There's people out there.
Uh-oh.
It's just like you get on the spot and you have like a brain fart.
Oh yeah. Let me think. Who else?
Edward Norton was kind of like that.
Edward Norton's old, bro. I don't know.
No, I know. I know.
He's like 50.
But like he was in Primal Fear. That was his first movie. He got nominated for an Oscar. Next
yeah,
year
but
he
I put
does-
him like with Leonardo DiCaprio. Like we were born into a
Okay.
Leonardo
Okay.
DiCaprio was a
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
You know what I
okay.
mean?
Yeah, it's
I
been-
was just
it's been
talking
a
in
new
general
guy,
because
a
he
new
does
guy.
Primal Fear, gets nominated for an Oscar. Then he does American History X, and then he does Fight Club, and Fight Club
Yeah.
is like his peak. And
Then he did Incredible Hulk.
he did the whole
Yeah, what the hell?
The Illusionist.
They used to.
Um,
We used to go to like this daycare. Not even like a daycare. It was like
Like
a Mex-
safety?
No, it was like a Mexican mom taking
fuck
care. It was
yeah.
back in California. This is back when I lived in California.
Consuela.
This is back. Yeah, it was a Mexican mom taking care of like 20 kids. Like a bunch of people just come drop with their kids at a house
That's
like this. And she would just dead ass like her floor was like all
Oh,
padded
like
and
Daddy
shit.
Daycare.
Yeah, kind of like that. But she would just leave like the Incredible Hulk, like the Edward Norton one, playing. I remember
Oh,
watching as a
God.
little kid.
You watched the part when like
That-
the girls kissing Hulk. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, dude.
Didn't Ang
That-
Lee direct that?
No, that was the Eric Bana one. There's one from
Oh,
2008
Okay.
with Edward Norton,
Yeah.
Okay.
directed by some French director, who was actually like, I don't know. He did one movie that everyone like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Not the Amelie director,
No, I don't think it was him.
Okay.
Let me see who it was.
because that guy did Alien Resurrection.
Yeah,
Too, which is really.
it's
just-
crazy that he did that before.
I know, he did
before
that
Amelie,
before
though, you know.
Amelie.
So
Alien Resurrection's fun though.
Oh, I almost forgot. I watched Requiem for a Dream for the first
Oh,
time last
Requiem?
week. Yeah.
Requiem?
Requiem.
Right?
Requiem for a Dream for the first time last
That's
last
that's
week
like
now.
one of the granddaddies of fucked up movies.
Yeah, it was it was good. It was really fucking good. I really liked the editing and the performances were all pretty good. Everything was pretty solid about it. The one thing I didn't like about the movie was just like the black dude. His ending was like anticlimactic for me.
I
It was
read
like he just goes to jail.
That's interesting. I read something where like someone like asked the author like what they think of like how he wanted their just talking about the characters' endings, and he said
Yeah.
something like he thought that the black guy was the only one that had like a chance at redemption.
Yeah, he
like,
does
everyone-
totally. Yeah,
everyone
he
else-
just went to jail.
Yeah. Everyone else is
He
like
went to jail because the cops are racist.
Yeah.
Just like dead ass. That's it. It was just he took his friend to the hospital like a good person, and then he experienced racism, and now he's like just trapped.
everyone else is kind of fucked though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude.
Like
fucking
Jared Leto and his
oh,
mom, like she's
I
not
feel
getting
the
out
worst,
of there.
Yeah. I talked to you about this.
And then
stuff, it's
Jared
like,
Leto, he don't
emotional
have a
mom.
fucking arm. You know.
Fucking brutal, and his girlfriend's getting fucked by. Well, they don't show her getting fucked, but they
ass to ass.
ass to ass.
Ass to ass.
The
The editing
part
is
was
like
fuck.
really. You
The editing
mentioned
is so cool.
There's montages. Every
The
shoot up
montage.
montage is
Yeah.
actually it's brilliant. You know,
It's
like
really
it's
cool.
it's my favorite thing about the movie. It's something that I carry with me to this day
Yeah.
since I've seen it. You
the,
know what I mean?
all the transitions to everything, like the color, the color correction, just like the colors in that movie were incredible.
And that was Darren Aronofsky and Matthew Libatique. They met in film school, and so they were homies. And
Yeah.
then that was his like go-to cinematographer. And
Nice.
it's funny where he talks about like with the amount of resources he had on that movie, but if he made it today, it would have been a completely different movie because like he said, probably would have been. I guess he did the mostest to make it look cool and everything.
Yeah.
But it's something about being young and hungry and wanting wanting to win that really elevates it. But there's so much too in just the way that it colors and how it's lit too, because it's like dark, but it's overexposed at the same time.
Yeah, it's
you know
so,
what I
it's
mean.
such a
Really?
weird mix. Yeah, it's really cool. It's like it feels like it doesn't feel like it should be a big movie almost.
Yeah,
you
it just
know?
feels dirty.
It feels almost like a music video sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's like it has that same kind of like texture. To
I
it.
really like the music in it.
The music is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Like that orchestral
dude,
part.
all the music was
Yeah.
fucking incredible.
I really like that part in the montage where like you actually see their pupils dilating.
yeah.
It's fucking. It's a great way to like show like drugs.
Yeah.
You know,
It was
really
such a
clever.
really well done movie, and it's so like it's obviously a big movie, but I mean it felt small too. It's just like
Yeah,
like,
it's
it really
like-
just like you're in these like
Yeah.
just a few characters' worlds. But
It was only his second movie, and it's
Yeah.
like one of those where it's like he had probably a little bit more money, and like he really wanted to do
But a
something
lot more
creative, but-
confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he fucking
and then they had the this
perfect blue,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was about to say watching it. There's a few parts that feel like I'm watching an anime.
oh
I don't know. I think it was just like something about Jared Leto and his hair. I think a little bit.
Oh, it
It's
kinda-
just-
yeah.
What's your guys' opinion on Jared Leto?
That's probably my favorite Jared Leto.
yeah,
role.
I liked him a lot in
Oh,
this movie.
He's really good in Dallas Buyers Club.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Good performance there too.
Um,
Forgot about that.
I haven't seen Suicide Squad.
Me neither.
It looks
I
kind
don't
of.
think I wanna.
Yeah.
I might do it for the podcast. If
Yeah,
if
maybe.
We do it.
What-
Like, I want to do an episode where we just all pick like strange.
Crack house movies.
Yeah.
crap. What else has Jared Leto been in?
Those are the main ones I know. I haven't seen too much stuff with him in it.
Oh, he was in
Oh,
a
he was
movie
in
that
a-
came out this year with Denzel Washington.
He was in a Blade Runner.
Yeah.
2049.
Oh yeah.
Oh, really?
Do you know
Forgot
that
about
role
that.
was originally meant for David Bowie?
That would
Oh.
have been better.
But then David
Yeah.
Bowie died.
Right. Yeah.
Might
It's
as well
called-
get Jared Leto.
Yeah.
It's the little things.
Apparently though,
Yeah.
because like you know how he's like blind in the movie.
Yeah.
They're just giving him like contacts he could see. Through. He's like, nah, I want actual like blinding contacts.
Yeah.
You know.
It's good, man.
They make those? Wow.
But that's why
They don't. They had to make it
That's
for
the
him.
kind
you know?
of, that's the kind of actor Elijah is.
Yeah,
Give me-
that
give me the
literally-
blind contacts.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put this in the fucking sewer water and then back in my mouth. Elijah, we have more meat. No, it's okay. Oh yeah, guys, we made a short film.
Yeah, GOG for Lucifer.
World
It'll
premiere.
be yeah.
The world premiere will be next week
yeah June
on
13th.
Juneteenth.
June 13th.
Right, that's Juneteenth, right?
Juneteenth. I don't know. Is it? Yeah, Juneteenth. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
Or
You're
no,
totally
it's
right.
June 19th.
Oh.
No, June 13th.
I thought it was June 19th.
Now I feel embarrassed either
No,
way.
no, I don't know.
I don't know.
Either way, it'll be up on the channel in like a week or two. It's all done.
What's another Jared Leto movie?
I don't know.
Everyone remembers Requiem for a Dream.
Yeah.
There's
He was
probably
so good
one
in
of
that.
them's gonna pop up, and we're
Oh,
gonna be like,
he
how
was
did we
in some
forget that?
sitcom from the '90s.
Oh, really?
Are you guys 30 Seconds to Mars fans?
No.
I never
No.
listened to them either. I don't know.
I've like heard one of their songs, and I'm like, no.
I haven't. I don't.
It
think I've
reminds
heard
me
any
of like
songs.
My Chemical Romance.
Oh, did you guys know about
Wait,
like when
what was he in?
when,
I
uh,
kind of want to look at it.
when COVID happened? I guess at the time Jared Leto was like on like some like island retreat like away from society.
Oh, cool.
For like 6 months, and he came back like in June of 2020, and he didn't know anything that was going on in the
no
world.
way.
Yeah.
No way. Dude, that shit must have blew his fucking mind.
Yeah. Oh man.
This
That's
movie
fucking
looks
cool.
good, Mr. Nobody.
Oh, Oh, I think the guy who
Dude,
David Bowie's son directed that. Right?
imagine breaking the news to Jared
Oh, no,
Leto
never-
about
never mind.
COVID.
That'd be interesting.
Fucking like. By the way, Jared.
Oh,
he's like-
Morbius. He's gonna be in Morbius.
Morbius.
Oh
what-
yeah. Oh,
It's-
he's in Panic Room.
Oh yeah, I forget. Oh, he's in
Yeah.
Fight Club.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's
What the
in-
fuck?
He's an
I
American
forgot.
Psycho.
Yeah.
What
See-
the fuck?
Okay, Jared Leto's cool.
I forgot about that.
Oh, he's in Girl Interrupted too, I guess.
But Morbius is it's a Marvel associated property.
Oh shit! What the hell?
It's Morbius.
Vampires.
Morbius is a Spider-Man villain.
Is it the guy with the globe, like the fucking rounded head?
No.
No.
That's Mysterio.
Oh yeah, I'm fucking stupid. Keep going.
Morbius is known as the living vampire, and he's.
Oh cool.
But
Yeah, Jared Leto looks
Is
like
he
a
But-
vampire.
Morbius?
Yeah, he's gonna be Morbius, but it doesn't have nothing to do with Spider-Man or anything. It's just a Morbius movie, but it seems goofy. But I'm gonna go see it. So.
I feel like Jared Leto's also in Twilight for some reason. In one of the Twilight movies.
It feels like that Jared Leto inspired Twilight. You know what I mean? His
Totally.
vibe.
You know, when I remember seeing Requiem for a Dream, and like, you know, Jared Leto's like super cool in the movie. And it's like I wanted to check out more of his stuff, and then like, you look at his filmography, and it's like, in a way, there isn't too much more. You know?
Yeah.
He doesn't do a lot of like leading like stuff. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really good actor, but
Yeah.
I just you're saying you want to see Morbius. I just want to see more movies in the theaters.
Me too.
I
man.
saw A Quiet Place Part 2, and I mean, it's not good, but like I saw it in the theaters, and like it just makes it better. You know?
Add something to it.
That's especially like a movie you want to see in theaters because it's like It's literally like A Quiet Place.
It's
again.
like when you go to
Yeah.
eat at a restaurant. It might be mid, but like you're sitting there and they
Yeah.
they made it for you. You're like, oh, it must
You
be
get
good.
you get the commotion, you get the
Exactly.
audience. Yeah, I always like being in a movie that I really like, or like I know I'm gonna really like, and then just like knowing other people are there having to watch it and shit.
Mm-hmm.
You guys want to get into the movies?
Yeah, can I? Is it okay if I
Oh.
fill this up with some water?
Go for it. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I have a few more I watched.
All right, go for it.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I'll wait for Anthony.
All right, sounds good.
I'll play catch up. Or just say what they are. Or just
Well-
whatever.
I'll just wait for you. That's okay.
Funny. Oh, we were
Um,
on my birthday.
Okay.
We went to the mall before we went to Famous Dave's because we were waiting for Famous Dave's. It
Yeah.
was busy as fuck, and I found this
Oh,
fire
never mind.
hydrant.
Never mind.
That's a bot. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
We found this fire hydrant and the lock wasn't locked all the way, so I took it.
Oh,
Just in there,
nice.
Yeah.
So now open fire hydrant.
Yeah. I'm sure they have extra locks or whatever.
But yeah, seeing A Quiet Place in theaters, it's fun, you know. And you
Yeah.
go with friends, and then you kind of make fun of the movie with your friends too.
Yeah.
It's just
yeah.
an experience.
It's a good time.
You know.
Yeah, going to the movie theaters is one of the best.
And that's like a big act. In a way, it's like an action movie.
Yeah,
And-
it's like a Hollywood movie. You know?
Yeah, it definitely a Hollywood movie, and you got the good sound in the theater. You know,
Yeah.
amplifies the experience. Because watching a movie like that at home is just
Ooh, I just got email from Eccentric Artists.
ooh, what'd they say?
Let me see. I'll read it out loud.
Wait for Anthony.
Oh yeah, I'll wait.
Yeah.
All right, I'll wait. Let me see how much they sent me. Anthony, I just got an email from Eccentric Artists.
Yo.
They said, "Hey Norberto, thank you for participating in our experimental film challenge!" Exclamation mark. I was able to download your film via your Google Drive link. Along with your submission, we do ask our filmmakers to answer the following. Oh shit, I forgot to answer these questions. Do you think experimental films should have any sort of limits, or do you truly believe it can be a free for all and anything goes? I
Oh,
think,
this is a good question.
I think the short film answers that. Answers it for itself.
That's the whole point of experimental film, though. I
Yeah.
feel like film is especially one of those art forms that feels not like trapped in a box, but it definitely when you go in to watch a movie, you have certain expectations. Like you're gonna get a beginning, a middle, and an end, and there's this whole thing like cinematic structure, and obviously there's movies that break that or don't go with that. But it's like this thing when you think of movies, you think of it in this really linear way.
Yeah.
And that's why there's such a thing as experimental film. Let's use the medium of the motion picture,
Yeah.
and let's treat it more like something like I would say even music or like visual art,
Just
like painting,
Yeah.
which is kind of just more of a gut thing, which I understand is different because film involves more than one person, so it's a lot
Yeah.
easier. But
That's
yeah.
a very good explanation.
Yeah, I like I really like experimental stuff because it's it depends why you're doing it. Some people just like doing it 'cause tone poem stuff or whatever. They just want to do something weird. But I like it whenever people are able to find a new method, find a new avenue to make something work or to convey something, or just a new technique.
Yeah.
I like when people are able to make new stuff and have it be used in a way that's normal or a mainstream way.
You're pushing the boundary for other people to
Yeah.
kind of try something else new.
Well, fucking
Yeah.
that quote in the Dostoevsky book, Crime and Punishment, the utter new word thing.
Yeah,
It's trying to
yeah,
utter
yeah.
new word. I see experimental
Yeah.
films as being like that sometimes.
Yeah.
Or even just experimenting for yourself, just trying to get acquainted with different techniques or something like that.
Yeah. It's
Or just do something
it's a
weird.
learning experience as well.
Yeah.
It's kind of like you're talking about cinematic structure. There's ways we kind of expect movies to be, right?
Mhm.
And your brain gets used to that. And then when you're breaking that formula, your brain's kind of what's going on,
Yeah.
And it makes you think about it more, try and understand it a little bit
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
to a higher degree. Really quick, who's Norby look like right now? No, just look at us. If his hair was bigger. Jim Jarmusch.
Oh fuck yeah, man!
Oh really?
Yeah.
Pull up a picture of this fucker.
Yeah. Let me do it.
You got the blonde hair and the glasses.
Yeah, he has more gray hair. I feel like he's had gray hair since he was 16.
Is his hair in the old pictures gray?
I'm pretty sure.
I thought he was kind of like platinum blonde.
This one he's got.
It's weird to see him without his glasses. I feel uncomfortable with that photo.
Yeah. I guess it's. See, I rented Ghost Dog from the library, and they like had is the Criterion, and there's the pamphlet in there, and there's a picture with like Forrest Whitaker and Jim Jarmusch, but it's in black and white, and it looked like he had blonde hair.
Is this dude had the same haircut?
Oh, there
for,
it
like,
is. Bottom
Yeah,
left
for
corner.
like 50 years.
Bottom left corner.
This one?
Yeah.
This dude has had the same haircut for a long fucking time.
He acts in Stranger Than Paradise, right? Okay. I need to see more of his
I think so.
movies.
I can't remember to be honest.
Boy. So what movies did you watch?
You saw the quintessential. You saw part one of the quintessential heroin movie, and I saw Train Spotting.
Oh yeah.
So the
that's
other
right.
good heroin movie, like one of the coolest openings ever.
Yeah,
It gets you right into it, playing
the
that 80
chase
pop
scene.
song.
Yeah.
The way it's edited too, super quick paced. It's like a montage kind of.
Yeah.
It's like a music video for the first 5 minutes,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really cool. Really cool.
and
movie.
like really fun dialogue.
yeah.
You
Oh
know?
yeah.
It's goofy. It makes fun of heroin.
Yeah, that's one
Kinda.
movie I remember watching, and like the structure in it was a little bit.
It's different.
Yeah, it's not obvious to you
It's
how it's
really
structured.
different.
Yeah.
The third act was strange. It was just like, the low point comes when he's like going through withdrawals,
Yeah.
and that's just, the low point comes really at like the midpoint, and that's just
That's
a
right.
weird,
Yeah.
It's weird because then the ending's kind of like a high note, so
Yeah,
the
it is.
midpoint and the ending don't really parallel. Not like they have to, but they always say like your midpoint is like a false victory, false defeat, and then your ending is like the actual victory or defeat.
Right. Yeah. It's fun. It's still such a good movie though.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
It's like
Oh, yeah.
it's a good example of like a movie that's not, like structured normally. That still
Yeah,
works really well.
yeah.
I don't know how they pulled it off. That'd be a
does-
good one to analyze.
The weird thing too is it doesn't really feel like experimental, I guess, either.
No, not really.
You know,
It's
it's very character driven.
Yeah, it's just breaking the rules, but yeah. Sorry,
No, you're
I
good.
didn't have that much to say.
It's alright.
It's
I
like
got, I got a little discombobulated.
it's one of those
Don't worry
movies
about
that
it, don't worry
like
about it.
everyone sees and's like, damn, that was a good movie.
Yeah.
Train
yeah,
Spotting.
Yeah.
You gotta check out Train Spotting.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a Fight Club sorta.
Yeah.
You know?
I agree.
Um,
I like how it's about like 90s, the 90s scene. You know, like
Yeah,
raves
yeah.
and stuff.
it feels kind of punk.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
It's like the evolution of punk.
yeah.
You know, it went from like Sid and Nancy to this.
Yeah.
Like going to nightclubs, fucking doing heroin, Molly, all that shit.
Throwing glass bottles off of balconies.
Yeah,
Starts
yeah,
to-
yeah.
That scene is so.
That
fucking
scene's
good.
really cool too. Just the way it starts, where like the camera kind of like, you said it might have been on like a rail or something, or maybe they had a crane.
I
knows?
assume it was just a dolly.
It looks really cool. I like that part.
Yeah, that scene's so good. I like how that scene starts out and you don't think it's gonna like anything cool's gonna happen in that scene, but it's like you just.
Yeah, yeah. That is a movie too. Everything really well paced. There's always
Yeah, the
something
pacing's
going
good.
on.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, like every other scene's like a really good shot. or
yeah,
something like that.
yeah. I
behind
really
it.
haven't seen too many Danny Boyle movies. I've seen now this one.
Danny Boyle's a really eclectic filmmaker, kind of like Steven Soderbergh, where he kind of just does what he
Yeah.
wants, but he doesn't really like care about like how it impacts his filmography.
Right.
I would say
yeah.
he makes more mainstream movies though.
Then Soderbergh, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, think about it.
Well, he hasn't been like on the record as Soderbergh, who's like retired like 3 times and came back. Yeah, like since
Yeah.
like the early 2000s, like he's like, yeah, I'm done making films. Like I'm tired of it. Then he'll come back with a film. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah.
So like Danny Boyle's just like he's more of like, yeah, I'm a
He
filmmaker.
just keeps coming back
You
to
know?
it.
Cool.
I've seen Train Spotting, The Beach. I watched The Beach when we were in screenwriting.
Oh, nice.
28 Days Later. That one's really cool too because the
Oh,
whole
yeah?
digital filmmaking thing. Sunshine. I really like Sunshine.
Me too.
Even though Sunshine has like kind of a weird ending, I still like I dig that movie.
Alex Garland wrote it.
Yeah, yeah. And
Oh, I was gonna ask, how is The Beach? Because I know Alex Garland wrote that.
I didn't like The Beach.
Really?
The
Yeah,
Beach-
no one ever says anything
no one
cool
likes
about
The
it.
Beach, yeah. I thought it was a movie. Going into it, I thought it was going to be about like something in particular, and it wasn't, and I was like really disappointed. Leonardo DiCaprio's in it, and
Alex
I-
Garland wrote that one too. That was his first.
Yeah.
That was his first
No,
script. And it was based on his very
Yep.
first novel too.
Yep, based on the book he wrote. Leonardo DiCaprio like turned down like a role in like like a really good movie like Boogie Nights or something.
Oh,
That's what
shit.
he turned down Boogie Nights for Titanic.
Oh, okay.
But he also turned down something for
He
the
turned down
beach.
something good for the beach, and then the beach is just like, really? And it's so
Damn.
weird. He made the beach after Train Spotting,
Whoa.
and I don't know. The beach isn't like a highlight in his filmography. I want to see Shallow Grave, Slumdog Millionaire. I
You
want to
haven't
see.
seen Slumdog Millionaire?
No,
yet?
I haven't.
Oh,
I need
man.
to see that.
That one's a lot of fun.
I want to see I want to see the Beatles movie Yesterday.
People actually really enjoy that movie. I gotta check it out.
Yesterday.
It looks
Yeah.
like a fun ass movie, you know. You know? It's not like gonna change your life or anything.
It did. It changed my friend's life. He saw it.
No way.
Yeah. He really loved that movie. That's what I'm saying. People like this fucking movie.
Okay, I need to check it out. I saw the poster for it and I'm like, this is a gimmick movie, but like, it looks like they're having fun with it. So like, why not? You know.
Yeah.
I love the like opening shot of Sunshine.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like Cillian Murphy's voice. Do you want us to spoil the opening shot of
No.
Sunshine? Okay. Okay. Oh,
You should check out Sunshine.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out.
Just watch the opening shot.
I'll
It's so
watch the opening
beautiful,
shot.
and I
mean,
love his voice.
movies like that. I just like I have a thing for movies like that. They're just kind of like you're in a space station and it's like you're in space. It's kind of cool.
That sounds
It's
fun.
literally a movie about being in space.
Yeah.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen High Life, the Claire Denis movie?
Yeah,
Mm.
that one's weird.
Yeah.
That one's really weird. The Juliette Binoche.
Yeah, and
Ugh.
Andre 3000 is in it too.
Yeah.
The rapper from Outkast.
Oh no shit.
Yeah.
What the hell?
I feel that was
That's
like.
so
I mean, I the only other Claire Denis movie is the one we saw, but
yeah.
that's the only other one I've seen. But it feels like kind of like a shock movie
Oh really?
in a way.
It
Yeah.
it was, but then it was like
It's pretty.
it's so the movie's strange. Like
It's very strange.
it because like when we talk about like structure and expectations, everything about the movie is kind of like not like the actual like story or themes, but like the way it's presented just feels like it just feels weird. Like
Oh yeah. Interesting.
but I like it, but like it's different.
I remember it being really colorful.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Bart Pattinson,
Oh yeah.
he's a lead.
Cool.
His
Fuck
head's
yeah.
shaved in it.
Oh dude, I need to watch that like right now.
Yeah.
then.
Yeah,
Robert Pattinson does good shit.
He does. Yeah.
He fucking
really
he
does.
rocks, dude.
he literally does. You know.
You know, I want to see
I love
fucking
him.
I want to see Cosmopolis, the David Cronenberg
Me too.
movie.
I haven't seen
People
it.
say it's bad, but it's like fuck it. Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, man.
And
you know?
yeah, with David Cronenberg. Apparently, the problem is that they lost funding halfway through the film.
Fuck.
David Cronenberg movies nowadays too aren't like they're not like he changed. I remember you and me were talking about it where like he kind of turned into an asshole. People say he turned into an asshole.
Oh no shit. Did he
Yeah,
really?
John Carpenter. They used to be best friends, but like he hates him now
Wow,
hates him
man,
now.
that sucks.
because. But John Carpenter also kind of just hates the industry too.
But-
Sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say like because I think I told you guys this story, but like all of like the horror directors, like the Masters of Horror, they like meet up once a month. It was like the Cool Kids Club.
Yeah.
Go have dinner or something like that. So yeah, like Cronenberg, Carpenter, like Del Toro would go, Tarantino would go, Eli
hell
Roth,
yeah.
everyone, like anyone and everyone you can think that was like, you think oh they're there, they were there. You should just picture them too. I don't know what it's called, but yeah, he used to go, but then he stopped going because like David Cronenberg, like he stopped being like a cool like just like a filmmaker guy and like consider himself like a pretentious artist.
Oh,
And-
yikes.
And
he was
it
an auteur.
Yeah, he didn't.
That's
He didn't.
the worst, man.
He didn't like talking to him anymore because he stopped being fun.
Yeah, man. That's when you gotta
I've
do
actually
it.
seen a lot of David Cronenberg movies. I've seen like 7 or 8 of
I
them.
really want to see fucking what's that one?
Crash?
No, it was a Naked Lunch.
Naked Lunch is
I
cool.
really want to see that one.
That's probably like one of my favorites of him.
I haven't seen that one either.
Naked Lunch is it's really bizarre. And then we should actually probably that'd be a good podcast one someday. I
Naked
know you
Lunch?
wanted to recommend it
Yeah.
at some point.
Didn't you say
Sardonicast
did it,
talked
yeah.
about it, but that's like one of those things where there's like so much shit to talk about. And the book it's based off of, there's so much shit to talk about that.
Oh, gotcha.
And the book's just like it's like porn for the 50s.
Whoa.
It's like BDSM for the
That's pretty cool.
It was a bit ahead of its time, and it's just that'd be a cool conversation. He did Existenz with Jude Law.
Yeah.
The sound professor, he worked on that movie.
Didn't he work on Crash too?
Yeah.
That's so fucking cool.
Fucking cool.
I want to see Crash so bad.
Recommend it. Recommend it for this one.
I'm gonna finish the book.
Okay.
However long that takes me.
Next year.
Honestly, yeah. Don't get your hopes up. I'm a slow reader. Oh, and I saw Three Colors Blue.
Oh yeah. You talked about that a little bit.
It was I don't know. I want to like read into it a little bit more.
Oh, gotcha.
Maybe see what some other.
That one, I haven't seen Red, but of Blue and White, Blue seems like it's gonna be like, not the slowest one, but the one that you don't think of first when you think of them. You know what I mean?
It's like a good performance movie that really, it moves slow. It doesn't do anything too like, I guess, shocking.
Yeah.
And when I say shocking, not like, just like, nothing that like surprises you too much.
Right.
It's a really pretty, well-made film. There's some really cool shots and shit. And like I said, Juliette Binoche is really cool. Cool music. But it's not like, I don't know. It didn't resonate with me.
Oh, gotcha.
And then I started White, but I didn't get... I watched like the first 10 minutes.
I like White.
There's
White's
some
pretty fun.
funny shit in White, though.
Yeah.
Just from the
Just
beginning.
the premise.
This guy gets fucking... Oh, God, he gets screwed, dude. I feel so bad for him. There's just a part where like a bird shits on him.
Yeah,
Like-
I have no idea what any of those movies are about. I'm really looking forward to checking
Yeah,
out one day.
I
I haven't looked into
We
them at
gotta
all.
do the Decalogue.
That'd be cool. Yeah, we should.
Oh, God, the Decalogue. We should make that a part of the Bible thing.
Oh yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah.
What Bible thing?
Oh, we have to talk to Anthony about that.
All right, cool.
We'll talk to you about it after.
Coming
Alright.
soon.
Anything else?
Oh, I got the Chris Cunningham Director's Label DVD.
Yeah.
And I watched all of them the other day.
Oh,
That was
cool.
It was really fun.
They
But
creeped me out.
yeah,
They
honestly,
made me uncomfortable.
I like.
I can't watch it alone. Like
I like the flesh one.
which
No, what's it called?
Oh,
The one under the water.
yeah,
you know, what's it called?
Yeah, I think it's called Flesh. No,
It's
not
like a
called-
really simple
It's
name.
one.
Like,
It's a one
it's
word.
like ankle or some shit like that.
Damn, what the fuck is it called?
Victory? No, I forget. But you know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That one was cool.
I really like that one too. I just like because like that's sort of, like when we were talking about like experimental film. Like he just feels like he's using the visual medium to like
Yeah.
just like in new and cool ways. You know, he feels like an innovator. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
totally. I mean,
Like,
just the way he sees bodies is like
You
I
can
can tell. You can tell he's trying to like put it in a film. He's trying to like make it
exactly.
real.
You can tell that he's a sculptor. You know what I mean? Because I guess that's one thing you can say about all his work is that like the fascination with like the human form.
Yeah.
And just like the way, not just form but motion, you know. And
Yeah, all of it.
that's why he's a
All of it.
perfect music video director, because like the motion you get sonically is now matched visually by what he likes to do.
Right,
in his
yeah.
things, you know what I mean? Also too, it's like he just seems like. It just feels like someone that you just like draw from. Like, you see his stuff and like you just carry it with you into like what
Yeah,
you want to
totally.
do
Oh,
next,
yeah.
you know what I mean? And that's just really cool. I just found a new inspiration. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm so happy I own the DVD now.
You have all three of them now.
Yeah, of volume of one. And then there's a part part two with three other directors. Jonathan Glazer's in there.
Nice.
The End of the Skin guy, and then I don't even know who the other two are.
You gotta get all of them.
Yeah.
I don't
Collect
know.
them
The
all.
search is still going. Okay.
We need to keep going to Zia.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. I need to go to Zia.
Oh,
Yes, we gotta
Yeah,
do it.
that'd be
You
cool.
want? We need to do the Zia recommendation.
Oh my god, that'd be so fun.
We could do that. Yeah, whenever.
Maybe the one after.
Maybe, yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Maybe the
when.
one after the next one, or maybe the next. Yeah, maybe for the next recommended one.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah.
I think we could do it then.
That'd be fun.
All right, I think
Anything
that's
else?
all I saw.
Okay.
I watched Persona like twice and a half.
Nice.
I don't know. I just like I wanted to watch it again, not even to like analyze it, just like
Just to
take
see
it in.
Yeah.
You know.
I should have watched it again.
I should have too.
I was so
I
tired.
told you.
I was tired too.
I was too tired.
I should have checked it out
Your
again.
fucking couch, Norby, dude.
I don't know, dude.
Get some like
Next
prickle
time,
pears
next
in
time
there.
let's
Think of
watch
them.
it at my house.
I agree. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
I like your setup.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, my couch is fucked.
Your couch, dude. I want to just like sink into. I want to.
Yeah.
I want to do that part in Train Spotting where he just like the Lou Reed song comes in and he shoots up and then he just goes into the carpet. You know,
Yeah.
that's what I want to do in your couch.
It's not even a bad thing. It's like that's like the couch you want to have in your house. It's just like it's
Yeah.
hard to watch movies on that fucking thing.
You have to watch movies
Yeah.
like during the day. If the sun's down and you're watching a movie, it's like I can do
You
it.
get home from work.
I'm the most used to it, but so I can do it. But it's like if you watch a movie like in the morning or in the day,
You gotta like almost have to wake up,
That's
like come up from a nap or something.
yeah, exactly.
That's why I don't really like the whole recliner seats at the theater.
Nah, dude, I was
Because like half
yeah.
the time I'll go with somebody, they fall asleep because it's too comfy for them.
When we were
now.
watching A Quiet Place, I kind of like nodded off in like
exactly,
the first act.
they want you to. It seems like what the fuck.
Yeah.
I want you to come back and watch it again.
If they
Oh,
make,
that's the idea.
they have them in California. I've been to them, but I hate the dine-in theaters. Don't ever go to a
Oh,
dine-in.
no,
Really?
I wouldn't.
Seriously?
It's
do
actually
that.
god awful.
Why?
Because the waiter will come in like either during the trailers or when the movie starts. And so you got to order, but the movie's going on. But also, not just that, but imagine now there's like fucking 40 people in the theater. And so
Fuck.
you have to go through and you're trying to watch this movie. Oh, can I get chicken tenders with every single sauce, you know?
Hey man, this shit works.
That looked really good. But
It was, dude, I recommend it.
but
Denny's premium chicken tenders, all the sauces.
Except
but-
blue cheese.
But then yeah,
Except
you
blue cheese,
place
yeah.
your order, and then they come in midway through the movie with your fucking food, and then they come back again after that to take the table and get your check, and they come in a third time, and so like it's just that's not what a theater's for. Go eat before, anyways. You know,
Get fucking popcorn.
All right,
Yeah.
but let's say, what if Kanye West loved those theaters?
even if he did,
He wouldn't.
No, he wouldn't.
no, he wouldn't. That's the
Yeah,
thing,
he
he
wouldn't.
wouldn't. You know what I mean? I wouldn't even have to like. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, he's all. I already told you about his idea. His idea of
Yeah.
cinema.
Yeah, that's right. He wants screens everywhere. That'd be fucking cool.
That's the thing too. I wouldn't get like, whenever I'm eating something, I want to be able to just grab it and put it to my mouth, not like look down and have to like cut something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. I agree.
Stupid.
or make sure I'm like not like putting like the.
It was also annoying too because it was like a halfway recliner. You weren't allowed to go all the way. It would like stop midway, and so like you're like kind of reclined, but now you're eating dinner.
That's fucked up.
It's
man.
weird. It's weird, and then, because it's too uncomfortable. Like those seats you can't sit in them regular. I mean, you can, but you like once you're in like a recliner seat like that, it's hard to stay just like in the regular position. You have to go into the recliner.
Yeah, yeah.
It's almost like an instinct.
I agree.
And so you're just you're in a weird predicament. Where the movie's like the last thing on your mind because you have all this other shit going on.
And that's the complete opposite.
Exactly.
You don't want that.
You know.
You might as well have just watched it at home.
Yeah.
Waited for it to come out on DVD or some shit.
Get the red box.
Wow.
That's good. Okay, so fucking what is the first one? Childhood of a Leader.
Okay, you
Childhood.
recommended
I
this,
did,
Mr.
yeah.
Norby.
Brady Corbet.
Brady Corbet. 2016 movies like about like a fictional Hitler, and his childhood or whatever. I mean, I enjoyed it. I didn't like it as much as Vox Lux, but I still enjoyed it.
Yeah, that was my thing though. I felt like Vox Lux tainted the way I watched
think it
this
did too,
movie.
yeah.
Because like
Me
if I
too.
just saw this on its
Yeah.
own, I think it would have impressed me way more. But knowing that he made Vox Lux, like, you know, you're just like you're. I was too hyped.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I
I
was
was
like
too
really
hyped.
looking forward to
It's
this.
like when you watch the first like film from like an acclaimed director. Like if you see The Killing by Stanley Kubrick, you're gonna be thinking about like fucking Eyes Wide Shut.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, 2001, Clockwork Orange, shit like that.
I feel like. But there was no way around it too, because I wanted to watch this movie like way after.
Yeah, I agree.
So like you needed the space. You need space in between them, you know, to
Yeah.
really appreciate them on their own.
Mm-hmm.
But the movie, he's such a talented filmmaker that you just want to watch all his shit.
Mhm.
That's the thing. Like, even though I might have not have liked this one as much as Vox Lux, I still fucking love this dude.
Yeah, yeah.
He's
exactly,
like,
yeah.
he's one of those like, because he's so young too. That's like, oh, up and comer. I'm
Mhm.
ready for it. Anything, whatever, you know.
Anything.
The movie's
Give it
like
to me.
so
Give it to me.
technically like beautiful too.
Yeah, this is
And
good
it's
shots,
great because
yeah.
he's like in his mid-20s.
Yeah.
And he's directing this. It's just like so weird, you know?
And
You don't hear about that a
I
lot.
feel like this one more than Vox Lux. Sorry, I probably shouldn't compare him so much. But
Yeah,
I
that's
guess
reasonable.
and in this movie particularly, you can tell the influences that were on this in terms of like him being an actor and the filmmakers he worked with. Like this is only 5 years away from Melancholia.
Mhm.
And it feels like that. It feels like he just had like a master class with Lars von Trier and Michael Haneke and all that. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And then that's not a bad thing, but it's just like, dang,
He
that's cool.
He has
you
those
know?
tracking shots.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Those
got a
going
few.
up the stairs too.
Mhm.
And there's one like that in Vox Lux where there's like a tracking shot where they're going downstairs.
He does a lot of long takes.
Yeah.
There's the one when Robert Pattinson first leaves, and it's just like kind of like behind the edge of a door or something,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just going back and forth between them. But yeah, it's just a lot of long takes. He's cool.
Yeah.
People don't really seem to like his movies. I don't think
Did
they
he
like
fucking-
give him proper.
I was
Thought-
watching
I
a
don't
review
know.
of Vox Lux today because I just wanted. I was trying.
Yeah.
I was trying to look at some more reviews of it because like the few reviews I saw of Vox Lux, nobody really mentioned the Satanist shit. So I just
Yeah.
wanted to look into it again. And this dude showed the reviews on like Rotten Tomatoes and like Metacritic and stuff. People gave it like less than like 60%, which really shocked me.
It was ahead of its time.
Yeah, I agree.
Vox Lux is the Kanye of recent
100%.
movies.
Yeah, it's fucking.
Vox Lux and this are underrated.
I agree. Yeah.
Where they're like,
But it's a
But, like-
frustrating underrated.
Yeah,
Where
like-
like Waves is like, okay, it's cool that it's underrated.
yeah.
But like Vox Lux and this one being underrated is frustrating because like
Dude, Vox. Oh, dude, I don't want to get started on Vox Lux. The movies. I just like how multifaceted it is. It's a drama and a thriller and like a horror movie. It's like, oh, I don't even know.
if like these movies were directed by someone who like a director who's more acclaimed, they would definitely get like their dick sucked more. You know, that's what I think a lot of it comes from.
Yeah.
Because the movies are kind of like, they're enigmatic. They're kind of like, you got to think about them a little bit.
Yeah.
And I would say with this one more so than Vox Lux, you got to be very patient with it.
Yeah.
Because the pacing is pretty slow. And I feel for a lot of people are like, first time director. Yeah, he might have worked with Michael Haneke, Lars von Trier. And they feel like maybe he's trying to
he's
I wouldn't-
aping off their style.
kind of, yeah. Because
Gotcha.
he's not like fully Lars von Trier, fully Michael Haneke. You can see influences, but it's also his own thing, you know?
Yeah.
he still has his own voice, which is so
Exactly.
impressive in his first
You know?
movie too. And now that he's done 2 movies, but you can tell that he has things that he likes to explore too, and just even narratively how he likes to explore them. You know,
Right. Yeah.
Very
I was
introspective.
gonna
Yeah.
say though,
Yeah.
and it's a strange thing too because like these movies don't seem to make the impression that maybe they deserve, but at the same time he still did win like the Golden Lion for best director
yeah.
at the Venice Film Festival
That's
and stuff
very
like that.
interesting.
So it's varied, you know.
Mhm.
I don't know. It's strange. It's recognition is always strange.
I
you know
watched
what
it
I
with
mean?
my grandma, and she didn't really get it.
Which one? Childhood of a Leader.
Yeah. I shouldn't say she didn't get it, but she didn't, like, enjoy it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's just like, that movie was weird. And it's not really, I wouldn't say it's like a weird movie. It's
No,
just,
it
it's
just
structured kind of weird.
I think
little
I
bit.
think too it doesn't pay off in the promises that it kind of makes.
Yeah. The climax is very
Short.
short. Yeah. It's not. It's a.
That's
bit
the thing that feels like a
anticlimactic.
first feature. We're like, probably just don't have enough money to really
Yeah.
do it as much as we.
That part,
Could.
in a way, didn't, well, I know it's divided in, like, 4 chapters, three chapters,
It's
and then, like, an
three
epilogue.
main acts and like.
And
yeah.
the third act is, like, super, super short compared to the other 2.
Yeah.
I think
That's usually how some movies are though. They have like a shorter third act.
It's interesting though too. Sorry.
it just felt, to me, it felt like a little unreasonably short.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a little bit shorter than I thought it would be.
Really kind of rushed.
Yeah.
And the second act is, like, super, super long.
Yeah, it takes up most of the movie, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, the first
yeah.
act is like 45 minutes. Then I don't know how much is in between that and the third act. But the third act, I remember looking on my phone. It was like, third act starts with like 25 minutes of the movie left.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
even like the third act, and then plus the
Epilogue,
yeah. So it's like it's more like standing at like 20 or like somewhere between 20 and 15 minutes.
Yeah, yeah. It's not proportional.
No.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. The ending definitely feels a bit like. I don't know. It feels like they should have maybe cut a little bit more out of like the second
No.
act and added more of the
Okay,
third.
like, talking about the structure then, did you kind of see, like, what'd you feel about the 3 chapters? Like, how they were linked together? Did you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna bring up. Another thing that feels weird in terms of these chapters is that, like, you know, they're categorized by tantrum, right?
Yeah.
But like the tantrum's usually like towards the end, you're like, oh, this is what the tantrum is.
Yeah.
But it like that's the thing where like doesn't really feel like it fulfills its promise. Where like I guess maybe I just had a different expectation
Yeah.
in terms of the tantrum. Like I thought I was gonna see this guy, you know, like not go crazy, but like understand like, oh yeah, this is like baby Hitler. You know what I mean? And it's more like, dang, he's just like he's a genius. You know?
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say, yeah, they didn't tantrum for like the first 2 tantrums didn't feel like an accurate description of them. I guess like,
Especially the first one. The first one is the one that threw me off. I'm like, oh.
This isn't a
The
tangent.
first
But
one
I
was,
guess
like-
that's why it's called a sign of things to come.
yeah, sign of things. Yeah. I mean, the first one is like, Yeah, I don't know. It wasn't like a tantrum. It was just kind of like he had like a little episode.
That
like,
feels like the first thing seems like something that like a lot of kids could have done.
Like, all right. So, what do you guys think the first tantrum was? Was it throwing the rocks, or was it?
No,
like,
it was
with the priest.
It was
right?
at the end. Yeah,
I agree. I think it was with the priest.
Because he hasn't like talked to the priest, right?
He's like yeah. He's
Well, no,
like,
it's
"I don't
because
need to
someone
apologize."
calls him a girl.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
like
And he
how I like
walks
how
away.
people always like misgender him.
I thought
It's
that was
kinda
such
funny.
a good touch. I really
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that. That part was so fucking good.
Like when there's all the politicians there, and he's like, "Oh, your little girl's here."
Yeah,
your daughter's
that
here.
must
Yeah.
be your daughter.
Yeah.
Which is so interesting when you think about the ending of him like having a bald head, you know?
And that
Yeah.
beard.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like very masculine.
I was a little bit caught off with it being Robert Pattinson.
I
Dude,
was.
I
Yeah.
don't know what it is about Brady Corbet, but like using same actors like but aged.
It's a
Like it
motif.
throws
Yeah.
me throws me off.
No, but not just that. But like, we need to spend time talking about bald Robert Pattinson. Like, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's
I
shit.
rewinded the movie just to look at it like for like a good like 2 minutes because it was just such a striking image.
I wasn't expecting it. Yeah,
I can't get it out of my head right now. Like I'm looking at you.
I was so fucking
All I see is bald Robert Pattinson.
I was so fucking like caught off guard with it being Robert Pattinson that I felt like it really diffused the climax for me.
I felt it coming though. Like
Yeah. What do you mean? What do you
oh,
mean?
like did you catch on to the fact that he was
he's
bastard.
Yeah. I knew that the kid was gonna be like whoever's in the car or whatever. But what do you mean by that?
no that like his real dad is Robert Pattinson.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah.
Well, that's
Oh,
like the
I didn't know
implied
that.
thing.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that actually. I didn't know that.
That's
Yeah,
pretty.
th-
cool.
that, that's
that.
also why the epilogue's called Preston the Bastard.
Gotcha. Yeah, I forgot. I was like wondering about the
And
bastard
then
part.
that's pretty cool too. And like in Vox Lux, where like the actress who plays like
The sister.
younger version of Natalie Portman
Mhm.
is like Natalie Portman's daughter too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does like
Yeah, it's
he really
so weird. Yeah,
maternal, paternal type of.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that actually
Double
that that explains a little bit better to me. Actually,
Yeah,
I
and
didn't
that's
catch
why
that.
in the third act, that's why at first I thought it was strange. Like, why is Robert Pattinson so like attentive to this child? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Interesting. Yeah, I didn't think about that at all.
I really like that like part though when he's like in the car and all the people are coming up.
I
Probably
like
my favorite
I
scene in
like
the
the
movie.
music in it a lot.
Yeah,
The music
me
in it-
too.
It's really tense.
It's
like-
the way that I want to use music.
Yeah,
because
it's-
like it's classical music but done right. you
It's
know
like
what I mean?
yeah, done in like a really modern, cool
Yes,
way. You know?
exactly.
It's like really new.
It's not
It's
corny.
like old, but it's really
Yeah,
new.
yeah.
It's really fucking cool. Vox Lux is like that. Like
Yeah.
same. Is it the same soundtrack? The same
Composer?
composer?
I'm
I'm not sure. Let me
I'd
check.
say because it sounds very similar. The way it's. The
It
way
reminded
sounds.
me of kind of like the music, you know, like those that kind of like tense violin string part
Yeah.
from There Will Be Blood.
Yeah, that's a
Johnny Greenwood.
No, but that's an actual orchestral piece.
Okay.
I forget. Who
That's
it's
what it
from.
reminded me of, I guess, emotionally though.
Gotcha.
It's like, oh shit, something's about to happen, you know.
Yeah.
I really like too how the camera gets like tossed into the crowd, and then it's just like
Yeah,
that's
it's
like a
spinning, yeah.
Gasper Noé type of thing almost.
I
Where
remember hearing them talk about it in like when I was looking into the movie, like before I watched it. They said that was an accident, the spinning thing.
And
Really?
they just like
Yeah.
went with it.
Yeah, they just went with it. It was like, oh, we like that.
I
It's
heard
like
it-
how it looks.
I heard that was like the first shot of the movie too. When they were filming, that's like the
Oh,
first
like
scene they did.
scheduling.
Oh, really?
That's really cool.
That
Just
is
like,
cool. I mean, they had a lot of extras for it.
Oh yeah, they had to. What do you think about
Scott Walker, so the composer. Let's see. Oh, he died. He died in 2019.
Is
Oh
he
shit!
old?
Did he make a?
Yeah, he was 76.
Did he make the
Oh,
Vox
okay.
Lux music?
Let's
Because it
see.
sounded very similar to me.
No, he didn't.
Oh,
Try,
never mind.
press C all.
But he did Ash vs. the Evil Dead.
Oh wow.
What? He did the Ash vs. Evil Dead music.
Yeah. He
Weird.
also
He
did
did a lot of TV
Bronson. He
shows.
did Bronson. He did Futurama. He did Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou.
The box.
The Box. Isn't that that's the
Cameron Diaz.
No, but the director is the Donnie Darko guy, right?
Oh,
Really?
Yeah, Richard Kelly.
Oh, that's
That was the
funny.
last movie he made, The Box.
That's funny. It's like one of those gimmick movies. I like to, or I don't know if I like, but it's just interesting. Like we were talking about it, how he does like the credits at the beginning.
The end credits
And
is
like
how he opens.
the final image is actually the final image.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah.
movie just ends.
I like
That's-
the way he does the
so
credits are
strange.
fucking cool. Like I almost feel like stealing that sometimes. It's,
This-
like, it's
this-
just so cool.
And this one in particular too is interesting how like they kind of overlay.
Yeah,
before
yeah, it was
cuts.
that's an interesting choice.
I like him in Vox Lux where it's kind of like riding up the screen.
Yeah, I like
Yeah,
I like
I
it
like
better in
that.
Vox Lux
But
too.
it's still a cool technique either
Yeah.
way.
And I guess like thematically too, like both movies are kind of like the end of an era into like whatever a new one
Mhm.
is. And I guess if you think about it in terms of like formally, like putting like the end of the movie at the beginning, you know,
Yeah, yeah,
kind of does
yeah.
the same thing.
I'd like to hear Brady Corbet talk. He seems like a very smart person.
Yeah.
You have to be
There's
like
a-
you have to be like historically informed
Yeah,
to
he
write
was-
something like this.
The cool thing about him is that he's like you can tell that he's like smart, at least, like, you know, he's thoughtful, but he's not pretentious. You know?
Yeah,
No.
it's cool.
which is the coolest part.
I watched a video of him talking on I think it was Vice. He was talking about Childhood of a Leader, and he said
Mhm.
that he was when he was younger. He wrote this script when he was 18 or 17.
Oh, really?
He was working on it for like 10 years or something like that.
Yeah, because like
Yeah, yeah.
his partner, like they have co-writing credit on it.
I remember
right?
Yeah.
reading that. He wrote it like 10 years earlier.
Yeah, and then he said a big part of why he wanted to write it was because he was like doing some research, or he was reading about the Treaty of Versailles and just thought it'd be cool to write something about that. And then obviously like made it about this like fictional like kid Hitler.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about like the cuts to like the stock footage from like the time?
That's almost like they do that shit in like Mirror.
Yeah,
It's very like
It didn't strike me as anything like
because
really cool or anything, but it was like I was pretty indifferent to
not
it, I
even
guess.
like a style thing, but like I guess maybe I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt of like, okay, this seems like you have to make a choice in terms of not just to have like a cutaway to stock footage, but like what you choose to show as
Right,
in the
yeah.
stock footage, right? And I don't know, I couldn't think of anything.
it was a
big
lot of
brain.
people
Why he would do it.
cheering. right?
I feel like there has to be something big brain about it.
I think the only thing I could think of when it comes to the stock footage is just like the tone.
Yeah.
Like he's just setting up like a tone in the music. You know, like he's playing it over music that's been scored for it.
You think at the end of the movie in the epilogue, like, do you think that's the United States?
Yeah, I was gonna ask that.
Because
What
he speaks
country is
English,
that?
you know,
Oh,
to the
yeah.
driver.
It's
Right.
obviously not. It's like a different type of America,
I
because
don't
there's
know.
like that symbol and all.
Because
It's-
that's the part. Is like, oh, whoa,
It's
it's
really
it'd be
rad.
it'd be crazy any country, but to happen to the United States is a
Yeah.
whole other thing.
Well, I mean that building didn't look American.
Yeah, it didn't look
It,
American.
it looked European. Like even like I think there was like bricks on the floor and stuff. Like that's very European.
Mhm.
It would be really cool if he did a sequel to this about like Robert Pattinson being like the bald like
That'd
fascist.
be cool as fuck. Yeah.
That would be.
I don't even know if I want to see a whole movie of that though, because like
I'd almost want to see more like.
I'd want to read it.
I'd
I
wanna
wanted
see-
to read a book about
or,
it.
Really?
Like, even like
yeah.
even like I'd be interested in seeing like the coming up, like him as an adult becoming
okay.
like something like that.
Do
would
like
be
a
cool.
mini series.
Yeah. What else though? Oh man, I think my favorite part in the whole movie was like the dream he has at the beginning. When he's sleeping and it cuts up to the window. It moves up to the window and
Oh.
he's like it goes like this. It shows the building at the end.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But it's like the lighting's all like green and stuff, and there's just one really cool sound effect. It's like almost like a guitar. It's like really like I don't remember how it goes, but it's so fucking cool. The tone, I don't know, the tone there was just really strong. It was good. It's like if you're having nightmares like that as a kid, it's like you're gonna be Hitler.
You're
Yeah.
fucked up. You know?
Yeah.
You know, it's strange too, I guess, because sometimes when you think about like a baby Hitler or something like that, like they must come from somewhere like dark, evil, whatever. He was like
Normal dude,
privileged, yeah. You know, you just had like fucked up parents, kind of, because like
Just
obviously there's a disconnect between them.
Yeah.
Obviously, it seems more like an old fashioned thing where they kind of got together for the wrong reasons. And,
Yeah.
and whatever. But I don't know. I forgot where I was going with that. But something that resonated with me is the fact that his lineage. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
What do you mean?
He's coming from power.
Yeah, coming from
You get
Wealth.
Your wealth, privilege.
coming from wealth. But
How it had like a
don't
negative
know.
impact on him as a person.
yeah, because like obviously like you always think about like shitty rich kids, but he's not even a shitty rich kid in that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's just I
He's
don't
like
know.
an incel rich kid
But not even because like
for back then.
I guess yeah the whole boob thing.
He was a. He seems like he was like fucking like he's like a homeschooled kid. You know, homeschooled
Yeah.
kids over here. Hitler was a homeschooled kid.
He never wants to cut his hair.
No,
the
yeah.
thing is, like, yeah, like he's like a kid Hitler, but then like when I think about like in the context of the film, like it hints more to like more of like I feel like a Lenin type of person, you know, like a communist thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a little bit.
Instead of more like
Like
fascist,
fascism?
Yeah.
Because like I mean they even talk about like there's like a discussion that they have about
I really like that part.
Marxism
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
That part's like
Yeah.
where they're talking
and-
with
and stuff
the
like that.
economist.
Yeah.
That's like probably one of my favorite parts because they're like trying to plan out like they're talking about because the war is ending, right? And they're like
Yeah.
trying to draft the Treaty of Versailles basically,
Yeah.
and they're trying to like figure the shit out. I kind of wish there were more conversations like that, kind of like historical.
Yeah, I was
Anecdotes,
interested
sorta.
in seeing like the world and stuff like that.
Mm.
One thing that was pretty inconsistent with like Hitler. I mean, like Hitler was like when he was in the Great War.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Yeah,
he
he was
wasn't
in
he wasn't a
World War
kid when the Great War came around.
Yeah, so like, how old is like the Robert Pattinson we see at the end?
He's probably like the Great War. So in the movie, did they say how old he is in the movie? Like 8 or
somewhere
10?
around there.
So he's,
8 to 10.
Let's say he's like 9. The Great War ended what, like 1919? 1919, yeah.
1918.
So like 20
Like 15 years.
So he'd
years
be
later,
like
yeah.
early 30s.
Yeah. So
That's really crazy.
Yeah. But like Hitler in actuality was like in 40s. He was like middle aged when the Second
Yeah.
World War started.
How old was he when he died? Like 50s or still in his 40s?
I don't know how old. I don't know. He was born. All I know is he was born on 420. I don't know what year. But he was born on 420. That was the only like one main inconsistency with like actual Hitler.
That's why
Besides,
I
like-
don't really think of him as like a kid Hitler. Like
Yeah, it's more like
it feels like an amalgamation of those type of people.
yeah. It just feels like
Shitty leader.
yeah, just shitty dude, asshole.
You know?
But I feel like you can, and not even in like a because I feel like it doesn't even just relate to like past leaders, but it feels like something where I even thought of like Trump or something like that, like someone who
Yeah,
comes from
yeah.
like wealth, you know,
I can see that.
and just being a smart guy.
Dude, he fucking talked about Trump in the Vice
Oh,
Vice
yeah?
interview. Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Is it interesting?
He said, "Oh, I don't think Trump's gonna win."
Oh.
Damn, that's crazy.
I like too how he's like super sexually frustrated.
Yeah.
Yeah, for a kid, right?
Yeah, he's trying to touch like
He like he crushes
what's her
it.
name? Stacey.
And then he gets
Adams,
cucked
who-
by his dad.
Yeah, dude, that part, dude, fucking when he's at the dinner, he's like, "Oh, did you get a French lesson from Ada?"
Yeah.
Oh
French
yeah,
lesson.
that's so funny.
That was funny.
But then it keeps on. You're just like, oh no, she just asked for advance. She's like, oh, she just asked for one yesterday too.
I feel like kind of like the older maid Mona was her name. I feel
Mona.
like she might have like molested him.
It felt like that a little
gram-
bit.
the,
Yeah,
the old lady.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's some like
I feel like it hints at it a little bit.
I like when she gets fired and she says, "I'm gonna ruin your."
Oh,
try to ruin-"
yeah.
I'm gonna do
I wish they
everything
did
to
more
destroy
with that,
family.
man. I wish they did more with that because it felt like
That
she's,
felt like it like in Vox Lux, like the devil line.
Yeah, it did.
just
It felt like that. It felt
something
like-
like so striking. Like
It's like that's like one of those lines that's like you have like that. All right, now you have like a story. You know, it's like
Yeah.
you have an antagonist now.
yeah.
I really like that. I wish they did more with that. But that was a good part. Like that would have been cool to have like at the beginning of the movie. You know.
I didn't really pick up on like the whole like molestation thing.
Because he like really liked her too.
Yeah,
It
I
was
just
like
felt,
she'd hang out in
And
his
you know,
room
and you
shit.
know he's
Yeah.
like horny as fuck.
Yeah.
I guess I just felt like it was more just like the only person he actually connected with, like
Yeah,
you know,
too,
like
yeah.
he felt affection for,
Mhm.
and for that to be removed, you know, now he's kind of actually alone.
Yeah. What do you guys think of the climax and like the dinner?
I didn't
was
know that was
cool.
I didn't expect that to happen.
That was
Oh, really?
great.
yeah.
Would you? I really like that. Part
Really
a lot.
cool transfer of power when the dad's like, "How about you do it, honey?" And she's like, what was his name?
Preston.
Prescott.
Prescott.
They don't really
Or
say
Prescott,
they don't
yeah.
say his name.
I
like,
think
at
that's the
all.
first time she says his name.
Yeah, the only time she says it is right before she dies. Like, Preston,
Yeah.
get down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, does he kill her? You think?
I
know the
they don't
blood
show.
can-
Yeah, they
comes.
don't show if she dies or not.
He fucks her up though.
Oh,
like
totally,
either
yeah.
way.
I feel like if she doesn't
She
die,
fainted,
she's
yeah.
just a vegetable.
Yeah.
I don't believe in praying anymore.
Dude, fuck! I like that scene a lot because it's like, that's kind of how Hitler was. He was just like this maniac screaming shit.
Yeah.
And it's like it's showing him like developing that talent.
He's basically Kanyeing it up.
Yeah, yeah.
Thankfully, Kanye is a great person, so we're okay.
That That's such a great like scene though, because like there's all these like politicians there. They're happy that the Treaty of Versailles fucking signed and like the World War I's over.
Yeah.
And then this kid fucking has more than a temper tantrum.
It's
like a
literally
fucking meltdown.
It's like literally like watching a superhero villain origin story.
Yeah.
Lex Luthor type
Yeah.
of thing.
It felt like
So
that watching
awkward.
It, yeah. I like
So
awkward. Watching that.
I could feel I could genuinely imagine what it'd be like to be at that dinner table. Like,
Yeah,
the
man.
cringe is like
Yeah. It's just
especially too when like it's like it was supposed to be like a low key dinner, right? Like
Yeah.
no one's supposed to know what's going on. You know what I mean?
He says you're out there because it's like a private location.
Yeah,
he's like, come to my place.
Yeah, you know?
And then that happens. You're like, why'd we choose this guy?
Yeah, this guy's already an asshole, man.
Oh yeah, what do you guys think about the dad? Because I guess both the mom and the dad.
Good
'cause, like,
performance.
there's
Yeah,
such
good
interesting
performances,
character. Yeah. Yeah. What's his name?
Liam Cunningham.
No, but he's in Game of Thrones. Lord Davos.
Oh yeah. I
Oh,
forgot
really?
about him. I forgot. He did a good job. I like his performance when he had to break into his son's room.
Oh yeah, that was
The
good.
part was really good. That was all one shot.
It's this thing too. Like you kind of want it to happen too. Like
Yeah.
man.
Kid's a little bitch.
Yeah, for real.
He breaks his kid's arm. It's brutal.
Yeah. He's very stern.
Yeah.
I liked how he seemed like
Yeah.
he felt like super masculine.
Yeah.
Kind of like generic masculine. Like he really like played up that
Even
role.
the way he deals with his wife, he's like
yeah.
Even like
dude, that
I want
scene
another
is-
baby.
That scene is so funny because it's like she's just trying to sleep and he comes in and just drops a bunch of bombs in like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
He's like he comes in and he's like, I want another baby. He says like I
No,
can
that's
make you
what I was gonna
bleed.
say.
I can make you
Oh.
bleed, and then he's like, oh no, I'm leaving. It's
no,
like,
no. I thought no, because she doesn't want. It. He's like, I could force you if I wanted to, and
Yeah,
then he walks out.
yeah.
You're like, what the fuck?
It's like so much shit he says in like 30 seconds.
That's I guess the best way to describe him as like masculine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like
And maybe I guess that's probably why Prescott is so feminine. It's because he hates his dad. You know
probably
what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not a bad way to look at
Good
it.
juxtaposition. I like how he's like asking for another baby, and she looks like she's kind of like sick or something, and she's like, I think I'll die, and he's like, it's okay.
Yeah,
You got it.
You'll make it.
Yeah.
You'll make it.
Like the last thing a woman from that time period wants to hear. you know?
Yeah, man.
And they also imply that like something happened to Prescott that made him change because like
a little.
I
What
kind
do you
of
mean? Where does
'cause-
it imply that?
because like he's like the dad he's leaving, he goes to the mom, he's like, when I get back here you better have him in like he better be acting right, like
Right.
I want things to be like they used to be.
Yeah, it was like yeah, the change really like I feel like the change happened like at the beginning of the movie, because it's like fuck everybody like after he throws the rocks and like runs in the tree or whatever, everybody's like, what happened to your face? Like what's up with that kid's face?
Yeah.
Actually, I really like that because like you see his face and it looks for the most part pretty normal.
Yeah,
You know, it's like-
yeah,
I,
I-
was-
I
I
was
was,
surprised by his
looking
face.
for it. Like I had
Yeah.
to like look for
There was
it.
like a small bruise right here, but I like that everybody was like especially freaked out by this kid. Like,
Yeah.
what happened to his face?
I didn't see anything. I'm like, yeah. Okay.
I like that. It's like this kid like he's like I just have a normal face, but it's like everybody can just like is like what's wrong with that kid?
And then they
That's
think
such
you're
a good
a
like
girl.
it's such a good like
Yeah.
Hitler thing. It's like just a little bit unnerving, you know. It's like
Makes
a
you
little
even more insecure.
Yeah, it's unsettling, you know.
Oh yeah, and then like when oh that must be your daughter, and he comes back with his dick out.
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
running
that's-
around the
robe and
house.
shit.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Like I couldn't help but like imagine like what if that was your kid? You know, like I wouldn't know what to do, to be honest with you. Like
I'd be like
I'd be
oh,
like,
man.
damn. That
I'd be like
sucks.
this. I mean like yeah, I'm kind of freaked out, but like damn, my kid's kind of cool.
I guess yeah, like whoa, I made this.
Yeah,
But like that's another thing too. It's like
that's
dang
pretty.
it.
It's pretty edgy. For my
Dang
kid.
it. You're like, damn, this one didn't turn out too well.
I'd just be like, yeah, fuck it, I'll just embrace it. Like, you want some cigarettes? Like,
cigarette.
But you're a politician, you know?
Oh,
You're
yeah,
like
true, yeah,
secretary
that's true,
to the
yeah.
president.
If
or
I was a
something.
politician, I'd be freaking out like he was in the movie.
You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
The thing is, he doesn't even freak out. He just leaves. He's like, this is cringe, and he just
Yeah.
walks out. I gotta go sit in the city for a few more days. You
Yeah.
know?
I like how he comes back and he's like, where the fuck are the maids? like everything's just changed. Just like, what the fuck is happening here?
I guess that's the thing that I was trying to get at too, in terms of like the dynamic of like a house so full of people that feel so empty. Or like
Yeah.
I don't
Oh
know.
yeah. That's like yeah.
I guess
Good.
the mom was interesting to me too, because like I guess because that's not his real dad, but like I felt like I saw like part of the mom in the son. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. She felt like a person they was smart, but I don't know.
When the way when she talked to Ada when she was letting her go, she was like, "You look like you're somebody who's like who shouldn't have kids and stuff like that." It seems like she's like really weighed down by like her decision to get a family.
Yeah,
like, she wanted to do.
She
more
lives
of
in
her life.
regret. Yeah.
Yeah.
Her face looks like that.
Yeah.
She's fucking. She looks pissed half the time.
Oh, what'd you think of the part where Prescott said that when he touched Ada's breast, and he's like, "Oh, my mom lets me do this."
Oh yeah,
I was like, of course you'd say that.
Yeah.
Like, I like the girl's reaction. Like, that can't be true. You know?
She looks so like she does look offended by it.
Yeah.
She's like, wow, he really did that. You know, what do I do?
Yeah, that's the exact thing. Like, she totally so like that. What do I do? You know, what do you do? Like,
because it's like, what if she like tells like the mom, and then the mom doesn't believe her?
Or it's just like a thing of like, this is a good job, you know? Like, I don't want to fuck this up.
Yeah,
what did I do? What, you know?
Because I think they imply too she doesn't tell anyone about it.
Yeah,
no.
Um,
And there are a few shots in the movie that I guess I don't know if it's supposed to be from like Prescott's perspective. It's whenever it's like super blurry all around.
It's like it's almost like
yeah.
it's almost like I imagine like fucking.
It's like a monster.
Yeah.
It feels like primal. Like I feel like that's how Willie sees the world.
A little bit, yeah. It felt like a fisheye lens. It felt like if wizards from Harry Potter were to film like a skateboard video.
That's almost
like
that. That's almost like something they do in like shitty monster movies when they're trying to show it from like the monster's perspective, where everything's just like kind of blurry.
There was one shot like when they're walking in a field.
Halloween. It's not the same like distortion, but like
POV.
from Michael Myers' perspective. Sorry, no.
There was one shot where they're in a field and they're like walking.
Yeah, that's one too. Yeah,
and it's like it just like gets all like super like.
It just cuts to like a extreme wide with the fucking like the thing. Like,
super
it's almost like being on acid a little
in that
bit.
same scene, there's something I wanted to bring up there too, because I wanted to do more research. Because again, maybe I'm just giving them the benefit of that, but it felt like something of substance. Where like they walk off screen, but then like a guy with like a mule or something goes, and then you just kind of like follow that. Mm-hmm. But it's like extended. It's a little like too long. You know what I mean? And I don't know what that means, but.
I just saw it as like world building almost.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
That's something I could think of.
Like I get if maybe that's just world building. Like that's instantly that's cinematic. You know what I mean? Like like damn, I don't even know why this is in the movie, but it's in there. Like that'd be something I would do. Baby, don't do what I do, Brady. Do your own thing. You know.
I don't know why else.
Brady calls up Anthony. He's like, Anthony, what would you do for this shot, man?
I'm busy right now. Call me in 3 days.
He goes back to watching.
That part is so funny too, where when he says "come back in 3 days." You know? Like if you just said "I'm busy," you know, it's one thing. But to say "I'm coming back," come back in 3 days.
It's like
when
biblical.
I'm ready for you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
It's biblical.
What'd you think of the story? The story he made. The
mouse.
Yeah. What's it called?
He just reads it, right?
Yeah. He just reads because they were practicing it earlier. She showed him the story.
Oh,
earlier.
you mean like the theme though?
It was like the theme. What was it?
It's one where like the lion helps the mouse, and so the mouse helps the lion.
Yeah, but there's like an ending catchphrase. It's like,
oh yeah, small friends are
great friends or something like that.
Great friends.
Some shit like that. Or small friends make great allies or some shit like that.
Yeah.
But what would you guys think of that little story?
See, I was trying to really pay attention to the story, but for some reason, listening to French and reading the English was not like mixing with. It was. I felt retarded.
Do you remember what it was about?
Yeah, like it's the mouse or the lion has his paw on the mouse, and then I don't know why, I forget why, but like he thinks the mouse is amusing, so he lets the mouse go.
Yeah.
Then the lion's caught in a trap, and the mouse is like, "Oh shit, the lion."
Yeah.
Small friends make great friends. But like for some reason, I felt like it felt like this shit. Like I was missing something. I felt like it was going over my head for some reason.
Yeah, it almost felt like that would apply.
I've heard that story before though.
I think I've heard it. Yeah, it seems like just like a
fable.
Fable. It's been thrown around like the fucking frog and scorpion and whatnot or whatever. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think about how that story would apply to like any of the themes in the movie.
Yeah,
it doesn't seem obvious at first, you know. I mean, it doesn't have to be, but
this feels like one of those I should.
It feels like it should be.
I need to sit on more, to be honest with you. But at the same time, we'll get into that later. But yeah,
small friends make great allies.
What else was there? Yeah, shot on film. It was really cool. I was like, dang. I talked about this on Rock Shucks too, but like, you know, sometimes when people try to get the film look, They just want it to look like shitty or just like old or whatever like that.
Real grainy.
And like that really bothers me because like no, it's just like it's like a medium, you know, you use to capture the image.
Yeah.
And so like I like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but like if that it's not that it's a gimmick, but like shooting on film is like part of the thing. Like, but it's trying to make it look old, you know. But that's part of it. That's a horrible example to use, honestly, because he does it right.
It looks good.
Yeah, he does it right, but like.
You mean like a Death Proof type of thing? Even though Death Proof's different too.
I won't bring up Tarantino. I'm trying to think of a different person. I can't off the top of my head, but sometimes people just use film they use it for the wrong reasons, and I don't even know if I use it for the right reasons. But I like the reasons that Brady uses it.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Yeah, totally. I agree.
And we already talked about it. The long takes are pretty cool. Steady cam. It's strange too, cause like it's steady cam, but it's still. Like they'll have like a tracking shot, but then it'll stop for like 2 minutes and they'll have a conversation.
Yeah.
And then it'll keep going. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Nothing about it ever really felt like everything felt pretty smooth.
Yeah.
What did you think about that shot at the end where they're kind of like in that Oval Office type of thing, and it's like starts off like as an overhead shot and then it like pulls out?
It was pretty. It was a cool shot.
I read something like it took like 18 people like
holy shit
to like
wow.
just
make that shot. Yeah, it was like
the
make
rig
it happen.
Moved from like a crane to a dolly, something weird, you know. I don't know.
I hope they had behind the scenes footage.
That'd be like that shot's like immaculate.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know how long it is. It has to be like close to a minute or two.
Probably.
But it just like starts off like over here and then it like goes like.
What language are they speaking there?
It's most. Oh.
Is that French?
Maybe Swiss. I don't know.
I know they were speaking a lot more English at the end.
It didn't seem like an American building.
No, it wasn't American.
Yeah.
No. I forget.
I would guess French.
I forget. I forget if I was reading subtitles in that scene or not. Because if you were, it was probably French. I think it was probably still French.
Why France? Why do you think?
I have no idea.
I was trying to.
Treaty of Versailles.
Was Treaty of Versailles signed in France?
Because France got fucked.
Yeah, because
okay, that's probably why I had it there. I guess he thought it would be cool.
It's kind of interesting too how like, it's just like it's about the signing of the Treaty of Versailles and also like kind of like the making of like a Hitler.
Yeah.
And like the Treaty of Versailles was signed because like Germany fucked up a bunch of
shit.
shit.
That almost makes it more of like a poem almost, you know.
Yeah, it's almost like baby Hitler getting like this is what made him want to do it again.
That's actually really
you know?
poetic. Yeah. That's really cool.
So do you think the ending is in France?
I guess so.
Somewhere, yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't really matter. When you say it that way, it almost becomes less like a literal movie to me, because it's like it's
very
almost
metaphorical.
Yeah, very metaphorical. Because I mean, like the Treaty of Versailles is the whole reason why World War II happened, probably in the first place. They fucked over Germany.
Yeah.
The Treaty of Versailles. That's the bad thing though, because the Treaty of Versailles needed to happen too.
Yeah, but they didn't need to fuck over Germany that much.
It's a
France was
strange
mad.
balance of like,
France
okay,
was mad.
what do you do?
Fuck over.
What do
Germany.
winners do? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like 9 times out of 10, you know, they take more than they probably should.
Yeah, Germany was really.
I don't know.
1900s, Germany was really set up to just be like the
Shit
bad
on.
guy, dude.
Yeah.
Just like in both wars, man.
Big Kanye Germany.
Yeah. Yeah, but fucking yeah, that's would be funny.
The wars like fuck people up though. They get people
totally,
mad,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, and I mean it makes sense, but like, I mean, even right now we're still in the Middle East. You know?
And then that was supposed to be the Great War. You know,
Yeah,
people
war
weren't
wars.
like, this is World War One.
yeah, you know,
You know, this is gonna happen in 20 years, and like a bunch more people are gonna die.
that'd be so funny. They're like, yeah, World War One. You know what I mean? Part 1.
Sequels
like fucking like 9/11/1.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
9/11.
Oh no.
Yo, dude, 9/11/1 just happened, dog.
9/11 too. Please
Oh,
don't
shit.
happen.
My bad.
Oh, you're good. Oh, did the cord yank out?
Should I do 3 or 4? Does
Either.
it matter?
Do
any
the
of 'em.
closer one if you're
Okay.
able to.
I was just thinking about the whole small friends make great allies. I'm thinking about when I'm just thinking about it. I almost see Prescott as being like a small ally, and it's like everybody around him's like a lion.
yeah,
And
like-
they're not letting him go. You know, they're not letting him be an ally.
Yeah. No,
It's almost like they're crushing him, and he's like he's just gonna be everybody's enemy.
he's basically warning them. You know,
Yeah.
either you're with me or against me.
Yeah. And he's like, I'm not gonna let you guys free when the time comes. You know. He's just gonna,
Small
like, fuck 'em over.
allies make great.
I thought it was small friends make great friends.
No, it's
Small friends
no,
make great
it
allies.
can't be that way.
I swear.
I don't know. I forget, but it's something like that.
Oh, but also too like the allies,
Yeah, allies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
like the allies and the Axis powers,
Mhm.
and like the countries didn't necessarily like each other, but they had to like be on the same side.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like Russian America.
Yeah,
So,
that's
yeah.
Russian America. Yeah.
And that's like they're small friends, but like in like the scheme of things, like they were like great allies for like the betterment of the world.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
keep your friends close, but you keep your enemies closer.
Yeah.
Uh
Uh oh.
9/11.
Fucking look at the dog.
Yeah, really.
All right. Anything else you guys want to talk about when it comes to Child of a Leader?
I mean, as we're
When I
talking
see-
about it, I like it more. but
Yeah, talking about it more, I feel like I can.
I like
appreciate it more.
talking about
I
it more
want to
than
talk
watching
about it. Like, there's something about me that want.
It's missing like one or two things for me to make it like Vox Lux level. You know.
Yeah.
It wasn't. I didn't find it captivating.
No, it's like
It's-
it's so close to like being captivating to me. It's like
Really?
it's so close. Like the most captivating part was like when Mona got fired and said I'm gonna spend
Yeah.
my entire life ruining your family. Like that was like, I wish there's more done with that. But
I think it's because he laid out a lot of themes to explore, but they all feel like you only got in halfway to them. You know?
Yeah,
he
he
didn't fully dip into it.
yeah, I
There wasn't complete resolution.
Like,
No.
okay, there's like a lot of like weird stuff with the parents, but then there's all just weird stuff with the kid and his relationships with like his tutor and the maid. But then at the same time, this is like a very political movie.
I
Like,
think
you know, clearly
I think
political.
he's trying to do too much with it. You know?
Yeah,
like,
it was,
like, I don't
he
think
bit
he
more,
needed-
bit off more than he could chew.
I think the Treaty of Versailles thing was probably like unnecessary, like to have it be there.
I think that's a cool framing device.
No, yeah, I think it's a cool framing device. But then like he dips in halfway. We're like it's a framing device, but then he goes a little. Oh fuck! Hello, Kate. I like your presence, though, Kate. I'm happy to see you.
What the fuck? I like your presence.
I felt like it was gonna be you too, but I still got scared. I don't know why.
I just waved.
Yeah, that's why I was like, it must be Kate. But at the same time, I thought sometimes we do stuff on the podcast, and you know you're talking, so you kind of see it, but Willie's giving me love now, so it's okay.
Oh, you shocked me with that reaction.
God
Oh
dang.
Christ! I wasn't expecting you to react that way.
Sorry, I like to smile and I like to scream.
We gotta go to a haunted house.
Oh yeah, those are fun.
Yeah, I like
Oh.
those.
We should go. Yeah, haunted
They
house
scare
and
me.
like a Six Flags.
They
thing.
get me.
Do you scream on roller coasters?
Yeah,
It's better when you scream.
it honestly
It
is.
is better. You put your hands up. Oh man, I want to go so bad. All right. Anyways, Child of a Leader. Yeah, I just think it's just missing one or two things for me. And then that scene, the scene with the maid getting fired, and then the final like dinner table scene.
Yeah.
Like those were my favorite parts. Those were the scenes that like worked for me the
Really?
most. That's
Okay.
like where I was like I saw like what he's trying to go for, but it's just I don't know if it's just the pacing or just the story. I think it's like you said, he just bit off too much.
Yeah.
Too much.
It's an
Ambitious,
ambitious.
yeah.
Especially
Yeah.
for like a debut.
It's
That's
admirable.
crazy,
yeah.
Most people kind of do like really, I guess.
Like small movies. You know, this is
Yeah,
like big.
you know?
This is like such a big concept. You know?
You don't
Yeah.
win the Golden Lion with your first movie usually. You know.
No. I liked it. You know.
Yeah.
Like I said, it didn't like. I like talking about it more and kind of just talking about like that time in history.
Yeah.
It's really
provocative.
interesting.
Yeah. It's
I'd like to almost have, like I said, I'd like there to be more like history in it.
Yeah.
Instead of just it being kind of about this kid. I'm cool with that, but I want like a little more of that time period in there
I almost
too.
wish he handled it like Vox Lux, where it's like he shows like a time skip like earlier in the movie, you know, compared
maybe.
to like just like having him be a kid the whole time. He's like seeing the whole like progression
Yeah,
of time. I
'cause-
want to spend more time with him as an adult, almost,
Yeah.
you know.
I guess it's weird too because it's called the childhood of a leader. But then part of me, especially how it's broken up into acts, it expects you like, oh, we're gonna see his childhood and then we're gonna see him as a leader, you know?
Yeah.
And I kind of technically kind of see that, but I kind of wish it was like either or, like
Yeah.
maybe the full childhood or like you get the split.
I can see that too. I wish I got to see more of his childhood. Like we
It's
spent
the
like,
thing,
we spent like almost what
It
was
was
it
like the year of a leader.
yeah.
Yeah,
The year of a childhood.
yeah. That's I guess that's what I thought it would be more. I thought it'd be chronicling his childhood. You know what
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean? Like I would see him like 5, 10, 15.
That'd be cool. Yeah, dude. If they ended with him at 15,
Yeah.
that'd be fucking cool.
Vox Lux kind of does that.
A little bit, yeah. They start with her like 15.
She
Or
starts
however
at like
old
the
she is,
school shooting
16.
and then like the hospital and then the song and then when she goes to Europe and shit.
See, there we go,
Yeah.
comparing it to Vox Lux.
Yeah.
It is very similar though.
Yeah.
You know?
He
Yeah.
talked about how like they are kind of companion pieces because
Yeah.
like one of them is kind of like the
I hope he makes one more like it. At least one more like it.
It's kind of like the backstory to like a famous person.
Yeah.
That's what both of the movies
Yeah.
are.
I didn't
in a
mean
way.
to answer. I'll call you back.
Who is it?
It's my friend John.
Oh, he can talk.
John Worry?
Oh.
No, it's a different John.
Oh.
His name's. Oh, he just hung up.
When are we gonna have Joseph on the podcast?
I'll let him know.
I just want to have him
I'm
sitting
looking
here,
forward to
just
that.
like eating like some nachos or something.
Yeah, we need a Joseph cam.
Yeah. I'll let him sit where Willie sits. and I'll have a Joseph cam.
We need a Willie cam. Yeah.
I used to have a Willie cam. I need to upgrade my computer so it'll work again. But yeah, I'll have that set up again. I don't know. Hopefully in like a week or two.
I wish we could like just like strap one to him too, just to see
You
what
want to try
he's
it?
fucking doing.
We could try it. You can
Just
get
watch where it
sunglasses
goes.
on him for like 10 seconds.
I think it'd just be tough because like we do have to have some Bluetooth thing or like
Oh,
the
yeah.
feed.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we can like shave him and like glue like some Velcro to him or something. I don't know. All right. Anything else you guys want to talk about with Childhood of a Leader?
I'd give it a World War I out of World War II.
Are you stealing Anthony's rating style?
Yeah, I'm getting fucking tired of this shit like out of 10. It's good for IMDb, but
This is the real world.
Yeah,
This ain't no
you
IMDb. In the real world, we give metaphorical ratings. What did I give this one? You go first, Norbert. You go
like
Um,
there's
first.
some movies
after-
that are like worth this bag of chips, you know.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
And this movie's better than that, but it's not the full bag.
Yeah.
After watching it, I felt like a 7 out of 10. No, like an 8 out of 10. But like talking about it, it's like closer. It's like 8.7 out of 10. I'd say.
It is one of those movies like
It's missing.
discussion
it's,
movie.
Yeah, it's good to talk about, but it's like it's just missing something. Like watching it, like talking about it is better than watching it almost. You know?
it's a little boring.
Mhm.
A little boring.
That's
at
what
some
I
parts.
guess. That's what I mean by it's like provocative.
Oh, we didn't touch this, but the kid they chose to act in it was
He was good.
it was good.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like-
He
I
was
liked his
actually. It was a
face.
great
I liked
performance
his face a
from,
lot.
from
yeah.
a child. Yeah.
Kind of a weird voice too, or like the accent they had him.
Yeah.
The accent he was using.
Yeah.
He was talking in the Vice video we watched. He said he wanted a kid that looked like a girl and a boy.
Androgynous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And they
He
got
does
it
kind
there.
of. My grandma my grandma said something like, "Is he supposed to be the first transgender?"
Booshka.
Yeah, it's just funny the way she said it too, because she fell asleep during the middle of the movie too, and then she wakes up and she's kind of like half awake. Is he supposed to be the first transgender?
That's a huge grandma question, man. That's like it's a perfect grandma
Grandma.
question.
The first transgender.
It's actually really funny.
I'm like, nah.
No.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think so, grandma.
Not yet, at least.
No, I don't think so, grandma. All right, Anthony, what do you rate it?
Wait, you didn't give your rating,
Yeah,
did you?
8
I'd give it a 6 out of
Oh,
10.
8.7.
6 out of 10 on the
8.6.
Oh, on the.
IMDb scale.
But his is a little bit different
Yeah.
than mine.
That's like passing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because yours is the 5. Is
I give it
good.
like a B.
I gave A Quiet Place 2 a 4.
I'd probably give this one like.
First transgender.
Yeah.
First transgender out of
All of them.
I know all of them.
Out of all of them.
Why would she fucking say that, dude? Oh my god.
It was funny.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it that the first transgender out of all of them. It's
Damn.
You know, it's
That's the one that like sets the precedent.
yeah, you know, it's a game changer, but you know, especially when you're the first or something, it's very rare that you're the first and you're the best.
Ooh.
Yeah.
He did it better in Vox Lux, but you still were there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, so.
And he's still, I feel like he's still getting better.
Oh
yeah, I want to see what he's gonna make
Yeah.
next. I'm really looking forward
Shout
to
out
it.
to Brady.
I wonder why he made Vox Lux's Satanist movie. That's a different discussion. All right. What's next?
We need another Vox Lux discussion.
Persona.
Persona. So I saw this movie I think in 2019 for the first time, and I didn't know it was supposed to be like intellectual.
Oh really?
So
What'd you expect?
I just thought it was gonna be something kind of like The Virgin Spring, or I think the only one I'd seen is like The Virgin Spring up to that point, where it's
Okay,
kind of like
gotcha.
straightforward, you know.
Yeah.
And I know when I watched it, I might have like not paid attention a few times, but I thought like I didn't get fucking anything out of it.
Right.
I didn't understand it. And this time, like after watching it like 2 more times, I think I just wasn't paying attention too well the first time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really like it. You know,
It's my favorite Bergman.
I
film.
don't think you can like if you like watching movies and stuff and kind of getting the whole film history thing just a little bit. It's like, you know, it's a really cool movie.
Yeah.
You know, and just like thematically too. Like aside from the filmmaking itself, thematically it's very rich.
It's dense.
Yeah, I need
Yes.
to watch it like I feel like I need to watch it like 3 more times to like properly like talk about it. Like,
Yeah.
I'll talk about what I liked, but it's like I feel like there's a lot that just like went over my head.
There's
like,
a lot
the more
there.
the more I was like thinking about it, the more I was like thinking about like wow, this is like psychologically like pretty dense, you know. It's like
Yeah.
just like the shot, even like everything about like the shots. Like I feel like a lot of it just like I need to like watch it.
It's
lot.
a movie that I think like as you age, like it probably gets better too.
Right, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Bergman wrote this, so basically it came out in 1966, and he'd been a filmmaker for what, about 20 years by then.
I feel like 30 years. I feel like he'd been like right from the silent.
He'd
era.
made, like,
he
a
didn't make
shit-
silent films, but like right around.
He'd
then.
made a
Oh,
lot of
gotcha.
movies by then. Seventh Seal, Wild Strawberries,
Yeah, he like made a movie a year.
Virgin
basically.
Spring,
Fucking
Through a
A.
Glass Darkly. He'd won like several Academy Awards, and then he was supposed to make this movie with Liv Ullmann and B.B. Anderson called The Cannibals, and then I think he got pneumonia, and he
Yikes.
almost died, and he was like really depressed at the time too. I've heard, like he was like suicidal and shit, and he was in the hospital, and he wrote Persona,
Nice.
and it's like just thinking of it through that perspective, it's like this guy's gone through like a life of cinema just at that point in his life,
Yeah.
and this is still before like
You've seen like 30 years of someone who has a certain view on the world.
Yes.
And he like mastered his craft like that, but now someone who's mastered the craft has a completely different view of the world.
and then
because
it's
they almost
changing,
died.
you know. And he's like a middle-aged man who like Ingmar Bergman, even when he like made The Seventh Seal and Wild Strawberries, had to like have some. He had a way he looked at life, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And now this shit's like changing, and I feel like as we get older and we watch this movie, like it's one of those that might shift as well too, the way you view
Interesting,
things,
yeah.
you know. Because I feel like he really understand. You have to like understand a lot about humans,
I feel like
just
that's like
psychology.
that's like most art though. Like most art doesn't like change over time. It's just the way we like consume it does, you know? Because
Yeah.
we're different people.
I like
No,
how
that's fair.
I like how it really shows almost like an alienation from oneself, you know.
Yeah.
It's almost like there's a lot of like rejecting yourself almost, you know. It's like
you
it's
you
interesting-
forgot
it's
who
really
you
interesting,
are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For like that's one thing, like even just like being at like 21, it's like seeing how I was as like a kid and where I'm at now. It's like I've gone through a lot of changes, you know. It's like
Yeah.
like I'm just a totally different person.
It's weird how like you define yourself. The way you define yourself changes.
We're just having life moments right now.
You know? Like you think of yourself like I feel like at least with me I thought of myself differently like I guess a year ago than I do now.
Yeah, oh yeah, totally. Yeah.
2
like,
years ago than I do now. And
6
then
months ago.
I mean like
fucking 1 hour ago.
we were
man.
at we were
Yeah.
at Denny's the other day.
Dude,
and
we
it's
were-
like
24 hours ago.
5 years ago you were 16.
Yeah. That's
Isn't that fucking
nuts.
weird?
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
weird.
And like when you're 16 you think you have all the answers, right? You know,
I
you're like
thought
a
I did.
sophomore in high school, you fucking know everything.
I thought I did.
You know? And it's like the way you perceive things just as you mature, you go through more life events, the more you just like think about the world more, like the way you look at it changes, and that changes who you are.
Yeah.
And then the whole thing with like persona being like a mask of I guess your conscience, you know? And it's like, as you change, does like that mask change too?
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's just, I see what you're saying.
I don't know if I know what I'm saying.
It's all good. No, I know what you're saying. It's a lot about just like the different facets of like a personality, you know, and like not even just like a personality, but just like stuff that's subconscious too, like stuff that's out of your control. It's just like a facet of just being alive, you know.
Yeah, like, you know, like sometimes you might say or do something that you like genuinely believe is right, especially when you say something, because like you may not just have different view or information, and you could be wrong, but like you don't feel wrong.
Yeah.
Sometimes even after it happened, you know, just like it's just like that's just how it is.
Or even like when she's talking about when they had sex with like those little
kids,
the kids. Yeah, it's like
little.
It's like
they're
like
supposed to be like 13 and 15. Right?
They're like they're like preteens.
It's just like the way she was talking about it was almost like she didn't like want to do it like outright, but it's like when she was doing it, it was just like she wasn't expecting to like it or enjoy it.
She couldn't like help herself.
It was like she was surprised as to like the enjoyment she was getting from it.
It was something like super spontaneous and what's the word? Very in the moment. Yeah, you know. Mm-hmm. And
like sometimes you have moments like that where it's like I wasn't expecting to enjoy this. I thought, you know, it's like you don't think of stuff like that.
I feel the movie really portrays that in like a negative light, though, at least in her circumstance. But everyone has those moments where it's like you weren't expecting something good to happen or something that you enjoyed to happen.
Yeah.
And then looking back on it, you're like, it's just cool the way like your perception of that changed.
Yeah, like I feel like the human brain is wired in such a way that like retroactively we make narratives out of the things that happen to us, you know, the story of your life.
Yeah.
You know? But
story.
Story.
That would be like because I really like B.B. Anderson's character because she's framed as like this at first like this really like basic kind of nurse, you know? She's kind of like I wouldn't say stereotypical, but it doesn't seem like there's anything like too special about her.
She's not the greatest nurse in the world.
She doesn't seem like, not to insult her, but she doesn't seem like very intellectual as a character, you know? And then it's just like with this silence that's being given to her by Elizabeth, it like allows her to open up more about herself and like explore things that either she repressed or like that she did repress and that she can't really like talk to about it with anyone else. Yeah. You know? And in a way, talking to like Elizabeth is like talking to herself because Elizabeth isn't responding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. It's like sometimes you just need not necessarily you just need, but it's like it's important to like reflect, you know. And you're right, she might be one of those characters that just didn't do that, and like having somebody to be like not really like a soundboard, but just somebody to just like listen.
Oh yeah,
you know, just like absorb all that information.
One of her first lines to Elizabeth is like, I'm gonna marry Carl Henrik and I'm gonna have kids and we're gonna raise them and that's what my life is gonna be.
Yeah.
And this is all within the context of like the whole sex thing too,
right, yeah.
Which is something like in hindsight she's like very ashamed of.
Right.
And that's not something she can talk to him about. That's something that she doesn't want to talk to herself about because like she can't, you know?
Yeah.
Because her life she already has her life like so planned out. And it's only when she's able to it's the presence of like Elizabeth being there that like it's another person, but she's also there too, and she's like confined and isolated from the world, and it's like, what do I resort to now? And then that's when those repressed emotions start to come out, and that's why she has to like spill her guts out.
There's finally a justification for saying the things you weren't ready or didn't want to say.
Yes, he said it much better.
That's why things like in like the Catholic religion, like they have like the confession box, because like all the dude really says to you is like, all right, here's 5 Hail Marys, good luck. But like you're just like, oh, I just killed someone, whatever, you know, you say
5 Hail Marys.
Yeah, you know, and like those are just interesting. Like that to me, that's just an interesting concept, because like at least in my own personal experience, you know, you anytime you're just honest, you know, usually the person, they don't say anything, but you just keep talking. You know, but that's what you need most of the time. And that's what this movie feels like. It feels like honesty.
Yeah.
What real honesty is is like finding the footing out of being lost. You know, you're out of.
What do you mean?
Like imagine you're doing a dance, but you get out of beat,
Mm-hmm.
but then you get back into the beat, and that's what like finally being honest is like oh, I wasn't really honest with myself. I don't really I don't understand myself.
Yeah.
And not that you're aware that you don't understand yourself, but when you finally start being honest and confronting these things, you
Right.
understand that you weren't honest with yourself.
Yeah.
And now you're in the beat.
It's a good way to look at it. Yeah.
And it's really hard to do that though, and that's like great thing about the movie.
Yeah.
Like it's hard. Like
It's so. Sorry. Go ahead.
well, it's not anything special, but it's like it's when like especially like something bad's happened to you or you've like gone through something. It's hard to come face to face with that. You
Yeah.
know. What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say this movie felt like, in terms of like honesty, like it does feel like real honesty because it's like it feels very vulnerable.
Yeah.
Like it feels very just like.
Yeah, real honesty is just it's like
almost uncomfortable.
that's what I was gonna
Yeah.
say. Uncomfortable.
It's-
And then you think about how the movie's framed. There's nothing really wider than like a medium close up.
Yeah.
You know, the whole thing is in faces. The whole thing is intimate. The whole thing
Right.
is closer than you're used to being with somebody. You know.
Yeah.
You're not usually this close.
You're very intimate.
Yeah.
It's very intimate. It's funny too. Like it is a movie about honesty, but then again, it's about like the mask you put onto society, kind
Yeah.
of.
Yeah.
You know, or it's like
It has that yin yang.
yeah, it's like taking the mask off to like be honest with
Yeah.
yourself. That's like a really cool way. Like I guess I kind of look at it too, but the way you guys like look at it, because I read in the Criterion there was like the pamphlet,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
read that, and one of the things the guy was saying was like how like under at least like Elizabeth and possibly Alma, like there's nothing.
Mm.
Like once they've like, especially with Alma, once she's like given that out,
Mhm.
like she's just a void.
Hmm.
You know, and it's like the honesty makes her like not a person anymore. Kind
Yeah.
of.
That's pretty. Yeah. That's.
It's
Yeah, because
interesting.
I guess when you think about humans, at least when I think about humans, like we're naturally just like contradictory like
Yeah.
beings that like we want things that might not, or we do things that might not coincide with what we actually want. And so when you're actually honest, you're doing what like I want to say what you want to do, but what you need to do.
Right. Yeah.
And
yeah.
then I
Yeah.
guess that the honesty makes you devoid of the inherent human vice of contradiction.
It's like when the logic supersedes the emotion.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, because your emotion tells you like, oh, I want this, I want that, and then it's when really you have to like white knuckle it and be like, okay, this is what I need.
Mm.
You know, and that's really like. Tarkovsky said this is one of his favorite movies.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
then-
really?
Well, that,
He goes to make Stalker and-
Bergman is like hero.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
He says
I've heard somebody say
there's
that.
films and then there's Ingmar Bergman. There's like a quote like that.
Yeah, he said something like some critics were responding to his movie, and he's like, the only critics I care to hear from are Bresson and Bergman.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like, I feel that's so fucking cool too.
Yeah.
That's what you
Where it's
gotta
just
say.
Like, it's just like
What does Elijah Norby think?
your homies are the guys that matter, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, don't care what fucking like the Roger Eberts of the world say, you know?
I would care what he thought though.
Yeah, just him.
Yeah. Just him. Yeah. Just
Yeah,
him.
and
Fuck
Kanye.
everyone.
It's
And
fucking
Kanye.
I only care about what Chris Tuckman and Kanye say.
And Chris Tuckman.
YMS.
YMS. Yeah.
Okay, I guess I have Roger Ebert, YMS, maybe Chris Stuckman.
Oh, Roger Ebert's dead.
Kurt
so-
Cobain though.
He's dead
Kurt
too. So
Cobain.
you don't gotta wait. Ask
I
him
just
how
got
to-
YMS.
ask him
Send him
how
an
to-
email.
Send him an email.
Oh, how'd you guys like the footage, like the editing stuff, like the footage
In the
at
beginning?
Yeah.
Oh, we could that. Let's talk about the
Yeah.
prologue.
Yeah, the prologue. That's how I describe it. It's a strange thing too, because like, it's a self-reflexive movie, even down to the core of a film being self-reflexive about film.
Wait.
So it starts.
Go finish.
It
Bye,
starts with the editing of a film. You know, we're seeing the cellulite being cut, but also projected. So like, we go into this movie with the preface of, oh, you're watching a movie, or like, oh wait, you're not. The movie is self-aware that it's a movie.
Mm-hmm.
In the same way that it like, not the characters like are, I guess not self-aware is like the wrong word maybe, but like, there's like an added awareness to the movie that's starting it with filmmaking, you know.
Yeah.
does.
So
Okay.
that beginning prologue. Can somebody explain to me what that was like? What it was about?
Okay.
He's grabbing
Alright,
his
cool,
chin.
cool, cool,
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I'll try.
Yeah.
It was interesting that you said self-reflexive because like in that article I read, he kept saying self-reflexive.
Interesting.
Damn
And-
good.
Just like the way when you say that, what do you mean by self-reflexive? It's kind of what you said.
Self-reflection
But,
is like
like-
it's introspective. You know what I mean?
It's like analyzing itself.
It's gone from a frisbee to a boomerang.
Is it like being so?
Sorry, I didn't mean to point you.
No, no,
guys.
it's-
Like, you
no,
know?
you're all good. So that whole sequence, are you saying it was being like self-reflective in terms of like almost being like self-aware?
Yeah.
Like being like almost like meta in a way?
Yeah, meta.
Okay. 'Cause I feel it's like the movie's telling you right up front, like you said this too, like the movie's telling you you're watching a movie.
Yeah.
So kind of like think about the characters in that way too.
Yeah, I guess in terms of what we were talking about before, in terms of you go into a movie with certain expectations about structure, character, narrative, and by showing like, okay, those are all facets of your own like, those are your own things you're bringing into this. Get rid of that, you know?
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Because the movie, like, it's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like
it throws some curveballs at you. So the prologue, like, I read something like it was a special type of projector.
Huh.
That's why you kind of, it's those two, I don't even know what you would call them, kind of like the triangular shaped like lights that start to flare up, and then you see like the reel of film, and then it kind of does like the Fight Club subliminal image thing
Yeah.
where you see like the
Yeah.
penis. You see like shots. One of them's actually from an old Ingmar Bergman movie called Prison.
Yeah.
With the ghost. I haven't
seen it, but I just know that
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Um,
But it's funny because in this movie, it comes off as, you know, oh, what's going on? But then you watch the house that Jack built. You're like, Lars, what are you doing?
oh yeah.
Have you seen the house that Jack built?
No.
What-
but
what
I
do you
know
mean?
about the scene. I know about the scene.
It's the one where he's talking about great artists and
Oh,
stuff like that.
oh,
and then it cuts
yeah.
to Antichrist.
Yeah.
And I love Antichrist, but Lars,
What are
that's
you
like
doing?
that's like Kanye sampling Kanye. You know?
Yeah. It's like he's saying like we need great artists, and he's
Yeah,
showing his own movies as like
fucked
these
up.
are the great art. This is like the great art.
Aspire to me.
You know, he doesn't even like
Aspire to me.
he doesn't even show like movies like he loves or anything. Like
Yeah.
his
it's
Just
own
himself,
movies.
Yeah.
You know?
That's like a Paul Schrader thing. Like, I know I talk about this a lot, but like in 2018 when First Reform came out, like he put out a top 10 list, and number one on the list was First Reform. You know?
Yeah.
That's just
yeah.
it's just funny.
It's like a Vincent Gallo thing.
Yeah, yeah, that's
What's
a-
your favorite movie? Oh, Buffalo '66. Like you could see him saying some shit like
Yeah.
that, you know. But I feel like those images, it's kind of just to like, I guess, maybe like have a subconscious effect on you, or for you to realize like the movie's gonna be talking about like something subconscious.
Yeah. I really like the prologue a lot.
The
Like,
prologue's cool as
Even
fuck.
like even just like the footage they chose for it was like really cool.
The spider.
Yeah, the spy, all of it was cool.
What do you think the spy like? Because I kind of view the prologue too in a way like sort of like a dream.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
The spider
Felt
reminds me
dreamlike,
of Enemy, and like the spider in there, because like I guess now from these two movies, now I think of spiders as feminine creatures. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah,
oh,
definitely.
that's interesting. Okay.
Female spiders like
'Cause,
definitely rock male spiders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I feel like showing that, and then the movie being about two females. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a correlation, but I'm making.
There could
one.
be, yeah.
Are there any what do spider? I think I asked this like, but like, what do spiders mean in dreams?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Like-
Just think about like what they do. I mean, they're poisonous. They have 8 legs.
Webs. They like
Webs.
trap their
They
victims.
trap
in
the
webs.
victims and they poison them and like let them die over time.
They have a bunch of eyes.
They cocoon them. Yeah, they,
Oh,
they have
yeah,
8
the
eyes.
8 eyes. That's
8
actually
legs.
spooky. 8 eyes.
Oh,
What would you
they
see
have
with
8
8 eyes?
oh, there's
Wait,
like
is it 8 eyes or 6 eyes?
there's a
It's
shit, ton.
of eyes.
There's a lot of eyes. Yeah.
There's a bunch of shots in the movie of hands. And then,
Yeah.
and then
Oh, yeah,
spiders
maybe,
have
yeah.
eight hands, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And hands are kind of like in a way like what connects you to like
The world.
yeah.
Hmm.
And then how the world like shapes you and
Yeah.
like how you have to put a mask onto the world kind of. So
And you grab the mask with your hand to put it on your face.
I don't know. I like the
Oh,
spider.
I like Anthony's.
I like that. That's a good one. And
yeah,
then
there's definitely sorry, go ahead.
oh no, the fucking morgue shots are like my favorite.
Oh yeah.
That shot of just like the boy laying down on the fucking bed. Oh,
Right,
that's
yeah,
so
yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
It just looks so fucking cool,
It's an
dude.
instantly striking image.
Exactly.
Yeah, I like that shot where the kid gets up and he's like,
Oh
reaching for
yeah,
the-
that's
the
like the
mom.
That's
famous-
my favorite
yeah.
shot.
yeah, that shot's
Or,
good.
I mean, I guess, and I told you my favorite shot is the one with the faces.
Yeah.
But when I think of the movie, I think of the faces in that shot.
That's like the biggest thing. That's like the huge Ingmar
Yeah.
Bergman.
when he does the nay on
Yeah.
the
Also, I
wall.
think of the one shot where like it goes to the freeze frame and it just shows both their faces like
Yeah.
Yeah,
meshed
near
together.
the
That
end,
shot
yeah.
was like fuck. And the music, it just terrified me. It was like that's actually legitimately
the movie's
fucking scary.
haunting.
It's like a horror
It
movie.
reminded me of Possessor, but like done in a more like
I think of Mandy,
Proper-looking
like
way.
the part where the faces are
Yeah,
like,
that-
over
Yeah,
to-
yeah.
yeah.
And like people always say like Persona had a shit ton of influence on a bunch of movies. Whether or
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
like that's the reason they did in Mandy, but like
Yeah.
I mean, like you can definitely feel it in like the lighthouse. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Totally.
yeah. Two people confined sort of thing.
Yeah.
One of them's hiding something.
Dude, that shot in Mandy was fucking crazy. It was so
Mandy.
cool.
That it looks really good.
I feel like I have to watch Mandy at least 12 times a year.
Dude, I feel like I need to watch it again.
I want to see
already.
Mandy. I'd like to trip on Mandy.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I like those like close-ups of like the dead bodies in the morgue. I like the one where the lady's like her eyes are closed and then the
Yeah.
telephone rings and it's almost like a still image, and it cuts to like her eyes opening
Yeah, yeah.
as the telephone rings. And then it ends with him like touching the wall, right?
Yeah.
And then I just like the music in like the credits, where it almost sounds like cartoon music that's a little off. You
Oh,
know,
does it?
Like like in cartoons where there's like shit falling and it makes like kind of like that little clunk noise.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And then that's like kind of what the music is in the credits
Interesting.
sequence. You know.
I don't remember the music in the credits.
Me
though.
neither.
It's
I was
really
too
weird.
sleepy at that
Yeah, me
point.
too.
Yeah, like 6
Yeah, man, I
minutes.
need to go for a walk.
Yeah, I needed that.
And then it starts off with like Alma walking in and she's being told by the doctor like about Elizabeth, and then it shows her. There's this interesting thing I read in the book where it's like Liv Ullman's like looking at the audience and then she turns to like look back at the camera, and it's like she's going away from like one audience to come into another one.
Yeah.
You know, and that, I don't know, not like a major insight or anything, but I wonder if there's like a psychological type of. I feel like a lot of shit. Like the movie seems very well intentioned.
It seems like he knew what he was doing in regards to like everything.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
Everything kind of like you can
every pixel of it, you know.
you can derive like a somewhat reasonable purpose from like 90% of the shots.
Yeah.
You know, to like the overall like the
Yeah.
It's a
theme of it.
master.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a master at work. We watched a master at work.
And then just like some of the dialogue's fucking great too. Like the part where the doctor's talking to Liv Ullman just about like being silent and all that. I don't remember a lot. I don't remember the lines or anything. But she's just like talking to her about like the dread of like existing. You know?
Oh yeah. I remember that part. Yeah.
I almost want to like get my phone out and look up the line.
Yeah. I remember that.
I'll be right
I remember
back.
a little bit.
I want to see if I can.
How do you feel about existing, Anthony?
Existing so strange. I
Isn't
think
it?
we talked about this before. I feel like we did, but like sometimes existing can feel weird, but then you realize that like we don't know what it's like to not exist.
Yeah.
So it's like this strange thing where like, do we have the right to complain? You know?
For me, I almost feel like the weirdest part of existing is just like existing as like specifically a human. Like, why does it have to be like this specifically?
Humans, that's what I mean by like humans are walking contradictions. Because like, humans like we're like sentient beings, but at the same time it feels like I feel like not like powerless and like but in the sense, you know what I mean? Like we're like humans require certain things that I feel like maybe other creatures don't. Like
Oh, totally. Yeah. Oh,
like
yeah.
you need a
Yeah.
sense of community,
Yeah.
and like you need other humans, but also humans are also like maybe like I feel like sometimes like the number one source of most problems comes from other humans. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Totally. Yeah.
I forget. There's this quote or whatever. It said like 99% of the problems in the world could be solved by everyone just like sitting in the room all day.
Yeah. For real.
You know, but at the same time, like
It's like you
It's
can't
just-
do that. It's like I saw a study where it's like it's unhealthier it's more unhealthy to be alone than it is to be fat.
Yeah, yeah.
To like eat a lot
Yeah,
of
I
food,
agree with that. You know, when you're alone, you're fucking sad.
Yeah.
You know, some people like. There's the
Ingmar Bergman lived on an island his whole life
That's crazy.
basically
by himself.
Andrei Tarkovsky. There's that fucking quote where he's like, "Enjoy solitude."
Yeah. Learn to not be bored with yourself, which is very important.
It is, but you can't just be alone. You can't be like.
But
fucking-
I don't even think he's not promoting to like be
Yeah.
a loner.
Yeah.
He's just like, it's like a phone.
Like
Phones are very dangerous in terms of like they grab your attention in the wrong ways, but it's also, whoa, I have a calculator, a cell phone. Well, you know the very first iPhone commercial? I want an iPod, a cell phone, a camera, a device, and then we're making all these. And then he's like, but what if I told you it's all the same thing? The iPhone! And you know, the world changes. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And
Change forever.
that's how.
Then you put it on a plane.
Yeah. And then you make it a plane. Imagine you can fly.
Plane.
Now imagine you can fly. But I feel like that's what loneliness is. Like imagine all of the beautiful things like meditation, you know,
Yeah.
being self-reflexive, learning to not be bored with yourself. You know, imagine that was all in one thing, but like it's not the only thing.
Yeah. I feel you.
It's strange. And so I guess to sum up this thing unexisting, it's strange.
Very fucking.
But
The
it's also
the
really fun.
strangest thing,
It's
yeah.
like really fun. It's crazy.
It's got its moments for
It's
sure.
so yeah.
I enjoy existing.
It's so crazy.
I mean, I can't really compare it to not existing, but
Yeah.
I found the.
That's literally
That's
literally what
literally
Anthony
what-
fucking said. That's fucking crazy. All right,
said
what's the
that?
quote? Yeah, he literally said the
Okay.
same exact thing as you. Yeah.
It's long, but I'm gonna read it. Fuck it. The hopeless dream of being, not seeming, but being. At every waking moment, alert. The gulf between what you are with others and what you are alone. The vertigo and constant hunger to be exposed, to be seen through, perhaps even wiped out. Every inflection and every gesture a lie. Every smile a grimace. Suicide? No, too nasty. But you can refuse to move, refuse to talk, so that you don't have to lie. You can shut yourself in. You needn't play any parts or make any wrong gestures, or so you thought. But reality is diabolical. Your hiding place isn't watertight.
Diabolical.
Life trickles in from the outside, and you're forced to react. No one asks if it is true or false, if you're genuine or just a sham. Such things only in the theater, and hardly there either. I understand why you don't speak, why you don't move, why you've created a part for yourself out of apathy. I understand. I admire. You should go on with this part until it is played out, until it loses interest for you. Then you can leave it, just as you've left your other parts, one by one. That's just fucking great. You know? Like, I feel to analyze that is almost like trying to analyze, like, some verses out of the
that's
Bible
like
or something.
When like you're in AP Lit and they give you the paragraph and, like,
And you're like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this shit?
exactly.
You know?
You're like, it seems like I can, but at the same time, damn.
It's like, I guess like at the end where it says like, it's kind of like the doctor's just saying like, this is just like an aspect of your life that you need to like finish playing, like it's a role almost.
Yeah.
You know? And that's really cool because then it coincides with the whole like, your life's a role. Your life's a mask. You're false.
I guess
You know?
yeah, and that's interesting because like we're like what I was saying before about existing in like that sense of community, and that's what I mean by walking contradictions, because you need community, but then society is the same thing that puts these like rules on you to make you feel like you need to have this mask. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You're playing a role. You're playing a role so that you can get to whatever's at the end of the game, right?
Yeah.
And so it's strange.
Dude, I really think about
It's
that when I
strange.
see my dad, because my dad he became a lawyer, and I feel like he just like he was talking about it one time. He's like, yeah, Norby, when I'm in court, the jury like they don't want to see like they don't want to see like a well thought out argument. They want to see a lawyer. You know, they want to about how they want to see how they think about
They came
lawyers.
to watch an episode of Law and Order.
Yeah, no, so he'll do the whole thing. Like he feels more like an actor than an actual lawyer.
Oh shit.
And he does he does a good job of it. I mean, he does a good job.
I've heard that a lot of law is performance.
Yeah, so it's like he feels like an actor a lot of times. Like he's just like trying to reel these guys in.
Yeah, well, like
give
that's
them,
like speech and
give them,
debate,
like,
public
snacks.
speaking.
Yeah.
He
Right?
really
It's
likes
a
Ingmar
performance.
Bergman, didn't you
yeah,
say?
he loves Ingmar Bergman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But yeah, there's a big part of like when you like especially like growing up and finding like your role and stuff like that. Like the big part of being in like American society is like finding a role, or like a career and stuff.
You
like
need
that.
a label.
Yeah.
The movie is
Yeah.
like,
Oh, you need
OMG,
a
that
label.
reminds me of this one kind of quote where he's like, "Yeah, well, I'm living in the future," because like he does music, fashion, all the shit, But he's like, he genuinely believes that like in a future society, we'll no longer have roles like that because we'll be multi-talented. You'll be able to do multiple things, you know? I feel like we could say that about us right now.
I think so.
We're film
No,
guys,
I
but you
agree.
do it. And so it allows you to go past the surface level of, oh, I'm trying to do this role, to like, oh, he's trying to get us to Plato times, where you stop thinking about the world and it's literal and you start thinking about shapes and color and theoretical, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not even like actual like theory, but like, you know, like abstract. Abstract is the new normal.
It's like metaphysical.
Yeah, metaphysical.
And this movie's like perfectly metaphysical, especially with like Alma's character or Elizabeth, because like everything's in her mind, you know.
Yeah.
She's like in the outside world, and like she's not reacting to it, you know. And that's like no one lives their life like that, you know. And that's like the whole thing about like being like an actor or something, because you have like what you're thinking in your head, and like no one can read each other's minds, you know. Like, you could be thinking about, like, the most, like, depraved thing right now.
Yeah,
you could be, like, super depressed. You could be, like, super happy. And yet, the way you come off to society isn't necessarily what you're thinking.
The brightest
And
smiles
that-
hold the deepest tears.
That can be, like... that can be, like, so depressing, too. Because then, like, people can't really, like, empathize with you in a way.
Elijah, how do you feel you come off to society?
I feel like my voice is really nasally.
Basically, you got like a Ben Shapiro type of voice.
Not
No,
that
not
bad.
that. It's not that bad.
Not
Not that bad.
I feel like I can do a decent Ben Shapiro impersonation.
Yeah,
though.
you can.
Read
You're
the-
good at
yeah.
impressions, just
Yeah,
overall.
he is.
All
Yeah.
right. All right. What's the line?
Do the daddy's girl one. You know which one I'm talking about?
Yeah, I don't know the whole line.
Oh, you could look it up.
Hold on. Okay. What's the one he said? Look, I'm where I'm at because I make good decisions in life. Okay.
It's pretty good. Yeah, that's really good. We should make a Ben Shapiro short.
That's really funny. He says that when he's like talking to like this like crowd of like black people. and
Wait.
and they're talking about like why is like the single like they're talking about like why like black communities like are some black communities are like lower economic status.
Yeah.
And then Ben Shapiro brings up like the single motherhood rates. And then he's like people just need to make better decisions. Fucking asshole.
Yeah, funny.
I'll look up the daddy's girl thing.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Oh,
I
but
wonder
that quote you read earlier, it made me. Oh, I have a question for both you guys. When you think of
Okay.
the numbers 2 and 3, what number do you think of? What number does that make you think of?
Numbers 2 and 3.
Yeah,
5.
like 5. What do you think?
2, 3, 4.
4. Okay, interesting.
I don't think of 23.
Oh, you you were gonna say was it supposed to be
No,
23?
it can mean a whole bunch of things. It
Oh,
can
okay.
mean 4. It can mean 5. It can mean 6. 2 times 3 is 6. What's 2 divided by 3? What's 3
Actually,
divided by 2?
What do you think of? What's the first thing that comes to mind?
Yeah, probably 5. But I'm just saying, like, you know, it's one of those things, like,
Interesting.
What's the point of the psychological torment?
I don't know. It's just that for some reason that question made
That's
me.
interesting. That's actually really interesting.
What's that say about like your
Oh, I
subconscious?
have
then?
no idea. Yeah, I don't know.
It's cool though.
Yeah, but like imagine like we only said like, and I guess I only asked for one number.
We need a bigger pool of people.
Yeah, but I guess I only asked for one number. But like, you know, if I asked you like what numbers does it make you think of, like would you have said like maybe instead of what's 2 plus 3, what's 2 times 3, what's 2 and 3 together?
What's
mean?
what color is 3?
What color is
Blue.
3?
Blue.
Blue? No.
I think 3 is like red.
No, I feel like 1 is red.
No,
One is
not-
white.
Yeah, one is white.
One
Yeah,
is
One
white.
is
2
white.
is red.
No, 2 is not red.
How is 3 red then?
Yeah, I think 5
Okay,
is blue.
okay. What's like 76?
It's just like green.
I kind
Yellow.
of get green.
Yellow. What color is 1?
What the
1 is not
fuck?
yellow.
She lives in a yellow world.
She listens. Yeah, you only choose yellow. What color is 4? 4 is yellow.
4 is red.
Oh no.
5 is blue.
5 is blue, right? Yeah, 5 is blue. 5 is blue.
5 ain't blue, dude.
10 is black.
10 is not. No.
I see 10 is black.
Nah.
Colors are hard now. But now
What color is 9?
we're living in the future.
Yeah, this is abstract.
We're
We're
thing.
living in the
This is abstract.
future.
9 might be black.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
9 could be black. What else?
Let's say you've been a bad girl. Let's say, hypothetically,
You've been a naughty girl even. Okay. And if you were a naughty girl, you would also be my dirty little slut, right? Then hypothetically speaking, you'd be my little cum slut. Now let's say that you're also daddy's girl.
Keep going.
Now that we've established that you're both a bad girl and daddy's girl, then I believe you would agree with me when you'd say that you deserve a spanking. Am I not correct? A bad girl deserves a spanking, and I am daddy. You are my girl, so I am the one who must provide punishment.
First try. This is good, Anthony.
Oh man.
Sorry.
No, we
That
asked
was
for
great.
it. We
Yeah.
asked for it.
You asked for it.
Yeah.
I love Ben Shapiro's so fucking funny, dude. Oh my god. We should get him on the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Ben,
We just-
what
we
movie
just
would
talk
Ben,
about- let's
what
talk about
movie
how
would
hot his
Ben
sister is.
recommend?
He'd probably recommend like American Sniper. Or something.
American Sniper. Oh my god.
He would do like movie reviews sometimes.
Yeah,
Oh, does he really?
he likes to. Yeah, he likes to talk about entertainment. Like he did like a reaction to the new Batman trailer.
What the fuck?
Imagine.
He did
You
a
wouldn't
WAP
think.
review.
What the fuck?
Have
Is
you
that
seen the
where?
WAP
I
review?
haven't seen it, but is that the one where he talks about his wife?
Yeah, he's like, my wife can't get wet, basically.
Yeah, she has dry pussy syndrome. You know.
Damn, that's tragic.
And then I remember he did a review for like Darren Aronofsky's Mother and just shit on it because it wasn't like
Because it's a pretty
It-
liberal movie. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
okay.
But not like
he
outright.
shit,
It's
he
just-
shit on it because it criticized religion, basically.
Oh
And
yeah,
it's like,
he's,
dude,
he's
really?
Jewish, right?
Yeah, and the movie's about like Christians though.
Yeah, the movie's
He's
yeah.
conservative.
Yeah, he's a
I don't
conservative.
know, yeah. All right, anything else with Persona?
Oh, there's so much more. I don't know. I just really like that line. There's like a lot to like you could talk about in it, but just like there's like several parts like that where there's
Yeah,
like
oh,
this
yeah.
great dialogue. You know, it's just
Or
like
the-
someone.
I would almost say it's more like monologue. It's like really.
It's
good
a monologue.
Yeah,
Yeah,
more like
yeah.
monologues.
Because really, it's like BB Anderson talking to herself.
What do you guys think of? What does the kid mean? You know.
Oh,
Oh fuck.
so like the interpretation, like I always hear, is the kid is like Liv Ullman's kid. Is that what you've heard?
No, I never heard nothing. About
I've
it.
heard.
Yeah, me neither.
Because, like, okay, there's the part where she gets the letter and she hands the picture to her.
Yeah.
And the picture is reminiscent of the boy at the beginning.
Yeah.
So then there's the part at the end, too, where BB Anderson is talking to her about how, like, basically she's depressed. She got pregnant. She wanted to abort her kid. She couldn't abort her kid.
Right. Yeah.
So that she has the kid. And now the kid loves her, but she doesn't love it.
Right. Yeah. That's what it reminded me
And
of.
then, so it's like, the way I've heard a lot of people talk about it is.
A Child Called It. Sorry, that's a book.
Really?
Yeah, it's
That's actually
about
pretty
that
cool.
basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
A child called Id.
It.
It.
And it's like, that's like one of those things that, like,
I haven't read it, but shout out to
Elizabeth-
Deja.
Cool.
oh, there you go. Elizabeth doesn't want to, like, confront about her life. You know?
Yeah. That's pretty much how I
Um,
thought about it when I was watching it.
I feel, though, that's just, like, the popular consensus.
Yeah,
I don't think
that's
the only
pretty
thing.
smart though.
Yeah.
I always interpreted it as being Bergman for some reason. Like I feel like that was him.
I mean, you could probably say
I've-
that, and if you found, like, a reasonable way to explain it, you
Like-
wouldn't be wrong.
To me, I don't even know anything about his biography really, but to me this movie also feels like him like dealing with like mothers. You know what I mean? I don't know his
Yeah.
relationship with his
Females.
mother. Yeah,
Yeah,
but,
females
like,
are
just
weird,
females
man.
in general, and like he has an interesting. he as a person is interesting because he's had romantic relationships with both of those actresses.
Oh
and
no
like
shit.
and Liv Ullman is like his life partner.
Wow. Yeah, that makes it really weird then.
But like it's just an
Yeah.
interesting it's just an interesting dynamic that not is only explored like on screen, but you know behind the camera too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that gives it a new context for me because that makes it like more real.
Yeah.
You know, that makes it a lot more terrifying.
It's almost like porn in that
It's like,
regard.
imagine making a movie with like two of your exes.
I feel
Yeah,
like
for real.
it's
That
like
sounds
it's
weird.
like Ingmar Bergman made like this movie to like jack off to in a way. It's like his jack off.
I
movie in a
watched
way.
this Lars von Trier interview where apparently, Ingmar Bergman was like a huge masturbator. I don't,
Oh,
I don't know,
really-
I don't know
oh.
if that's true or not, but apparently,
I could really see that. I could really see that.
masturbator.
All like the sex in his movies is like, or I mean, I've seen maybe like 6 or 7 of them, and he has like a lot. But like
You could
the
tell that,
the
like,
sex is weird in his movies.
Yeah, you
you
could
know?
tell that like he's fascinated by it.
Describe
like,
it in
Yeah.
one
like,
word.
like
Um,
sexuality.
In Cries and Whispers, it's like, oh, it's like, damn, shouldn't have shown that to Grandma.
You showed that to grandma?
Yeah, she's like, why did you watch this with me? Why did you pick this? But then we had a really good discussion.
Oh, cool.
We talked about like dying and shit, and it was pretty cool.
That is cool.
You know, I mean, you can't talk
Talking
about
dying with grandma.
you can't do that every day, you know. And then these are why like movies like that are so good, because then they like open up the floodgates to like conversations like
It's provocative.
yes,
It gets the people going.
you're taking off the mask that society inflicts on you of awkwardness.
Yeah.
You know, that's like a persona where people like won't do shit because it's like awkward. You know,
Yeah.
That like when you said like you need to get embarrassed to like feel some empathy.
Yeah.
Like that's like you're like. There are times you need to be like vulnerable. You know,
Yeah.
you
To
kind of
quote-
got to show what's on that mind. You can't really hold that. You can't always have a mask on.
I agree.
To quote Spider-Man 3, I'm gonna put some dirt in your eye.
That's a line.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's so Peter Parker, he's like he like basically not gets fired, but Eddie Brock kind of like takes his position as the lead photographer. And so he goes, he's walking down the street and he looks
Yeah,
at,
that's right, some
he
puts
looks
some dirt in your
he looks at
That's right.
he looks at the fucking like concession stand, and the Daily Bugle's there. And then the cover story is like Spider-Man in the black suit with like he robbed a bank or something. And so clearly the photo is photoshopped, but then on the bottom, photographed by Eddie Brock. And then emo Spider-Man's like, I'm gonna put some dirt in your eye.
Yeah.
And then the scene ends. You know?
Dude, I like that rivalry between them. The
Yeah,
whole
because then
photography
after that he goes in there and slams him into the glass.
Yeah.
Like if that's real life, like you guys are just taking photos. You know
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Yeah, Peter takes it so fucking seriously.
Yeah, you're not even like a photographer's not your thing, bro. You're Spider-Man. You take photos for fun of yourself.
He does get paid. He does get. That is his income.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's getting fucked over in that movie. He was like poor as fuck.
yeah. In all the movies,
Yeah. That's so funny, dude.
He's like 30, making a minimum wage job still, like working it.
Yeah, I like how he lives in like really shitty
Damn.
areas.
Yeah, I love the neighborhood he's in too. You know, with the family, the father and the daughter.
Yeah.
His landlord.
Oh yeah. He like, if Spider-Man 3 was rated R, you'd seem like fucking the landlord's daughter.
She wants to desperately.
Yeah.
She's like,
she made him cookies and shit.
Yeah, and then he's on the phone, but then he's like, "Do these have nuts in them?" And he's like, "You got any milk?"
Is that in Spider-Man 2?
Spider-Man
No,
3.
Spider-Man 3, yeah.
Who's he on the phone with?
He was I feel like he was talking to his
What's
boss.
up, Willie?
Oh
think he was talking
no!
to his boss.
Yeah, he was talking to J. Jonah Jameson about, I need a raise.
Yeah. Yeah.
but like the scene is the girl giving him cookies that she baked for him. He's like, these are really good. But then he's like, hold on, do these have nuts in them? And then he goes back to the phone call. It's pretty funny actually. It's a funny movie.
It is a funny movie.
Like it's genuinely like a funny movie.
Isn't there like a part where he's like walking down the street and like
Yeah.
a Bee Gees song is on or
It's
something?
not a Bee Gees, but it's fucking awesome.
That's a scene that most people
I
hate.
recreated
Okay.
that in high school for my. I don't know how it happened, but I got nominated for like Homecoming King my senior year.
Oh, nice.
But I just made videos about it for fun.
Did you win?
No, I didn't even go to Homecoming.
Oh,
Though.
all right.
I watched Mandy with my homies.
Tight, yeah. It's probably better.
Yeah.
But
It is better.
but I made a little advertisement thing, but I can show it
It's
to you if you
fucking
want,
funny,
where
yeah.
where I remade the Spider-Man 3 scene.
It'd be good.
So my favorite shot from Persona.
Sorry.
No, you're good. I need to watch Spider-Man 3. I don't think I've
watch,
seen
you
Spider-Man.
will
watch
soon.
the other
You
ones
will
first. Yeah,
soon.
I
Okay.
wouldn't mind doing the trilogy on that one because I really fucking like those first two a lot.
Yeah.
I remember
if Kareem, we'll save it for later.
Yeah.
I do have to say I really like that shot where like BB Anderson's lying in bed and then Liv Ullmann kind of creeps in like a ghost
Yeah.
and then she like walks in. That scene's fucking creepy, dude. You know?
Yo, yeah.
It's like that's like a horror.
Yeah.
That's like genuinely scary.
I think about just like in terms of like the premise of that too. Like you're just like with this stranger kind of, and like you're telling them your deepest, darkest secrets. At the same time, like.
And then
you're
she's just
creeping
walking
in your
around.
room. What the fuck?
And then there's kind of like it's a little homoerotic,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know? Usually it's like homoerotic stuff like
I feel like
I
most
know.
times you say homoerotic, it has to do with males.
Yeah. When I hear
It
homo, I
can
think
be
of,
like
dick
it can
on
be
dick.
lesbo.
Yeah.
Yeah. You think about like two guys' dicks touching or something, you know? Not
I
like
think of Pashot. I think of like Pashot a lot.
yeah.
Shit.
And this too, like, it's just funny. Like, Ingmar Bergman like loved both of these girls or both of these women.
Yeah, how the fuck did he talk him into it? That's
No,
what I'm really
he
curious
loved
about.
both of them.
I mean,
and
they-
then he
they-
has a scene where like one of them sucks the other's blood. and
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just like,
Dude,
What
yeah,
a
he straight up
guy.
was masturbating in this
And then-
movie, dude. Like, no doubt.
have you seen the way Ingmar Bergman looks?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I was about to say that he's not even a stud. You know what I mean? It's like it's just a strange like.
He just has a way with words.
I guess,
and pictures.
He's smart. He's a smart guy.
But that seems like, and then that's like right after that part, like BB Anderson wakes up and they hold each other, and then that's where the famous she like lifts. I'll show you.
Showing's better than telling.
Yeah,
show,
show
don't
don't tell.
Yeah.
Whenever it fucking loads. It's the part where like Liv Ullmann like kind of goes behind her neck.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah, I
Lifts the
remember.
hair.
I remember.
it's this part.
Yeah. Yeah, that's literally
Yeah.
in the poster. Yeah.
Oh, and then there's this part where like Alma's like super down bad, where like she's running across like the island.
That's like
Like-
the whole movie, bro.
No, this part in particular where she's like running across the island like after like she got mad at like Elizabeth got mad at her and she's like, "No, don't leave me."
Yeah.
It's
part was
just
good.
yeah. I really got it this time. I think
I feel like this is a movie I need to
I
see
get it
again
now.
soon.
I get it now.
That's something I've been saying a lot actually. Oh, I get it now.
I,
Which is
I-
such a strange thing to say actually.
I don't think like I get all of it, but like I get more of it, you know?
Yeah.
And I liked watching it. Like the second time I watched it, I was like enjoying it.
Yeah.
I was like being entertained by it. I'm like, fuck.
How was it first time watching it?
First time or when we watched it here?
First time.
I wasn't paying attention. Kinda.
We were all tired for some reason. We
The
didn't even
first-
smoke.
No, I mean like first time you ever
Oh,
watched
the
it.
Yeah,
first time.
I like I said, I wasn't like prepared for it, like I guess like cognitively.
Yeah.
And then I think some parts I just kind of could have been paying more attention.
Elijah was
Yeah.
a different person.
I was a very different person.
What year was it?
2019.
Just 2 years ago.
Wow, how different were you? It feels like
Different.
2019 feels like it was yesterday.
Very different.
How different?
Very
I feel like just
different.
even
How
as a film
different?
as a film person, he was.
Yeah,
different,
I
you
didn't.
know
Oh.
what I mean?
Yeah, I'm learning a lot still, and I was learning a lot back then.
What kind of film person were you back then?
His favorite movie
If you
was
want.
American Beauty, which is a cool movie.
I really liked American
He
Beauty.
couldn't stop
yeah.
talking about it.
Yeah, I see. This is why I made this list because of you.
Oh yeah.
Because
thank
like I
you.
would see you, and then I'd forget what movies we talked about. So here, I'll go back to when I saw Persona and tell you what I was watching. Give me a moment.
What kind of person were you, Norby, in 2019?
2019. Fuck, that was
Where the fuck are you?
what portion of 2019?
I don't even know. Whatever whatever
Whichever.
sticks out to you.
Oh, I watched it in.
2019.
Never mind. I watched it in 2020.
Oh, 2019 I was really into boxing. What else?
I watched it during quarantine. My
Oh, did
bad.
you really?
Yeah, but still, I think I just didn't give it proper.
Oh, you watched it. You watched it 2020. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was 2019. But like that same week, I watched Wiener Dog, Birdman, and Glorious Bastards, Quadrophenia, and Goodfellas.
Dang.
You've seen Wiener Dog.
Yeah, Wiener Dog is interesting.
Birdman was cool. I really liked Birdman.
I
Birdman's cool.
I just like movies like Wiener Dog. I like things where it's
Ah.
like there's a device that takes
There's like
you.
yeah, that's like a no structure movie.
Oh, is
kind
it
of.
really?
Yeah, the dog just goes through. There's like different themes, but it's not like solid 1, 2, 3 type of thing. Inglorious Bastards, that's like my top 3 Tarantino. Quadrophenia was cool.
Yeah.
What's that one?
So the Who made this album called Quadrophenia, and then it turned into a movie.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, it's like you know how the Beatles were doing that.
Yeah.
They did it with Quadrophenia, and then Quadrophenia is like this thing like schizophrenia, right? Quadrophenia is like having 4 different personalities,
Whoa.
kind of. And then Goodfellas, I mean,
What is schizo an abbreviation of that?
Oh, I have no idea.
Is that just multiple?
schizo.
Schizo?
Schizo.
Schizo's just cool.
Yeah,
Schizo
it
sounds
does
cool.
sound cool.
I was just trying to consume a lot of movies at that point in my life.
Bro, I saw in,
I
in
still am,
2020.
I guess.
I was watching like 3 movies a day.
I
That's
remember
fucking-
you
that's
telling me
intense,
that you were
man.
like watching like a.
Yeah.
A
I went-
lot.
I went, yeah, I actually did. I watched a lot. That was fun. But yeah. Now, because I was actually thinking about that recently. Because like now, I'm only watching like maybe 3 or 4 a week, max. You know. Obviously, it's different world. I'm busy or all that shit, but
Yeah.
still, like I couldn't even fathom like even I told you like my usual thing is a movie a day.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't even do that now. It just feels like
it's good to substitute it with like at least being on set. Like I can justify that a lot, especially being in. The
I feel
movies.
like with movies too, it's like learning. Like watching a movie is like learning something new.
Isn't that cool as fuck?
yeah.
And like if you're like you said,
Isn't that just like
That's
a cheat
what-
code?
That's exactly what I say. Movies are cheat codes for the world. You could travel the world in your living room if you wanted to.
just watch Persona a shit ton of times. Movies
When
like
you're just like learning how to
everything.
make movies, it's just watch more movies.
listen
For
to
real?
commentaries. You know,
It's like just go have more fun.
It's exactly.
Just go escape.
if you're
Exactly.
if you're doing one or the other, or talking about movies.
Yeah, it's like
You
either
know.
like go
Actually-
make a movie or just watch like a fuckload of them.
Yeah.
I think not just watch, but talk about it. That's
Talk
actually
about it
very
too, yeah.
important.
Yeah.
At least for me, like that the talking is just as important as the watching sometimes, because like we were just doing with the Childhood of a Leader. Like I already liked that
Yeah,
movie.
ta-
but, like
yeah,
if
just
if
more
we didn't
talking
talk
about
about it, like I probably wouldn't. It gives you justification to think about a movie in a higher sense of besides of just consuming it, because now you're learning from it. You're dissecting it.
Analyze it. Yeah.
This is like a good
You're
soundbite
digesting.
for like a screen tongue trailer.
No.
Yeah.
The daddy's girl.
No, just this moment, just like put it in like a screen tongue trailer.
I still want the bench
Yeah,
bureau
you put
part
that in
in
there too. Yeah, that's like the whole trailer.
You ever been with
Screen time.
You ever been with older men?
What were we talking about?
I know what I'm gonna recommend.
Oh,
We still got one more movie,
All
bro.
right. Let's get
But,
to. Let's
yeah.
Let's get to go.
I feel like
ratings.
there's a lot to talk about.
Rate it.
There's always like
What do you rate it?
Oh.
We could come back to this in like a year or so.
yeah,
we could do,
revisit
like,
it.
we don't
revisit
even. We just need to talk about it.
Yeah.
You know?
We need at the end of the year like a retrospective of all
That'd
the
be cool.
movies.
That'd be cool.
I'd do
Yeah.
that.
Or like talk about like
December
just
2021.
yeah, even if we haven't like watched them again, just like talk
Yeah.
about them in hindsight. This is like a classic. You know?
Yeah, no, it's like it's one of those. It's like it's quintessential to like
cinema.
yeah, and like being a film person, you know, it's not even that Persona has to be your favorite movie, but like it does feel like one of those where it's hard to say that because there's so much out there, and
Mhm.
obviously people have seen stuff that you haven't seen, you've seen stuff that people haven't seen, but sometimes like there has to be like, how do you say, a universal palette
Yeah.
of movies that like you can go to set and like, okay, I like Persona's like a vibe I'm trying to go for,
Mhm.
and people understand what that means. This feels like one of those movies.
Yeah, yeah. It's like a Bicycle Thieves.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
I need to see Bicycle Thieves.
Yeah, see Bicycle Thieves, man. Bicycle Thieves is cool.
Fucking. Yeah, I think before this, my favorite was like the Virgin Spring or like Wild Strawberries. But like I watched it twice, and then just like talking about it and like reading the shit about it, like at least like intellectually, like it's probably my favorite so far.
Oh, nice.
You know, people always say Cries and Whispers is. I've heard a lot of people say that one's their favorite, but that one maybe I need to watch that one again because that one's you need to think about it a little
Oh,
bit.
gotcha,
too.
gotcha.
And the Seventh Seal.
I like what is it? What's it called? Scenes from a Marriage.
Oh, I want to see that one. I want to see that one really bad.
We still gotta check out Fanny and Alexander.
I have
Oh.
Yeah.
That one's like we could watch the 3-hour version or the 5-hour miniseries.
My dad really wants me to see that one.
Fanny
Really?
and Alexander.
Yeah.
It's strange because I don't know if this is true. This is from the same Lars von Trier interview, where he says that Bergman was actually just really disappointed that was his last film.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
But a lot of people like that movie, so.
Oh yeah,
I gotta see it for myself.
It won like several Oscars too. A lot of people like. I still need to see. I still want to see Silence, Winter Light, fucking Shame, Hour of the Wolf,
Yeah.
Scenes from a Marriage.
I really want to see Winter Light.
Fanny and Alexander. There's at least like 6 more movies of his that are like really good that I still want to check
Out
out.
of like
gotcha.
60.
It's cool that he made like so many fucking like amazing
Let me
movies.
see him.
That's
when he was
crazy.
in.
Oh, he made a shit ton. But yeah, on my scale, I don't know if I give it 10 out of 10. Like, I don't know if it resonates with me like to a
That
10 out of
much,
10.
yeah.
But like a 9 out of 10,
Yeah.
you know, it's fucking solid. You know, it's awesome. You want to watch it again.
Yeah, I need to see. I want
Yeah.
to see it again.
You kind of want to like analyze it a little
Yeah,
bit.
Oh,
'cause I-
there was a. Oh, sorry. Continue. I'll do it in a second.
So,
Never mind.
Uh,
I thought that someone remade it as a miniseries like
Oh,
2
no,
Oh, it
years
wasn't.
ago.
No.
But it's a different Persona. We're good. We're safe.
Oh, okay,
So-
gotcha.
what would you give it, Norby?
I would give it. this is the only movie I'm gonna do this for. I would give it like a question mark out of 10.
A question.
Like Ingmar Bergman brought me this.
I get it. You need
Yeah,
more
I
time.
need
you
to,
need to
like,
see more of his movies.
Like I like I've seen what have I seen? I've seen Seventh Seal and
Wild
Through
Strawberries.
a Glass Darkly. I haven't seen Strawberries yet.
Okay.
That's a good one.
But I like both those a lot. Like
They're
both,
really
both
good.
those are fucking awesome. Yeah. But this is one where it's like the concepts didn't hit me at first. It's like this is one where I was like I
That's
felt like
fair.
some stuff was
It's
flying over
dense.
my head. Like I don't want to give this a rating until I feel like I'm like understanding what's going on.
No, that's completely fair.
You
I
know?
feel like
especially for Ingmar Bergman, because it's like I'm familiar with his other stuff, and like his stuff is like it's usually just like really dense and well made.
Yeah.
It's like just super dense.
you want to give it like a better chance almost.
Yeah.
I feel like you had a similar experience as to what I had. Where
Yeah,
it's
I think
like,
so.
I don't
But-
understand this all the way, but I want to.
Yeah, but I like the prologue and like that stuff. Like the editing there was like sick. That was like really cool, especially for like in that time. I couldn't believe like they
Yeah.
made that for that time.
He
We
made
were
like
talking
his
about that the other day.
he
like,
made
the
his
editing
own
there
like
was,
French New Wave movie.
yeah.
Kind of.
Experimental film, you know. I think even the term experimental. Sure, people were experimenting with film for a while, but like in the '60s, you know, that's where it actually becomes the thing. Oh, experimental film. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And that feels like it's pulling from that. You know, it definitely feels like a movement.
That's
but not in the way that like the French New Wave is.
Right,
You know?
yeah.
It just feels like, oh, let's stop doing the same thing. Let's do something different.
yeah,
Yeah.
shake things up.
Yeah.
And you know it's good because it didn't get nominated for any Oscars.
All right, Anthony, what would you rate it?
I'd probably give this like a 48 out of like
48.
49.
I'll say 60. 48 out of 60. Actually, no, I'll do a 56. 40 out of 56.
Okay, that's fair.
It's my favorite Ingmar Bergman film, but like, it's like I said, it's a quintessential film.
Mm-hmm.
It's not in my top 10 or my top 20. It's probably in my top 100, definitely.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I really like this movie, but I don't love it. You know.
That's fair.
I
I want to watch it a lot more. You know,
It's
I keep thinking about it.
like I keep on saying it, but it's provocative though. Like it really is. Like in the way that the prologue is self-reflexive, it makes me think about myself in like an existential sense of like, oh man, what is my persona? You know?
Yeah, dude, it makes you like
That's
Just smiling.
Yeah.
Smiling.
watching this movie is like taking kind of like mushrooms sober. Mushrooms without like
Literally,
seeing the
no,
visuals.
literally.
You think about yourself and you're like, wow, you know, I'm Alma and I'm Elizabeth, you know. Yeah. I'm really glad we like watched it again.
Yeah,
I feel
I'm
better
glad I
about
watched
it,
it, yeah.
in a way too.
Actually, I'd do a 40 out of 54.
Nice. You ever want to watch it again, Norby? Let me know.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
I want to
I'll
check it out.
definitely like ask to borrow it.
Yeah. And then there's the Live in Ingmar thing on there too. I
Yeah.
want to check that out.
Yeah, and then they have the whole like don't they have like a 20-minute version of the prologue or something like that?
They have like an analysis.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, okay,
cool.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Then there's like a bunch of there's like a few interviews with Ingmar Bergman, Liv Ullmann, Paul Schrader. There's a
Cool.
Paul Schrader interview.
Paul Schrader.
Yeah. He has such a fat nose.
All right, Ghost Dog.
Ghost
Way of the
Dog.
Samurai.
I just wanted to watch this fucking movie.
too, man. I
Like,
want
there's
to finally
nothing
see
more
it.
than like, okay, you sold me already.
Yeah.
The title, the poster.
The title, the poster.
You
Forrest
know?
Whitaker.
Forrest Whitaker.
Forrest Whitaker with the katana.
That's what I thought this movie was gonna be.
I mean,
I was
they have-
surprised.
I was surprised too.
It's like a mob movie,
Yeah,
kind of.
Anthony kind of prefaced
Hitman.
me with it a little bit. He's like, I watched it, and he's like, it wasn't great, but it's still good. So I was kind of expecting it to be the way it was.
I feel like
yeah.
I feel like it was what I expected, and not even in a bad way. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
just like, oh, okay, awesome.
Are most of his movies like this?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like
Oh, my back.
if this isn't representative of his work as a whole, but Jim Jarmusch is a filmmaker that's so eclectic that it's hard to choose one. You know what I mean? But I mean that in like this feels way different than anything else he's ever made.
Oh, weird.
At the same time, it feels like it feels like only he could have made it. And there's just like certain idiosyncrasies. I think like the main thing is that like for the most part, like the movie's humorous, but it's like it's not ironic, you know?
Yeah.
Like when Ghost Dog's doing like the fucking samurai thing and stuff. It's kind of funny, and I'm laughing, but like it's not supposed to be funny, but it's also not supposed to be badass.
Yeah.
It's like this weird middle ground, which is what I
yeah,
call
it's
Jim
like, it's like
Jarmusch.
it's like a
Yeah.
fucking what do you call that shit? Like the
It's like real life.
Uncanny Valley almost.
Yeah,
it's, like, it's not super.
Jim
cool, but
Jarmusch
it's
is
not-
the
it's
uncanny
not lame,
valley. That's literally like him, like perfectly described.
Yeah.
It's like, it's somewhere in between, and that's what I feel like. But like, especially because like he's a New Yorker, and I feel like it feels like a very New York thing where you could like turn the corner and see the weirdest shit,
Yeah.
but you still gotta go to work. You know what I mean? And that's what this movie feels like. That's like one of my favorite scenes is like that one when him and the best friend go see the guy building the boat on top of the roof.
Yeah, that's cool as fuck.
And you know, it's like it's just like it's strange. It's so unique. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But the movie, to me, I like this movie. Actually, I like this movie a lot.
I enjoyed it. Yeah.
But I mean, it didn't surprise me. But like I said, it's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Music by the RZA.
That shit was cool.
Wu-Tang.
The music in this was fucking sick.
Yeah. I think I was saying this. I also didn't know that RZA did music for Kill Bill. I was like, oh, what?
Was this shot on film?
Fuck yeah, bro.
Dude, I
had
saw
to
the
be.
I saw the
The
halation. I
halation.
saw the halation. I was like, oh, Anthony Thompson.
Yeah. Oh man, but what'd you guys think?
I enjoyed. I almost enjoyed more like the quiet moments than like the actual story and stuff. Like
Exactly.
I like there's certain parts that almost feel like a music video. It's like I almost wish I got to see more of that. You know.
And that's what I would say is that like this is one of the more narrative of his filmography.
Oh no shit.
Like most of his movies, like there's kind of something going on, but it's mostly like the quiet moments.
Yeah.
Where this one, like it feels like, oh, even though like it's different than the average movie,
Yeah.
there's still like a narrative through line of what's going on. You know, like he's getting chased. He did something wrong. You know, like this script in the hands of someone else would be a completely different movie. You know.
Totally. Oh yeah, it'd be a lot more narrative. I feel like.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like even I like the colors in it a lot too. Like even just like the shots of like the birds in the sky. Like the sky doesn't look quite like. It just looks really cool.
Yeah,
It
it's
looks
just
cool.
it's just
The sky
different.
just looks cool.
It-
Yeah, I don't know how to describe it.
It's seeing the sky through someone else's eyes.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
seeing
yeah,
through
yeah,
someone
yeah.
else's eyes. That's what movies are. You know, it's
Yeah.
crazy. Whoa.
It reminded me of like seeing the sky and elephant a little bit. It's like I've
Yeah.
never seen the sky like that. That's really fucking.
The opening image is the bird.
Yeah, the bird. And it's got
Yeah.
the music going.
And the
Oh,
music.
the music was great.
Ah man.
It's like just kind of like those drums, hip hop drums, kind of.
Yeah,
It's just the beat. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I like thinking back on the movie, nothing really. I don't want to say I didn't like it, but nothing like makes me think of it in a way.
Yeah.
But then when I do try to think back on the movie, like, it's like, okay, that was interesting.
Yeah.
I was somewhat entertained by it. I don't know. But then in a way too, it's just like it felt bland to me.
Oh really?
It felt like it was missing something extravagant. And I feel like that's kind of the point. That seems like his style a
Yeah,
little bit, where
that's-
it's like
that's his whole thing.
where it's like what's it called, like deadpan.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's a little
there's
deadpan in a way.
It's just it's the total absence of irony,
Yeah.
which is strange because like I guess I feel like that's another human thing that's like in terms of self-aware of like being like isn't this ironic, you know, knowing that.
Yeah.
But like I don't know if he knows it or not, but like he makes movies that make it like that ignore that at least, you know.
I like how Ghost Dog and his best friend like don't speak
I love that.
different languages, but they say the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That part was
And it's
cool.
not even like something that's like it doesn't feel super thematic, which is what's weird about it, because it doesn't feel like it's trying to like have like a theme with that. It's just like something that like happens and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, this is a little weird, but they do it.
I feel like no, but like you got to think of like Ghost Dog. He's a samurai.
Yeah.
But not only is he a samurai, he's it's the worst thing that can happen to a samurai is you lose your master. And so when you think of him as a lone samurai, and the only person he can connect to is someone he can't actually speak to, it's interesting. I don't know if it's like thematic, but like it's more interesting than him having a best friend that speaks the same
Yeah.
language. You know?
Dude, fucking, he's a weeb.
Yeah.
A huge weeb.
Kinda.
I want to read the Hagakure now.
Yeah,
oh, and that's,
yeah, man.
That's what I was gonna say. The quote is like, you know, take important matters lightly and like non-important letters like heavily. You know.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, bro.
That's
That's
a good way to
life.
look at. That's like the fucking reminds me of like
That's
be
filmmaking.
strong when you're weak and like act weak when you're strong or whatever the fuck.
The
however
proverbs
it
were
goes.
great, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like them.
I think the first one was like a samurai must like even in times of like peace, like
Think about death every day.
That was
the
so
first one. That was
cool.
the first one.
that
yeah.
was so cool. I thought because it's like that's why these guys are like so emotionally strong because like even when they're doing good, like they're like thinking of like
they're thinking
their
about
balls
death.
getting cut off.
I like that a lot, dude. I was thinking about that a lot in like 2019 and shit.
That- yeah.
Like gore videos and stuff. That's like that's
A
what,
good
that's what it
reason.
reminded me of because it's like thinking about like death and like especially like your own death and thinking about like dying like horribly is like it's almost like you're it's like a responsibility almost, you know. It's like you're being responsible about how you want to.
Yeah, it's like kind of like a code that tries to make you more moral.
Yeah.
In a way.
Or just like just understanding like
Care
un-
more about your actions.
you
You
care
have
about your actions,
rules.
but just like understanding like the consequences, you know, like being fully aware of what you're doing.
There's rules to life, and like you could yeah you can.
Don't
fucking
shit and
die,
then
get-
slip on it and get
Don't
your,
get your head crushed under a fucking truck.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude. There's a few things that like really caught me off guard, and like I don't know if I like it or not. There's a few. All right, the main one that really like made me stop was when he goes to kill the last guy and he fucking undoes the pipe and fucking shoots him
Oh,
through the
yeah.
fucking pipe. I
That
was
was
so
funny.
shocked by that.
I know.
I was like, what the fuck, man?
I was
Hold on.
also confused too, cause like don't pipes like turn and shit?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that?
it just went straight up right in the fucking bathroom.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like so unique. Where it's like but it mentions like yeah, Jim tries like oh yeah, so the pipe it goes down all the way to the basement, so he shoots him. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
It just
yeah.
feels like
Yeah.
it feels like that, where like it doesn't even feel like it's not well thought out, but it just feels like a gut thing, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, that was one thing too. Where I'm like, I don't know, it just made me laugh.
Yeah, it made me laugh too. It was funny. Or the fucking something else that caught me off guard was when he comes back to his place and it's all like destroyed and shit. I was surprised they killed like
the pigeons.
all the pigeons. Yeah, like
That was
sad.
fucking-
like none of the pigeons fucking flew. Like they all just
They
none
were
of
in the-
them-
they were in the
None
cage,
of them
right?
escaped. I guess they were in the cage.
But then they were all over the place. So
Yeah,
it's
but it's like
confusing.
so I guess they literally spent the time to kill all his pigeons and like
Oh
still.
well, I mean, one escaped. You maybe
Yeah, I think
more.
maybe
Maybe the
more
other ones that
escaped.
did, they flew
But it's
away.
like shit, dude. They killed a fucking lot of the pigeons though. It's like
I also imagine
surprised
them,
they killed so
that was
many.
probably like the 10th pigeon coop they went to. Oh, that's funny
Yeah.
too. That there's just another black guy with a pigeon coop.
yeah. I like how he dies. He's like, he fucking just falls straight down, not even backwards on
Yeah.
the side.
It's like fun. It's not supposed. It's like what you said, where it's like it's not supposed to be funny, but it's just like it's not dramatic. It's not serious.
It's not
either.
dramatic.
When they get the guy and he's like, tell us about Ghost Dog, and there's that like dude in the fedora, and he's just like saying random shit. He's like, the passenger pigeon. He's like, what the fuck is this?
The old guy?
Why the fuck is he there? Or when he gets up and he's like, it's the fucking bird guy.
Yeah,
And he
yeah.
gets a heart attack.
Yeah.
And dies right there. And Forrest Whitaker puts the gun down. He fucking puts the gun down.
But also he does it like a story. He's like,
Oh yeah, that shit was cool. It's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I was watching the special features on the Criterion channel. And the funny thing is like Forrest was talking about like that gun thing, and like he talks about it so nonchalantly too. He's like, yeah, like it just seemed like the thing he would do, but like I don't know. It's
it was an
funny.
interesting choice. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a choice.
I like whenever he sees I'll just call the retainer,
The
and like
retainer.
he shoots him. He's like, "You're my retainer. I mean you no disrespect."
Yeah, I
Still
mean, no
shoots him in the same
disrespect.
spot.
I wanna
Yeah,
put it-
Forrest Whitaker's a god in this movie.
Yeah.
He literally kills who he wants, dies when he wants.
Yeah.
He dies like a samurai.
Yeah, he dies the way he wants.
Eats ice cream every day.
Yeah,
He gets killed by his retainer.
Dude, he must have felt like a god. Like the moments before he died, like he's packing up all his shit. You know, he's like saying goodbye to his French friend. All of a sudden, the girl's there. It's like shit's coming full circle. It's like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna die today. Like this, I'm gonna have closure with this girl. She's gonna tell me about the book. His
Yeah.
boss is right fucking there. It's like, yeah, he's dying.
Whoa.
I like how the book's Rashomon,
Rashomon,
Yeah.
yeah.
and because it's like the movie doesn't even have like I I guess thematically, it's not even really similar to Rashomon. I feel it's like he just wanted that in there.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Ancient
like-
Japan was a crazy place.
Yeah.
What'd you guys think of the fucking like the cartoons and stuff? That
Yeah,
like,
I was.
that a
I wanted to
constant.
ask what you guys thought about that because
cartoons.
I didn't know what to think. Like to me, to me, the
Oh,
movie,
they're watching
like
cartoons.
thematically felt like, like this is a dying breed, someone who has a code, you know,
Yeah.
and especially in today's day and age, you know, you do what you want, you know, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
And so someone who literally lives and dies by something, you know. It's one thing to say you live by a code, it's another thing to say you die by it. You know, that's
Yeah,
what he
that's
literally
fucking
does,
crazy.
you know.
Yeah.
And so what I see, and then to juxtapose that with like the Italian mob, which feels so much like that, especially like rooted in America, like something that has a code, you know,
Yeah.
something that's like that. But you see like these goofy ass guys who only watch cartoons. It's a dying breed,
Yeah.
you know.
Mm.
I don't
Yeah,
know if that
definitely.
makes sense.
The fucking
I
almost,
get what
almost,
you
I
mean.
almost see like him taking some inspiration from like the first cartoon they show, like the Betty Boop one. Like shows her with like the pigeons, and she's like by like a pigeon shack, and then the daughter looks like Betty Boop. You know.
Yeah.
There's like some inspiration there for sure, but yeah, like the daughter wasn't even like really necessary at all. Like she's just like the only important thing she does is like look like Betty Boop and like bring the book. The
Well, I
Watchmen
mean,
book.
she's the reason why they want to kill.
Oh yeah, that
Ghost
is well
Dog.
that why. Yeah, I forgot about that. Never mind. But yeah, the narrative for me wasn't like didn't connect with it a lot, but I was like just like I said, just the quiet moments, or like even the moments with like the French dude. Like I like those moments a lot.
That's he's my favorite character.
It's very
Yeah,
awkward. It's a very awkward movie.
Yeah, but like not even awkward in a bad way.
Yeah.
No,
It's
no.
like
It's like awkward in like a real way, you know.
Yeah.
Like meeting strangers. Like I like these strangers, but like the conversation's still a bit awkward. You know?
yeah. When you're like when you're hanging out with an acquaintance,
Yeah.
it's like strange. But you want to have fun.
Yeah.
But
It's
you're
like-
figuring out what does that mean
yeah,
with this
it's
person.
Like, or even like my new coworker. It's like I want to like this guy, and like it didn't take that long. It was like the second day of me like hanging out with him and at work. I was like, oh, do you like skating? He's like, yeah, I'm really good at skating. I'm like, oh, hell yeah. And we, like from there, it's like opened up.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how the movie kind of felt.
The movie seems kind of like real life.
Yeah.
You know, when
Yeah.
like there's like a lot of stuff in real life that like doesn't seem to hold much importance,
Yeah.
and you move on from it. And this
Besides,
is like a
like-
movie like that.
It's up to you to take importance from the things that
Yeah.
happen. You know.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say?
Oh, the scene right before when the guy gets shot through the drain,
Yeah.
where he's dancing and singing to the rap
Oh
music.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was funny. He puts baby powder in his ass.
Oh yeah.
And then there's a part earlier. The part that
That
like,
guy was funny.
Yeah,
throughout
that
the
was
whole
funny.
movie.
really
Yeah.
gets me into the movie is like that conversation in that room that they're having between like the retainer and they're talking about Ghost Dog.
Yeah.
It's good dialogue throughout too. You
Oh
know?
yeah, and they bring up like Ghost Dog's black or something, and he's like into hip hop, and then that same guy starts like
Oh, yeah,
saying some Public
He
Enemy,
he likes
song.
Flavor Flav from Public Enemy,
Yeah.
bro.
and he starts like spin some lines, and it's just like really, really funny, you know?
Yeah. Like you wouldn't expect an Italian mob type dude to be rapping. and
No, no,
What was I gonna say?
and it's weird too because the movie isn't like that.
shit. No, yeah, not at all. Yeah.
That's why it feels like out of place, but not like in a bad way.
yeah.
You know?
I feel like most movies or I guess I'll relate this more to like art or whatever. Like a painting might have like a color palette, you know.
Yeah.
Very rarely does it have the entire rainbow, you know, the whole
Right,
spectrum
yeah.
of color. You might choose complementary, a green and a yellow, whatever shit.
That's
right?
This sounds fucked up. That's a good argument against like diversity in movies.
Diversity.
What?
Actually, but, like,
Diversity in movies, like
who got mad at the lack of diversity in Parasite that won Best Picture, huh? No, you know
Yeah, yeah.
it's a weird diversity is a strange thing. You know?
yeah.
It's a line.
But I think a regular movie or a regular piece of art, yeah, it doesn't have the whole rainbow. You use certain you have a palette of colors, in this case characters.
Yeah.
In this case, like themes and scenes, to say one point. But I think the thing that makes this movie feel so awkward and weird is that it has the rainbow. You have you have people like
Yeah,
a rap
yeah.
loving, a hip hop loving Italian mobster, and
and a French black dude who runs an ice cream truck.
And yeah,
And the little girl.
a Haitian
little
guy, a
girl.
Haitian guy.
And a black dude who loves Japanese shit and pigeons.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in this movie. Actually.
And so I think that's the part that makes it feel like real life, because real life has rainbows in it. Real
Yeah.
life has rainbows in it.
Yeah,
Whoa,
true.
that's crazy.
Yeah, true, yeah.
What the frick? Sorry.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, like there's people I know who it's like seeing them come together would be like a really weird situation or like really awkward, you know.
Sorry, I was making a match.
No worries.
I don't know if that affects how you're hearing things, Elijah.
Oh, things feel cooler.
It's still-
Oh no,
it's
no,
fine.
because this is for Channel 4, I think. So
Oh,
I was,
it feels.
I was just making a
you
match.
feel louder now.
Oh,
You
is that
feel
okay?
sound. Yeah, that's
I feel
cool.
louder.
It kind of sounded weird before.
Okay.
I was kind of like, it's a little drowned out.
A little dim.
Little dim.
What was I gonna say?
I'm glad I watched it.
I liked
Yeah.
the first driving scene. I liked a lot.
All the driving
The
scenes.
driving scenes
Yeah.
were cool.
I want that. Whatever, like the radio thing he has.
I think
in there,
that's got to be fake. There's no way that thing's real.
that thing
man.
was so cool though.
That thing is so illegal. It seems fake.
That's like a cheat code in a movie,
yeah,
kind of.
yeah, for real. It's just like-
Sometimes and yeah, like that's the thing. Like as so much we're talking about real life, sometimes things are like, man, I wish this was real. I'm gonna put it in a movie to
Yeah.
like you know like breathe it into the universe.
I like how they show, dude, those cars, like the interiors of those cars were cool. The first car,
yeah.
that shit was cool, man. Like the CD player they had on it, like just the display and shit. I like the way it
Yeah,
looked.
that's what I was. Yeah.
Like I liked how it looked on the camera too.
That like to me, like I remember as a kid seeing those, and like that felt like the future. Like those.
Yeah, man, those
those-
shits are cool.
Yeah.
I don't like the touchscreen fucking
Touchscreen's
cars.
stupid.
Yeah, man, buttons are where it's at.
Ah man, yeah, for real. Actually, I genuinely
more,
like
more analog stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely. If there was
like
like, a
imagine your soundboard was an iPad.
fuck, I would have gotten
It'd
it.
be torture. It'd be
Yeah.
torture.
You have to charge it.
Yeah, charge it.
I think my favorite shot is when like the mafia guys are like driving by and it's like a slow mo of Forrest Whitaker looking across at him.
Oh yeah.
He's got the hood on.
Yeah.
It looks cool.
I like too how like he's kind of like an OG in the neighborhood. Like everyone, oh, it's Ghost Dog. What's up?
What's up,
Yeah,
Ghost
yeah.
Dog?
Yeah.
Or like even like a.
And then he meets RZA at the end.
Oh yeah, huh?
Yeah.
Fuck my fucking Scott.
Yeah, I was like, you're alright.
It had some really cool moments. Oh man, there's one cool part in the driving scene where like they changed, like they would like layer the videos on top of each other.
The fades.
The fade, like it would like they changed like the opacity of it, so it's like
Again, reminds me of Mandy, where it's
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not even just a fade to another shot or like a superimposed image, because it's like a third and a fourth layer.
yeah,
you
like
know?
it
It goes in and out.
I'm wondering how they did that, because I wonder if it was just like an opacity thing where it's
Yeah.
like or like what opacity was like the one underneath, which was underneath and shit like that.
Yeah. I did something like that, like a similar thing to that, and
Yeah.
something I worked on, and yeah, I love that shit.
Yeah, it's
I
like
genuinely love.
it's
that
cool
shit.
whenever you can have like dude, I like shots when it's like it shows like that shot where it's going through the tunnel and you can see the lights coming, but you still see the car like above it.
Yeah,
Like it's
yeah.
framed so well.
That
It looked cool.
You can't just put images on top of each other too. Like if you want to do it
Yeah,
right,
it's tricky.
You have
It's-
to you have
it's
to
fucking-
frame each image awkwardly so that when you put it together, it doesn't work unless
yeah,
they're
it comes together. Right, yeah.
Mhm.
It's really
That's
fucking. It's
interesting.
really smart. Like those shots were really cool. I like
have to
especially
think it
especially
through.
like driving tunnel shots like that. And if you change the opacity, oh man, I don't know. It'd be cool to see how the editor did that. I mean, it was on film too, so who knows?
Yeah.
How do they do that?
I don't know. On film, I don't know how they change the opacity. I'm guessing like
I always wondered
no
how.
idea.
Yeah, on film, how do they do like fades? You know.
Yeah.
Did they like burn some of the film or something?
I don't fucking know. Honestly,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
crazy.
I'm
I know.
guessing-
Well, I
I'm guessing
know.
they must have had like just like lighter frames,
Uh,
like more like
That's what I
translucent
assumed.
frames.
That like they just some chemical process to make
Yeah.
it. But then like, what if you wanted to move it a few frames? That's really annoying.
Yeah, then it's like you're fucked.
But I know like to fade to black and to fade to white, they just close the iris or open it up all
Oh,
the way.
okay, gotcha.
But
That's
I always
interesting.
wondered how they did the actual overlay.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm glad. I mean, I'm glad I don't have to live in that era, but
yeah.
it'd be cool to know.
I wanna do it once just so to know, you know.
Yeah, it'd be cool to make like a film movie, like as like one of your last ones.
As your last
You know?
one, yeah.
Swan song.
Yeah.
And then after that, say it's your swan song and come back with a TikTok movie, a whole movie made on TikTok.
Oh man, just kill yourself.
Say you're retiring from filmmaking and
That's
then
like
come back
after
and do
after you
that.
make the after you make the film movie. I think it'd just be better to just die. Just die.
Film movie.
Yeah.
College
How do you
film
feel
movie.
about
Film movie.
like famous actor people becoming YouTubers now? Like how like Will Smith's basically Jablinski.
Jablinski.
It was
I
like
mean,
Jablinski's the only one that's fun, but like I think like Brie Larson. I like Brie Larson, but it feels weird that you're on YouTube.
I haven't checked them out. The only people I like who came from like kind of like movies, like Jablinski, obviously like he came from movies. But I think a lot of like Steve-O.
Yeah.
Steve-O, dude, I think they're such fun YouTubers.
Well, like Steve-O's feels like an interesting one though, because like I wouldn't put him on the pedestal that I'd put like a Brie Larson, a Will Smith,
No.
or
He's-
Matthew McConaughey is on YouTube now. Yeah.
Is
Really?
he really?
Yeah, like I get recommended his shit all the time. He like makes
shit,
like
I'll
a
have to
video a
check it- I'll have
day,
to check
a
that
video a
out.
week. And but like his are interesting though, cause like it's like him, like a whiskey or something, like telling a story.
Yeah.
He's like living the glory days, and it's kind of weird, but at the same time, it's kind of cool.
Steve-O's are
It's
kinda
in
like the
black
same,
and white.
yeah.
Oh,
Is it
that's
really?
cool.
Yeah,
I like his voice.
yeah. Now you got a whole YouTube channel full of it, bro.
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
He was on Joe Rogan not too long
Yeah,
ago.
I
he
watched that
was.
one.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, I think so. Sometimes it's hard to really remember Joe Rogan episodes, like full ones. Like I remember, like I enjoyed it, but like it's. I guess maybe people might think it's about our project. Like it's like 4 hours, so like
yeah.
I just remember the feeling I had while watching it, and it was a good one, you know. But like
It's kind of like
very-
smoking a lot of weed.
yeah, very rarely do I remember like snippets from it, unless it was like recent, like in like a past
Yeah.
like a week or two away from it. Like oh, I'll bring it up in a conversation.
Yeah.
I bet
But
you
like-
remember from the Kanye one.
Yeah, I remember that one. But I also remember like all of his interviews. You know?
Yeah. What were we talking about again?
Ghost Dog.
Ghost Dog. Yeah, but like what specifically? Oh,
Film.
Steve-O.
Steve-O.
Steve-O. I've been getting really into his videos again, like a stupid amount. It's
Yeah.
kind of embarrassing.
You been flossing still?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
What was I gonna say?
Actually, not today.
Oh, it also too. I guess I didn't know what to expect going into the movie. Of like, okay, I know he's like a samurai guy, but like, part of me thought like I thought it was gonna be a little bit goofy. Like maybe like he was like really into being a samurai, but like no one understood him. But like, it was kind of cool how like he's actually like a professional assassin.
Yeah.
You know, he's an actual
Yeah.
assassin.
Hitman.
I almost thought it was gonna be a
Hitman,
little
yeah.
bit more darker the movie, just in like tone. Like I almost thought it was gonna be like a lot more of the shots were gonna be like more like cool, you know, like more blue and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of like daytime shots. Like
Yeah,
it's like a normal
it's
movie.
in the day.
Yeah, it's like
in the.
it's like more of like a realistic movie compared to like a really just like oh samurai.
Yeah, there's
you know?
no style.
Yeah, there's no style. To
That's
it
his
at all.
style, no
Yeah.
style.
Yeah.
And
Style,
then-
no style.
And it's interesting because like Robbie Mueller, I was telling you guys, is a cinematographer. And there's one shot, I don't know if you remember. Oh, and like he has a dog that keeps on showing up. You know.
Yeah,
It-
the
it-
dog looks at him
That's
so
his
funny.
dog. But there's this one shot, and I don't know why I liked it so much, but it's just like it's. Oh, that's what I was gonna say too. I mean I've only seen a handful of Jarmusch movies, but
Mm.
when I think of Jarmusch, I don't really think about a moving camera, and that was what
Mm.
was interesting about this movie too. Is there was a whole bunch of like Steadicam shit, a lot of stuff moving through that, like him just following Ghost Eye while he's walking.
Yeah.
Or like when he was in the house at the end, like murdering everyone.
Murder.
Or there was
Murderer.
there was another one. I can't remember now, but now I'm thinking about this one where he's walking down the sidewalk and then the dog disappears. But like just the way it's lit.
Dude, the dog didn't look at the camera.
Yeah,
Dude, that was such a good boy.
it's actually a great. Yeah, it was a great dog performance.
good dog. Yeah.
But what was it? Like you could have
Dog
like,
backwards is God. Sorry.
Yeah. in Kenny's saying "I am a god," there's a dog barking in the background too.
Dude, I think
You know something.
dogs are gods. Willie's a fat god.
What was I gonna say? Oh no, but I guess maybe if you're trying to mimic the light of wherever, because it's outside, but at the same time, you know, it's intentional to light in the way that the dog shadow was appearing on the wall.
Yeah,
And I
the
was
shadow
like-
was closer to
I
him
was like,
too.
oh, dang, it's so simple that it doesn't really matter. At the same time, you had to put effort into making this look how it looks. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And that's how I feel about the cinematography at large, but I guess the whole movie at large.
Yeah.
It's so simple, but you had to put the effort into making it how it is. That like, oh man, I don't know if I get it, but like I respect it.
You said like Robbie Mueller was good at making like kind of like the normal look good,
Yeah,
or like make
No,
the
he's just,
normal
like-
look normal.
yeah,
and that's hard to do.
yeah. Anyone can like just put some lights and make you have like fucking what's it called?
Fucking what's it called?
What the
What?
triangle on the light right here.
What do you mean?
You know the lighting setups in the one where.
Oh, was it Rembrandt?
Yeah, Rembrandt.
Rembrandt.
You know,
Mhm.
and Rembrandt is hard to do it too.
Yeah.
You know, in an actual setting, not
Mhm.
just like in a portrait.
Yeah.
But it's also hard to just real.
Yeah, the real's
not,
hard.
But like not like.
Real and have it like make sense.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Yeah,
makes sense.
because real doesn't make sense
Exactly.
sometimes. It doesn't translate well.
And I guess that's what I talked about this already, but like that's the movie feels like. It feels how it's weird how it's like the premise, like the actual story is a little bit silly, but it feels real.
Yeah.
And it feels real because it's silly. In terms of the way it's executed.
Yeah.
It's.
I think it's just the no style approach to it really helps that. Like besides the like the car scenes, like the driving scenes that had style to it, I think.
Yeah.
You know, like the editing there.
Well, like at least in terms of the style, it feels like something that feels influenced by the hip hop soundtrack.
Yeah, it's but like really
that.
really subtle too. It's
Yeah.
not even like in your face hip hop. It's just really just like
It's low key.
it's like lo-fi.
Yeah.
It's like a lo-fi.
Lo-fi.
playlist.
Lo-fi
I got
ghost
that
dog
vibe
mix.
from it.
Elijah, would you like more resilience or Ghost Dog?
Resilience.
Shut the fuck up. You know, like
Wait, what's Brazilian?
Resilience is the one samurai movie that they made at UNLV, the short.
Brazilian. Oh, I was gonna bring that up too. In another one they showed, they had like a Ben Shapiro person in it. Remember? In the gay one, the fashion.
Oh
one.
yeah. You think Ben Shapiro's gay? Oh no. Oh yeah. Oh, there was in one of the shorts on the first day there was like a stop motion animation one where they show like a Ben Shapiro type dude on the TV. Yeah.
A lot of people had Ben Shapiro in their fucking shit.
Weird. It's weird. He was like such a 2016 dude too. It's crazy that he's still relevant.
He got popular because of that, like the
WAP
transgender
the WAP
thing.
The fucking like, what is it? Get wrecked liberal. Like I have
Yeah.
what is it?
Facts don't care about you.
Facts don't care about your feelings.
And then
Stupid.
no, it was the whole Caitlyn Jenner thing.
Oh yeah.
And he like went on CNN and said like she's like a man and shit.
She's like a man and shit.
He's so funny, man.
He's just like trying to ruin people's days and shit. It's
For
funny.
real, like, how could you be his friend? Because he's probably just, I don't know.
I feel like he'd have to be like just like him to.
Nah, you just gotta be a
You have
conservative.
to be
I guess
conservative.
yeah. I guess if you
Just
have
agree with
similar
him.
point of view,
Yeah.
yeah. If you just agree, I
Just
guess that's
agree.
anyone, right? That's like most friends. You kind of, I mean, I feel like with like real friends, you there's like you have the space to disagree, but for the most part, I guess I mean that with acquaintances.
Not with like Ben Shapiro. He views opinions like math. You know, he's like you're objectively wrong. You know, he's like a STEM major about like political opinions.
This guy's a 2 and 3 equals 5.67 type
Yeah.
of dude.
Yeah. Have you seen him when he's on Joe Rogan?
Wow.
I've watched
I
the
feel like
Joe Rogan
I've
episodes.
seen the clips of it. I think.
Do you have
Oh.
an example?
One of them he's talking about like how he
We
thinks
came back to Ben Shapiro. What the fuck?
he thinks
Sorry.
Colin Kaepernick was only doing the kneeling thing because he wasn't getting playing time. and then Ben
That's
Shapiro's like,
actually funny.
No, I'm right. I'm right. Like, he wasn't playing at all. He wasn't any good. That's why he did this.
Yeah, he like I feel like you can't disagree with Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like if he just said the things that he said in like a more like Jim Jarmusch way, he'd be a cool dude.
Yeah.
Maybe he needs to like ease up a little bit. You know?
No, I think it's all. I think
Take
it's all of his
some
sister.
mushrooms.
It's all of his sister's nudes on fucking Google.
Oh,
Images.
yeah. He had to have jacked
hundreds,
off
dude,
to his...
hundreds.
That's crazy.
He has that Twitter where he said he'd steal his sister's underwear and sniff it. I don't know if it's a fake. I don't know if it's a fake picture, but
Ben Shapiro's like 100% said the N word. Like if Ben Shapiro like, I don't know if they had like game, like would he have been around in like a gaming generation?
I don't know.
Maybe like really
He's like
primal.
on
He's
the
like
cusp of like. He seems like he's on the
35.
cusp of like Gen X and millennial.
Which
He
is
would've had- he
like
would've had,
that
like, old
cringe
gaming-
area. Like those are the most cringe people to
People?
me because like they're old but young at the same time. And
Yeah.
it's just weird. You're weird.
Yeah, they wear like.
Because yeah, they'll be pretty fashionable, but then like they'll have like I don't even have anything really against conservatives or
Yeah,
anybody, but like they're just like that.
Yeah.
Fuck.
They don't know how to talk about memes or anything.
Yeah.
They don't. They still use like Facebook.
I follow Ben Shapiro's
Quotes.
news page,
Yeah, you sent it to me. I follow it too.
and it's just like really funny the memes they use. It'd be like memes if they're made by like middle-aged like conservatives
It's probably exactly
who
what
sort
it is.
of like who've like seen like
like a dank meme. or
widely
two.
used memes, and they're like, oh, this is what everyone likes. You know,
Do they have any deep fried ones?
they might.
I feel like normies are like a year or two behind.
You like
Normal memes.
you know that like one meme with the Trojan horse?
Probably.
They always use that one.
That's
They
annoying.
always use it. It's like the Trojan horse is like Joe Biden, and then inside is socialism, and then the wall's America.
Why is that so like? That's exactly what they.
And then they'll do this one where they're like making fun of like mainstream media. It's the one with the guy, his eyes are like really wide open, and then they're closed, and then it's goofy.
funny. All right, back to Ghost Dog. Anything else you guys want to talk about?
It wasn't a bad movie. I don't think I enjoyed it as much as you guys did.
I like Ghost Dog.
I liked it too. I wanted more like just like driving scenes. I wish it was like just a long ass music video.
I think it's like a similar thing with like the childhood of a leader. Like, there's things I really like about this.
Yeah, I agree.
And if this was the whole movie, I'd fuck with it. But at the same time, that's a different movie.
Yeah.
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 So I just that's my opinion. I don't know if it's right or wrong. You know.
You should make another Ghost Dog.
Ghost
I
Dog
am.
2.
Oh.
I am.
There
Talk
is
to me about the script he's writing.
yeah. There's a referential sequel with the French guy.
Oh, cool.
I don't know if it's a direct sequel, but the whole movie he's holding a briefcase.
Oh, that's really
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jim Jarmusch does cool things like that. So
Yeah, it's
Kind of
cool.
makes like a universe.
yeah,
Yeah.
but without it actually, I don't know.
I like how the movie's
It's
like,
like Kevin Smith.
Yeah, not like a Kevin Smith thing though. It's just like there's references, but like they're not actually in the
it's
same
not.
world.
It's not literal.
Yeah.
Okay.
the movie's like itself. You know,
Yeah.
it goes for something, and it does it like
You can't help. Yeah,
all the way,
it's like someone who
you know?
you see who's like really like just like assured with himself, and you just respect that. And that's what
Yeah.
the movie feels like. Oh wow, this movie's just like how it is. It's not. It's not trying. It feels like, which is weird to say, because like I guess like maybe like maybe like 85% of art is like meant to be seen, watched, heard, or listened to by someone else, right?
Mhm.
And to me, this movie doesn't necessarily feel like that. I feel like he made it, and like if you watch it, you watch it. You don't have to.
I liked making it.
Yeah,
that feels like
but
he feels like he said that
he-
after.
Yeah, I
feels
like.
like he would
I
say
like-
that after like he was like on a date with somebody. He's like, I liked making this.
I
movie."
like this one.
Yeah, which I respect.
I want to see Down by Law so fucking bad, dude. God,
All right. Ratings for
Um,
Ghost Dog. Anthony, you go first.
it was 1999.
Yeah,
I was like,
that's what I was
that's a
gonna say.
cool year for
1999. Shoot.
It would come out that year.
Exactly.
Yeah.
exactly.
In a movie like year with like the Fight Clubs and American Beauties,
Matrix.
The Matrix, yeah,
Matrix,
Eyes
yeah.
Wide Shut.
I think Office Space came out that year too.
Office
Holy
Space.
shit!
A lot of Office movies.
I'd give this one.
Oh boy, jar out of mush.
I'd give this one like 85 out of 99 times about
Oh,
thinking
shit,
about
you
death
fucking
in a
lost me.
day.
All right.
Okay,
Sounds like a really good rating, actually.
okay. So you know how like Forrest Whitaker has like a fucked up eye.
Yeah.
So this is like
One
the
fucked up eye out of two.
this is like the eye where it's kind of like three
This
quarters.
is the fucked up eye out of the two eyes.
Yeah, it's like the fucked up
This
eye
is
out
the
of the
fucked
two.
up eye
But it's like
out of the two.
it's like before it got like really bad.
This is the fucked up eye before it was bad. Is what you're saying?
Can he see
Yeah.
out of that eye?
I hope so. If he needs a samurai, right?
hope It's like where it's like only like a quarter of the way fucked up. Like we don't know what.
Hey,
his-
Forrest Whitaker, what's the story behind your fucked up eye?
I like you, Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah, we love Forrest on
No
on
disrespect.
But
screen
your
time.
eye's fucked up, man.
You're my retainer. No disrespect.
But I think part of the reason like
Shoots him in
people
the
know
shoulder.
who you are, Forrest, is because of your eye. That's not a bad
Oh.
thing.
That's why I recognize him.
be yourself.
That's like why we know. That's why you know Jim Jarmusch. That you saw.
Oh.
He said there's a distinct look.
What'd you guys think of the bear scene?
Oh
No,
yeah.
where they
the
kill the
racist
bear.
white guys.
That was cool. He kills him.
Yeah, he does.
I think that like thematically, like what even he says it like, you know, I don't know exactly. He said something about like bears, like they're very rare. You know,
Yeah, she's like
the
the-
black bears are
yeah.
like the rarest of them all.
Yeah.
And like to me, that's how I view Ghost Dog. He's
Yeah.
the rarest of them all. You know.
Somebody with a code.
I like how he doesn't
Yeah.
have a name either. He's just Ghost Dog.
Yeah. And I did find the flashbacks interesting though, where like when he met the retainer,
Yeah.
it kept on going back to that
they,
shit.
they didn't need. They only need to show that like once straight
Exactly.
up. The scene where he's like thinking about it, like he's like thinking about the flashback.
It's weird.
they
I don't
need
wanna
that. That was-
think
that
about-
was redundant as fuck.
I don't want to think about a young Ghost Dog either. Like it was just,
Yeah.
I just felt weird.
When
like,
I saw the picture, when I see the flashback footage of him, I'm like, oh man, it looks like he just came from like an anime fucking video store or some shit. Like he still had like Japanese letters on his fucking shirt and shit. It looks like he just really liked the anime.
that's funny.
All right, and then Elijah rating.
Oh, I gave you the rating.
Oh, what was it again?
It's like his fucked up
Oh, yeah,
eye,
fucked
but
up, yeah, that's
only
right.
like a
Oh, yeah,
quarter of the way
nor-
fucked up.
nor
I would
Me-
give it like a 7 out of 10.
7.
I give
out of
it
10.
on the
yeah.
IMDb
Six.
scale. I'd give it maybe like 5 or 6. 5 or 6.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
I might see it again some point, but like down the road.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll buy the DVD. Sorry.
I feel like these
Sorry.
munchies are giving me weird feelings in my belly. I just had to say that out loud.
All right.
At least you weren't like me and ate like half the
let me
fucking
see.
peach rings.
All right, you guys want to move on to
Yeah. I
next.
think I go last. I think he goes first.
Yeah,
Nah,
you do go
oh.
last. Yeah, you go first because you were
I'm
last
first.
last time.
I'm
Oh
pretty,
wait, let me text Kareem and see if he has a.
I'm pretty sure I know what I'm gonna go with. I want to see what you guys say though, just in case. Oh my back, God.
Do you
Oh, fuck.
have a movie rec?
Lord of the
Call him,
Rings.
call him.
Oh yeah.
Just call him.
Well, I mean it's 11:54, and he's
Call
27. So I,
I
don't
should be
think-
partying.
I feel like he's old. I feel like he's asleep right now.
Yeah, I mean, you said he has a weak stomach too. He's probably vomiting.
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't listen to this part. Sorry, Kareem.
Kareem, you're my bro.
Oh yeah, I watched Charlotte.
You're my big bro. You actually feel like that to me, Kareem. I mean that. Well, I know what my pick is. I'm gonna wait I'll wait 60 seconds though.
For Kareem?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I guess we also said we'd add it later.
Have you seen Yugetsu?
No, I want to. I want to check out Mizoguchi.
Yeah.
Because Ari Aster and Martin Scorsese said that might be their favorite Japanese director.
Well,
Oh,
that's so cool.
And I've never seen nothing from this fucking guy. I actually want to, instead of Ugetsu, I want to check out Sancho the Bailiff.
Oh,
Ari
okay.
Aster says that's his favorite Japanese movie.
There's a bunch of Criterions.
Yeah. For Mizoguchi.
I know Tarkovsky really liked Yugetsu,
Mhm,
so I
yeah.
want to check it out. And like, just on IMDb, they like classify it as like a fantasy and a war, which I don't know. I just think that's cool. Yugetsu. Would you watch a movie called Yugetsu? Yeah, me too.
You get sue.
You get sued.
You get ooh.
Yugetsu.
You get ooh.
How do you spell it?
Yugetsu.
You gets you.
Yeah.
You gets you.
You gets you. You gets you.
You get
Ah!
you.
Sorry.
I think he directed this one movie
You
called like
gets you.
Story from Chikamatsu or something.
Story from Chikamatsu.
Uh,
Where you from? Chikamatsu.
Chikamatsu.
Where the fuck is Chikamatsu?
Chick
I don't know. It's just from Chikamatsu.
the
dude.
the Criterion cover for it looks really cool.
for which one?
Story from Chikamatsu, I think. It's like a guy on like a little raft.
Why does 60 seconds feel so long right
60
now?
seconds.
Oh, cool. Wait, what? What? Wait, what?
Wait, what?
I'm confused.
What?
Oh, it's 11:57. Okay. So, my pick is going to be the 1985
Oh no.
action masterpiece,
Back to the Future.
Jackie Chan's Police Story.
Oh, fuck yeah. Hell yeah.
Okay.
You guys
Oh,
thinking I was going to
yeah.
say something gay?
No.
No,
I like gay
fuck
people.
yeah.
I
Oh,
like-
man, I really been wanting to watch a Jackie Chan movie for a long time.
We need to watch that
Well,
one
we're-
together, right?
Yeah, we can,
You
yeah.
have-
We can.
He has the DVD for it.
Oh, wait, Kareem just responded.
Oh, okay. Give us his.
Kareem, he'll make it. It's the next episode. Everybody, we're going to have a guest. Writer, director, former stand-up comedian Kareem Brown is going to be on the podcast. And he just asked me, what were the last movies you did, so I know the vibe.
I tell him he could do whatever. I don't
Yeah.
care. Just say
My,
say fuck the vibe.
mine's going out of left field.
You
Oh,
can
yeah.
do whatever, bro.
I was thinking about that too, and it's like, I don't want to request just like the same movie all the time.
Yeah.
You know? You gotta switch it up sometimes.
I just go with my gut. Sometimes I feel like
Yeah,
watching
you know.
something.
You know, I wanted to see Persona, so it's like fuck it.
Yeah.
Sounds like fuck it.
So it's like, fuck it.
What's like the most like screen tongue movie we've recommended? I'd say
I don't
Possessor's
know.
up there.
Possessor, yeah.
Hard to be a God.
Oh, hard to
Hard-
be
I
God.
feel like
hard to be a God.
Mandy.
Mandy for sure, yeah.
All the violent movies.
Yeah.
Funny games.
These are just the movies we enjoyed.
Synonyms.
These are just the movies we enjoyed, Elijah.
Mandy.
There's like a definitive screen tongue pick though.
Yeah.
You know, like if you'd recommend.
What
a
was
ge-
the most screen tongue pick this episode?
Maybe The Childhood of a Leader.
Yeah.
Or Ghost Dog.
Yeah, I feel we haven't really done like too
No-
many
no
film
Ingmar
history
Bergman,
stuff.
yeah.
I'd say one of those two.
hmm
What about last episode? What did we have?
What did we do last episode? My memory's shit, dude.
I used to remember them, but now we're starting to do more.
Yeah. It was
Oh fuck.
Oh, We Are the Best. I remember I recommended that one. We Are the Best.
Oh,
What'd you
Dazed
get?
and Confused.
Dazed Confused. No, wait. What was the most? What did? Oh, Lady Snowblood.
Lady Snowblood.
Those were all kind of
Last
different.
week was.
Yeah.
Last week was.
That was
felt
like a
we
wild. That was like
just-
wild card a little bit,
Because we hadn't really done too many comedies.
or like a classic.
Yeah, that's
Like,
true.
No, we haven't done any classics. Ooh,
So are we doing police? Oh,
police. Okay.
Police Story,
All
but
right.
if Kareem has one, he can choose mine, unless you want to do 4, but that might be a lot.
All right. Let me see what we got here.
we should all watch. I know you have the Criterion. Though,
Yeah, that's why.
So
Oh man. I'm thinking. I don't know if I should recommend.
Police Story is good though, because like, it's like a good movie, but we haven't really gotten to like that part of cinema. I feel
It's
like action. I'm not an action movie fan really, but that's supposed to be like the granddaddy of action.
this might
movies.
make you an action fan.
Really? Okay.
I don't want to hype it up, but
Okay. Don't hype it up.
Yeah.
Don't hype it up.
Dude, no. Jackie Chan's action is fucking sick, dude.
Jackie Chan is actually like a good.
He has like some of the best looking.
knows
action
what
I've
to
ever seen.
do.
Like it's not like realistic looking action. I mean it is because it's actually done, but it's not like it's like hyper realistic.
It looks
It's
cool.
fucking cool as fuck. Yeah.
He makes it look.
Jackie Chan
really
is like
visual.
he's a worldwide treasure, and
Yeah.
I feel like he's slept on sometimes because sometimes you only know him for
Rush Hour.
Rush Hour.
That's what
For
I know
real.
him for.
For real.
Oh man, I might recommend this just because I really want to watch it.
Oh, the Vincent Gallo episode
Yeah,
was
that's
really
pretty-
screen
Yeah,
tongue.
that's screen time right there. Actually, yeah.
All
That's
right. Should I recommend or should I wait for Kareem?
No, you recommend.
Go
All right,
for
I'm gonna
because-
recommend The Holy Mountain.
Fuck yes!
Oh,
I've
I
actually
really
been
wanna
wanting
watch
to
it.
watch that one.
Fuck yeah!
OMG.
Now I can buy the DVD for it.
Yeah, I've been wanting to watch this for a long time.
We have
Okay.
to if we're watching Holy Mountain, we have to do the Yeezus listening party then.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Fuck.
That's a screen tongue pick.
Ah,
Yeah, I
okay.
think so.
We're
Okay.
doing Police Story and Holy Mountain.
Oh no, this is gonna
Fuck yeah!
All right. I think you can just watch this movie by itself.
Okay.
Beavis and Butthead do.
Yeah! Let's go! Fuck yes!
Yeah.
Oh man! What the fuck? What the fuck, dude?
High five.
Man, this is gonna be a fun one.
This is fucked up, dude.
I like that too. That's all over the place, man.
What the fuck?
That's gonna be all over the place.
This is my favorite part.
Yeah.
This is my favorite part of the podcast.
It's that flowed so well.
Yeah.
That was great. I'm glad we got that on camera.
Me too.
Oh, the Holy Mountain.
What's it called? Beavis and Butthead Do America?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
the first movie, right?
I'm pretty sure. I don't know if there's another one or
There's
not.
there's one more, I think.
Whatever the first one is.
Yeah, the
whatever
first
the
one.
first one is. If you can just watch it, if we can just watch it, that's gonna be fucking fun though.
Sorry for any headphone listeners. I'm not gonna edit the audio, so.
And we've been talking about Beavis and Butthead,
Yeah, we have.
and then the Holy Mountain. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
don't spoil it.
Oh boy. You can't. But yeah, I won't. Have you seen the Holy Mountain?
Yeah,
It's fucking crazy. I felt that way like about Persona.
Oh yeah.
That like you know how I said Persona kind of confused me.
Oh shit.
Holy Mountain was kind of like
All right, I'll just be really high for it.
But then
that'd actually be a really good.
Holy Mountain is one of Kanye West's favorite movies too. So
Oh shit, dude.
like yeah.
Oh, this is gonna be fucking awesome.
Cream say anything yet?
Oh, Kareem said Cooley High.
Cooley High. What is that?
Oh,
one?
that's like the black people movie.
It's
Look
it's
it
the
up.
Black American Graffiti, but better.
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
I'm cool with
yeah.
that.
All right. Do you want to do the 4 then, or do you want to just do 3?
Oh, we can do 4. Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Just try to watch. Yeah.
Let's try to watch them.
Yeah, just-
try to watch 'em.
fuck yeah.
How do you spell Cooley High?
Oh, this is gonna be such a good
Cool
episode.
with the EY at the end.
You
and then
are.
high.
Okay, gotcha. Oh, cool. In 1975.
I've been wanting to see the Holy Mountain again too. I really have. I watched it about a year ago,
Oh,
so this will
cool.
be interesting. Like watching it. I want to see El Topo again too.
You saw El Topo too?
Yeah, I watched them both around the same
Oh,
time.
cool.
And
Yeah,
then I tried to
wanna
watch
see El
Sana
Topo.
Sangre, but I just didn't get through it.
Oh, gotcha.
I watched like the first like 10 minutes or so. Roger Ebert really likes Sana Sangre.
I almost feel like these are all movies we have to watch together.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
It'd be fun to have Cream there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea. One day, or should we spread them out?
I think we should
Nah,
spread,
yeah,
we have to
spread
spread
'em out.
out.
You
Okay,
guys
yeah.
spread 'em
So
out.
I gotta. I'm gonna be. You're out of town. I'm gonna be in Laughlin from Wednesday to Friday.
Okay.
So maybe like Sunday.
Sunday works.
Sunday night?
Yeah. Sunday's good.
Oh shit!
I'm looking forward to
This
it.
is gonna be fucking cool.
Yeah, this is exciting.
I almost feel like this is like I almost feel like these are all movies you should just be high for. Like you could get away with it.
Yeah. Oh,
These
man.
movies are like important.
Well, except for Cooley High. I don't know what
Kinda.
Cooley High is like.
Or not important, but like, I guess in one way very unique.
Yeah.
Because like Police Story is like a really good like action movie. The Holy Mountain's like a fucking acid
I
trip.
think
Beavis and Butthead.
I think this is the most movies we'll do for
In
an
an
episode.
episode,
Yeah,
yeah.
4.
Yeah.
I think
I'm
that's
cool
a
with it.
record.
Until we do like the trilogy one. Or
Yeah.
if we do end
I
up
feel
all pitching
like-
a trilogy.
I
Yeah.
feel if we want to do the trilogy
Shut up,
one,
that'd be AIDS. Holy fuck.
like each episode, one of us recommends a trilogy.
Yeah, that'd be the way to do
In
it.
a way.
I think you're right.
Yeah. I
Because
just feel
then
like-
we'd have to watch 9 movies.
No,
Yeah.
no. Yeah, I was thinking.
It would be a lot.
I was thinking
Yeah.
about that, and I was going back and forth because 9 movies is a lot, but then, not that I'd be upset, but like for 3 episodes, like you might just have an urge to really watch things for the podcast. But
Yeah.
you're saving it for so long.
We should
Either
figure,
way, it
we
doesn't
should
matter.
figure out a good way to do it too. Because you don't want to like rush watching the
Yeah.
movies.
What we could do is like if we all picked a trilogy, but every episode we did like the first from the trilogy, but all 3 of the
Oh,
good
that'd be
idea.
cool.
the third.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. It's like we do like a competition, like which trilogy you like more.
Oh,
so
that'd be
far.
funny. Yeah.
It'd be like a 3-week thing.
Yeah,
yeah,
it would
yeah.
still be a
What-
3-week thing, but I feel like there's more variety.
What we could do is like,
That's a good idea, actually.
what if
I
we
like
did
that.
it like 1 episode a week for the trilogy?
Maybe.
That'd be pushing it a little
we'll,
bit.
we'll,
but like,
we'll talk
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
it. We'll talk about it.
You
Alright,
guys are getting some behind the scenes,
So
fans.
yeah, so we're doing Police Story, The Holy Mountain, Beavis and Butthead Do America, and Cooley High.
oh shit.
This is gonna be cool.
Oh fuck.
Okay. So that's it.
Bye-bye,
any
film
last
fans.
words?
Peace out, film fans. Next time you see me, I'll have gone to Six Flags, maybe.
Make good life decisions.
This is bad country.